The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey!
Why?
Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink!
Stutter! Damn it! Your friend tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Olympic Gold Medal Wednesday, September 11th, 2024. This program starts now. Football is normally the topic of discussion, but obviously on September 11th, you have to acknowledge and chit-chat about what happened 23 years ago. I was in keyboard class. There was trying to get my words per minute up. There was a TV in the corner, and then obviously all hell broke loose whenever it went most serious moment of my life in the United States' history in New York, and obviously we will never forget that day. We'll never forget what happened, and hopefully we'll never forget what happened immediately afterwards when our country seemingly came together more than I had ever seen it before. Our thoughts and prayers are with those who obviously were affected then and still having to deal with it every single year, every single day, every single month, whenever you lose a loved one in that particular fashion. I couldn't even fathom the grief. So obviously from all of us here at the program to everybody that was affected, we say our thoughts and prayers are still with you, and sorry you had to go through that. And for America, well, after that, how together we were, hopefully we can someday get back to that point. A lot of disagreeing seemingly last night on TV and on the internet, but I still believe that we have a chance to become the most unified country we have been. We have great sports talk to kind of deliver today, and I cannot wait to announce the fact that Alex Smith is going to be on the show today.
Ooh. That's right.
I can't wait to announce the fact that J.J. Watt's going to be on the show today.
Why?
And I can't wait to announce the fact that an Olympic gold medalist is going to be joining us today. But before that, the Talks at Table at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt, September 11th, Con Man, from Boston area. Obviously, there's one particular human that you have to acknowledge and tell the story of. Sports guy, obviously made a lasting impact.
Yeah, Wells Crowther, lacrosse player from Boston College, also like the man in the red bandana is what he's known as. There's been documentaries. I believe Joe Pompliano put out a video of the entire thing, saved countless lives, running up and down the stairs, moving people out. I mean, it's just one of those things you always look back to, especially on a day like today. Good perspective, especially when we're, excited about sports and living and dying with teams that, might stink. It's like, hey, in the grand scheme, not as big of a deal when you're talking about things on September 11th.
And also, there's heroes walking amongst us that we have no idea who they are. Red Bandana Man was one of those, and the story, the way it was told, obviously made his entire family and friends at least remember fondly of the man that was created in their family, even though they lost him. I mean, devastating day, obviously, but that Red Bandana piece, I think Game Day did.
Yeah, bingo.
That was the first time I really learned of it. Just full of tears, and I couldn't even imagine a family. The amount of pride that you would have to have, obviously, for your son in the last moments, but also losing him is a wild scene. 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler is here.
Yes,
D-Butch, you look incredibly cool. You're sitting over there because we got a lot of people coming through.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
We got a lot of people coming through
Gold
today.
medalist.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Yeah.
An Olympic gold medalist, a Super Bowl champion.
Whoa.
I mean, this is a big day for the Thunderdome, which means there's a man that has been sent to hammer, Dahn, AP Tone. How's it going over there, AP Tone?
Things are really nice back here in Hammer downtown. It's warm, it's comfy, it's cozy. And
Downtown.
what's that?
Where?
It's hammer,
Dahn.
Remember?
Downtown.
Did I mispronounce it?
Yeah, you kind of laissez-faire with
A
it.
little downtown.
Yeah, hammer downtown. That's kind of how it sounded. But what we're saying is we want a little bit more emphasis on the hammer downtown. Anyways, back to you, Tone, and hammer downtown.
Here we are back at Hammer downtown.
See,
Boom.
I don't know if you did it.
Hammer downtown. It's a little too quick.
Things are great here and a lot better here than, actually, it was kind of nice. Mike Tomlin dunked on Mark Gaboli yesterday.
Well,
hardcore. I'm aware your quarterback position is a little bit of a national topic. So, when healthy, is Russell still your QB1?
Again,
I'm not going to soothe you with hypothetical scenarios. It is my general practice to not. You guys that know me know I do not. So why start today because it's the quarterback position or because it's a national story? I am unmoved by some of those narratives, to be quite honest with you. We got an approach to business. I always stand in front of you guys when people are somewhat limited. I say we'll push through our work week. We'll let their participation be our guide in terms of whether we include them and then the quality of that participation. This scenario is no different for me. Respectfully, I understand that you have to ask that question, but it doesn't mean that we need to change our position or do things that are abnormal in the effort to answer it. We're just simply going to proceed with what we normally do. Our energies and attention are on those that are available and are scheduled to play. They are deserving of that. When those that are not are healthy, we'll ponder it at that time.
We ain't saying shit, is what he said, Tony. Is that what you heard, Kaboli, there, with his little foot kind of dosing around as he's...
It was hard to focus with Kaboli's sweet hokas just bouncing around, twirling around there in the bottom of the video. But Kaboli, in his article, and they've been unbelievable since joining the Pat McAfee Show as a correspondent, basically said in his article that Tomlin just doesn't, like, he could have put a rest to it and said, yeah, Russ is the starter when healthy. But he just doesn't care to do that. Like, he doesn't, because he doesn't care what the outside is. He doesn't care what anybody thinks about it. Like, Kaboli used reference when there was rumors of Tomlin going to USC years ago. Tomlin could have came out and said he wasn't, but he just doesn't care to because he doesn't care what people think. But Kaboli said, and I kind of agree because I know how the Steelers and Tomlin work, that when Russ is healthy, that he will most likely be the starting quarterback.
Okay, I'm excited to see if that is the case, and I appreciate the fact that you say it's a pretty good day in Hammer. Dahn! Kaboli got dunked on by Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin never gets talked about enough for being a press conference maestro. Mm-hmm. He has the ability to say nothing while saying a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Like, he said a lot of things there. Soothe the hypotheticals, yada, yada, yada. I understand you got to ask your question. With that being said, we're not going to change the way we operate because of some national narrative. Basically, he took Kaboli and just...
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. That's literally what he did.
Bye.
Mm-hmm. And I understand you got to ask your question because of what you're doing there. But I like the fact that Tomlin's like, I'll kill him with indifference. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to, if I start answering every single question that we have, then I'm going to be spending my entire life doing that. That's a pretty big question, though.
Huge.
You know? And I think what he is saying openly is like, if Justin Fields continues to win games, what are we even doing here?
Yep.
We're just trying to win some football games. Yeah. And I know Tone Diggs said there that, normal Steeler operating procedure here would be to give Russell Wilson the job back because you can't have an injury and lose your job. And that's kind of how, like Tomlin has operated. Tomlin is a very similar to Kirk Ferentz. Yeah. Very similar to like, hey, this is how it goes. Very, I don't want to say slow, but he thinks things out. First time he's ever fired a coordinator during the season throughout his entire career was last year. Like, he is a very, I don't want to say methodical guy, but he is. So for him to make this decision, I think he's thinking to himself, if Justin Fields continues to win, what are we even talking about? But if Russell Wilson is back healthy, Justin Fields 3-0, let's say 2-0, 3-0, because his calf has lingered since the conditioning period 2 days before training camp started when he was pushing the sled. What does Tomlin do? That'll be a fascinating decision. Neither of them had been there before, so there's no build-up clout with the fans, the building, the locker room. It's kind of like a fair shot each, like Kirk Cousins and Penix in there. What will Tomlin do? I'm fascinated to watch it.
I mean, it's the ball is literally in Justin Fields' hands right now. Obviously, I'm huge fan of Dangerous, that guy. But
people forget that is Russell Wilson's dorsal fin.
Obviously didn't change the colors yet, but Justin Fields out there. He continues to play. He played well, I think, in week one. Obviously left some plays out there, but week one, and you mentioned it, not a lot of money invested either long term in either one of the quarterbacks. So when you're on that sideline, I don't care what your position is. And people always say, "Oh, you can't lose your job to injury." If Justin Fields is performing and they're winning, that locker room, if you put Russ back in there, he struggles a little bit. The locker room, the fans, it can turn real quick. So it's in Justin Fields' hands. If he's participating, if his participation continues to be better and better, it'll be hard to take him out of that lineup and put Russ back in there. But like I said, it's in Justin Fields' hands right now.
And there's got to be a thought like, hey, this is the younger guy. Like, he's not turning the ball over. He's not making dumb mistakes. Like, if there is a longer future between the two, it is Justin Fields. It's not Russell Wilson. And so why wouldn't
he didn't score a touchdown, didn't turn the ball over.
Bingo.
Had the great roll left, throw back to the right play. Put him in good situations, didn't lose the game. And that's all the Pittsburgh Steelers fans want, right? Isn't that down in Hammer? Dahn. All you guys want to do is just win the game, not turn the ball over, right? Play good defense. They're doing that.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, he led 6 scoring drives, whether they were field goals or not. And then on the 7th drive, they went for it on 4th and 1 on like the 10 and got stopped. That's okay. That's going to happen. So there was some good things that you could see. That's right now, literally, as a Steelers fan on offense, we're just looking to see, is there good things that you could build on? Are you not completely inept, basically what we were the last couple years?
Yeah, Tom's going to have to make this decision. He knows it. He's not going to let Mark Caboli bully him into making it. That ain't going to happen on this particular Tuesday. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who is an Olympic gold medalist. That's right. He's also a Cyclone. He went to Iowa State. He's a big fan of the Iowa State Cyclones, who just had a massive win over the Iowa Hawkeyes in the Cy-Hawk Bowl, which happens every single year. This one in the University of Iowa Hawkeyes field, Kinnick Field, I believe. Yep. Iowa State goes in there and just beats him up.
Shocking. I wouldn't go that
just
far.
Absolutely beats him up.
It was shocking.
Just goes into town and says, this is our state now. 54-yard field goal by
Kyle Conradi.
Dog.
Yeah.
From Iowa.
Whoa.
Chose to go to Iowa State.
Okay.
Hits a 54-yarder to beat Iowa in the Cy-Hawk Bowl. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, Indiana Pacer All-Star, Olympic gold medalist, legend, Tyrese Haliburton. Hey, baby,
Clean jacket.
Wow.
Clean jacket.
Yeah, he looks really cool. I didn't know Iowa State had that type of merch. Oh, that was good cleaned up right there by you two. Way to shake hands. Way to shake hands.
So it's Dahn.
Way to shake hands there. Is that an Iowa State jacket right there?
It is.
You don't have to bend down. It should pick it up. And you look awesome.
I appreciate that.
Did we know Iowa State had this clean of merch?
No idea.
Are they beating Iowa in the merch game too?
Oh, no. These colors don't run. You know that.
Yeah, but
That's a sweet jacket. That is a sweet jacket.
That is a sweet jacket. How is life after Iowa State beats the hell out of Iowa?
Life is good. It's been a good week.
You knew this was going to happen.
I had confidence going into the game when it was about, what was it, 13-0?
Yeah.
13-0. I was a little worried about our offense moving the ball, but once we got the pick, I had confidence that we scored, went down and scored quick, and then I was like, oh, we're good because they can't throw the ball.
Oh, so that's what Iowa fans are saying too. Yep. They're saying Cade Mack. He really went on the. He left Cade McNamara no hope yesterday.
That was my fault. I mentioned his name. I didn't know it was going to go there.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to do that on this particular program. His name is not to be mentioned here because Ty will lose his mind and bury Cade McNamara. I mean, he buried Cade McNamara. Hey, let's have a better year.
Yep. Tough love. Sometimes you need it. You know.
I feel that.
I don't know no better.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that entirety of it. You brought jersey here?
Yeah, I hate those city jerseys that you have up, so I'll give you a...
I thought we were getting... Didn't we think we were getting
the
Olympic, right? Wasn't that what we were...
Yeah, we'll work that out. Just bring me... If I come back, I'll bring that as well.
But okay, so you hate this one?
That's the one under that. I see there's 2 jerseys there. Yeah, that one... Is that one yours? Is that a McAfee jersey? Is that under mine?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, let's just go with that one. I like the
you
yellow.
Signed it too? That's Olympic gold medalist.
There we go.
I didn't think we were getting an Olympic jersey. Sure. I thought that's what we all thought.
We'll fix it. We're in home renovations right now, so we're looking for the jersey.
Oh, okay. You're 24 years old, home renovations, Olympic gold medalist, another jersey here. Let's talk about the Olympic experience. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time. I had fun, and we won. So, I brought this for you. Wow! Get to keep it?
That's worthy of a celebration. This is the first time an Olympic gold medal has been in here, for sure. I think you're obviously the first Olympic gold medalist to come into the Thunderdome. We're very thankful for it. We were trying to figure out earlier how many Olympic gold medalists we have talked to. Phelps, obviously, we've talked to.
Yep.
He's got 23.
He picked Iowa as well on game day.
Everyone.
Well, everybody did. We all picked Iowa.
There was technical difficulties during that part of the show for some reason.
Well, Georgia Tech, actually. There was a couple different technical difficulties. There's 111,000 people. What do you expect? There's going to be some lines that get crossed. Nonetheless, this thing's real deal. It's pretty heavy.
Oh, yeah.
It's got some good meat to this entire thing. How often do you wear it?
Never. I'd never wear it.
Don't lie,
why?
Tyrese.
Don't lie to us. I wore it for the celebration and that night.
Oh, yeah, we saw you get out of a van.
A couple people.
Yeah, we saw you get out of a van.
Good tweets. Good tweets.
I remember that.
There was some good content out there after that. There was some laughable stuff.
Yeah, certainly laughable. Yeah, certainly laughable.
But I don't know. I haven't really. I wore it. I went down back home, and they made me speak to some teachers. They wanted me to wear it there as well. But other than that, we've just kind of been in the safe at home.
Okay, so let's talk about the Olympic experience.
Yeah.
You were a glue guy?
I guess.
Is that were you a glue guy?
Sure. A lot of cheering. I was happy for it.
That's glue guy.
Need that.
Vibes guy, energy guy?
Vibes guy.
Vibes guy.
Vibes guy.
Got along with the whole team, it sounded like.
Yeah, I got along with the whole team. Yeah, good.
Whole team got along with the whole team, or was there some people that maybe you don't have to out anybody? But
No, I don't think so. I think we all got along. There was never any controversy or anything like that.
Was there any doubt when you guys sucked before the Olympics?
No.
Because you guys went from losing to Lithuania, right?
Yeah.
That was last. That was the Olympics.
Yeah,
We did-
South Sudan almost won.
Yeah.
It was 100 to 1 to
We
nothing.
did almost lose that game.
Yeah. So was there any doubt, or everybody? You guys knew you were going to figure it out?
I wouldn't say there was ever a doubt that we, in games or before anything, the one time that I maybe felt a little uneasy was at the end of the third quarter against Serbia. Like, they were winning the whole game, but I was like, we're going to win, right? And then our starters, we pushed the lead, and then they got it back to about like 15 going into the fourth, and I was a little like,
Joker.
Something could happen here. And then
Hey, these itches are good at basketball.
Yeah, they were good. And then we cut it to like 8 within 2 minutes, and I was like, we're fine. We're going to be fine.
Steve Kerr retired from the gig.
He did.
I don't want to do this shit anymore. I'm sick of it. I'm getting yelled at for not playing Tatum. I got to figure out who's playing where. I'm just trying to win a game. We won a gold medal. We have not lost, and everybody calls me a dumbass. Did you sense that from Kerr? Like, is there, like, you didn't play a lot?
No, I didn't play at all.
You were in?
Yeah,
I got a little-
Second game.
I had a couple threes. Yeah, true.
Yeah,
But
not as good as Bill Lampier could shoot the three, but obviously, you put up a couple.
on 2K.
Right, that's on 2K.
Yeah.
That's a rating for real.
Yep.
Lampier, the one that is used to describe why current NBA players too soft to play back in the day. Didn't know that he could fucking light it up.
Oh, yeah.
has a
big
higher
time.
3-point rating than me on 2K. Yes, he does.
Doesn't sound like that rubs you the wrong way at all. Doesn't sound like that.
Well, you know, Lambeer was a shooter. He could
He's
could
like-
step out
I don't
there.
want
First
to. I don't
big
like
man.
the. I don't get into the disrespecting the old heads by any means, but come on, stop.
In the paint, he's got you.
I mean, I think he
And on the
shot under
outside.
43s in his career. So what would equate him having a higher 3-point rating than me? I don't know. I don't make video games. I just.
Mr. Lampier, you need to know he has done a lot of research on you, it sounds like. And I don't know what video we just pulled up. It's probably a Lampier 3-point shooting highlight.
Bang.
Bucket!
That was a mid-range jumper they just showed.
No, agreed. We haven't seen him behind the line yet. But close.
KG.
Also a
boom,
mid-range
bang.
jumper.
Different game.
Also a mid-range jumper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but did you
but-
see the form? I think if he was to back up, like
There
this
it
one,
is.
they
Step
say,
back.
didn't even touch the rim. If he backs up 4 feet, that's going to fall anyways.
Can't miss.
The form looks good.
Form does look pretty good. He's got that elbow kind of do-si-done a little bit.
Yeah, that one
Killing
foot.
MJ?
The back room just said that you could probably make Lampier could probably make it from the stage here. Mid-range. I haven't seen him hit a three yet, but I haven't seen him touch the rim yet either. To be clear.
The touch looks like it's there, but the ratings we have to go off of what we've shown, right? And he's only shot with 30-something threes in his career, so.
Is there any other stats we need to know about on 2K that you're not happy about?
Yeah, there's probably a few. My dimer, I'm on gold. My dimer's gold. I would like to see it on Hall of Fame, but we'll get there.
Definitely should be Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
What's your
Dimer's your passes,
dimer is a badge that is equipped to people who can pass the ball well.
but you are like a passer. That's like your thing.
Yeah, but I think I have to continue to prove that. So we'll get there.
You'll earn the respect of 2K maybe a little bit.
It's just more time will get me there.
This is your highlights, I believe. I don't know if they're dimers or if they're shotters or what they are, but I'm excited to see.
What's your overall?
These aren't passes. It looks like.
Well, it looks. Well, I don't know. I don't know this place.
Duncan.
He rattles the rim too, guys. Let's get a dimer badge and then let's get a Shaq badge. Let's do the entire thing.
Lampier.
Got a little
Dude,
Lampier.
you do got a little Lampier.
That's a Lampier step back.
I got a little Lampier.
That's a Lampier step back right there.
Come here.
Lambier's doing that.
Bill.
You got that from Lambier. All right.
Your
Anyways,
Kobe call.
So you did get in, though. You did a couple Lambier threes.
Yep.
And we all celebrated here. We were super pumped for you. The conversations with him during the whole process, were they very transparent? Was he like, hey, I understand that you are very good, and you led your team to the Eastern Conference Final and everything like that. But just don't, against this matchup, we don't, like, are those conversations happening with Steve Kerr, and how uncomfortable is it? Because, you've never heard that before in your life, I assume, for anything you've ever played for.
Yeah, that's probably true. There wasn't a ton of conversation. There wasn't. No, I was just along for the ride. That's what happened.
And a lot of this.
A lot of this.
Yep. A lot of this. And then I heard you were trying to recruit every player to Indiana?
Well, that story got blown out of proportion so they could then make fun of Indiana. But yes.
I don't like that.
What's that about?
That's ridiculous. What do you mean?
I mean, I think there was recruiting going on from everybody. But me saying that got blown out of proportion because I play in the smallest market. But that's okay.
It's a good market.
It's a good market.
It's a good market here. So you think that was utilized as a avenue for the ex-comedians, which there are a lot of.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there are.
On they call it NBA Twitter. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Good Twitter.
They do call it that.
They do call it NBA Twitter is what they call it, which is very fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
It has been the greatest part of Twitter, that particular group, since the beginning of Twitter, just so everybody understands that. So much talent in there.
A lot of talent.
So much talent in there. You're saying they set that up so that the talent could really showcase their pipes against Indiana?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was all a ploy by the media. But it's totally fine. It's totally fine. We're just fine over
Did you see old buddy Starberry's trying to get you out to Phoenix? Did you see that? That's the newest one on here.
Somebody mentioned that. What did he say?
He basically just said, like, hey, you know what Phoenix needs? They need another scorer. And who's that guy out in Indiana, that guard? He's a dog. They should go get him.
They need a point guard that can score like Bill Lambier.
Bingo.
They put your name up there, your picture up there, and everybody's like, all right, so it's going to be Tyrese, KD, and Beal going forward. And
Book. I forgot my book now.
Another gold medalist.
So cool looking.
Yeah.
Book is so cool. And also, he's the first one that tweeted out, like, hey, I'll do nothing for the team. We just kind of want to go out there and play, made some massive plays. But I think what we would like to let them know is we got a couple spots taken. Spicy P, obviously, TJ, a couple of the other boys. If they want to come play for Indiana, we would definitely take that, right?
Yeah, of course. I'm not going anywhere. So then they would have to, if they wanted to play with me, they would then have to, come here. But the Marbury comment, it's weird.
What do you mean it's weird?
Why?
He's dialed in.
Why does Phoenix need me? They got Tyus Jones. They're a good squad over there.
Well, I mean, Olympic gold medalist point guard versus Tyrese Jones.
I mean, I understand, but I'm good in Indy. They're good in Phoenix. Everybody's good right now.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that. Let's make sure we're clipping that, sending that out, so everybody understands. Tyrese Haliburton ain't going anywhere. Mm-hmm. He's standing on suites going bananas in front of 60,000 people.
Should be.
That was a good time.
It was great. It was a great time.
Hey, big pop for you out there.
Yeah, a lot of people asked me if I was intoxicated. I was not. You were there.
Yeah,
a lot of water.
I think because I was there is probably because why they were.
Well, you know what? And don't forget the almost face plant.
The clip they cut out the part where I almost face planted off the suite, but good core exercises lately there it goes.
There's the whoa.
Yep.
Save it, gamer. Once again, Olympic gold medalist.
Yep. A lot of people asking me what that dance is. Like I freestyled it. Like that is the Colts touchdown dance.
Yeah, it's the Bushwhackers, and everybody's just kind of done it because it's hard not to. It's hard not to do it.
Just keep your hands closed.
And turns out pretty easy for everybody to do it.
Yeah.
You look around that stadium, literally everybody. It's a pretty sick environment, just like Gainbridge is for the Pacers. I was being told that that's one of the best home advantages in the entire NBA, and I think last year during the playoff run was certainly the case. Do you agree?
Yeah, for sure, and not just for us, the Fever as well, and what the Colts are doing, Indy sports.
You've been going to a lot of the Fever games. I've been seeing you.
Thanks to you. Thanks to you, yes, I have been. I've been going to a lot of games, yes.
Tyrese Haliburton made the Indiana tour this past weekend. It was at the Colts game, then went over to the Fever, and he's on there, cheering them on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Colts weren't able to get the dub. Fever, they win?
They did win.
Yeah. In OT.
In overtime.
Could you imagine if they would have lost there? You would have won 0 for 2.
Yeah.
Well, I was getting notifications on my Twitter in the third quarter that I should leave the event. I should stop going to these events.
As
if I'm the reason for these.
Yeah, I would have said that's what we would have said immediately on Monday if that was the case. So.
But we're 1-1, so I don't really have much to do with it.
You watch a lot of you go to a lot of the Fever games, right?
I do. I go to the majority of them.
Okay, so are they going to win?
Win what? The championship?
The whole thing.
Yeah.
I would like to see it. I'll be there.
There's a chance.
I mean, we're a young group. We're growing. Some playoff experience will be good. I'm cheering for us to win, of course.
Yeah, they got the Aces tonight. Yeah. Champs are in Dahn.
Woo!
Champs were talking shit to us about this particular game months ago.
Yeah.
That was at the NBA All-Star game.
February, yeah.
Yeah, whenever that was. Hope you come out and watch what goes on in September 11th and September 13th, I think is the dates they're actually saying. And I was like, yeah, Caitlin Clark's going to just destroy you guys. And then I think we were potentially a part of the problem, because we were saying this so much, just so loud that it did start the whole, they got no respect for us. And then all of a sudden that's utilized by every team against the Fever to start that season, right? That's why they were guarding her full court in between free throws. You're shooting 2, actually. Oh, yeah. You're right.
Well, that hasn't changed. I think we just, we played the Liberty, 3 times in the first 10 games. It's a tough team to see that early.
Oh, you think Liberty is a good basketball? I actually said that after watching New York Liberty for one time. I said, "How's anybody beat this team?" And
well, they are the favorites to win the championship, so that makes sense.
Okay, so I got a pretty good eye on there. I said Caitlin was going to figure it out. Has she's figured it out?
Yeah. I think the Olympic break was good for her. The Olympic break was
leads the
very
league
good.
in assists.
She does.
We said the assists are going to go up, right? Because the way she plays now, she's playing with WNBA people with Aaliyah Boss. That should go up. I feel like we had a pretty good
gauge.
We had a pretty good read on it after watching first couple weeks. Happy it's all working out for the Indiana Fever though, because Caitlin Clark brings a lot of attention to this market that everybody wants to dunk on the internet. What's that all about?
I mean, it's the state of basketball. I don't know why the hell they're saying that. It's a way bigger market than, say, like a dumpy Sacramento. I don't know what we're talking about here.
I can't comment on that.
But it's the truth.
But why'd you laugh?
I laughed because it was it was the
caught you off guard.
It was a jab. It's I previously played there, so I understand the reference there.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah,
so
that's why Tyrese is in.
That's why
Indiana.
I snickered a little bit.
Ty's an Iowa Hawkeye. The Cy-Hawk happened this weekend. You guys just beat their ass. Ty has a question for you.
Didn't beat our ass at all.
Walked you down, though. Walked you down.
Without a doubt. And
walked down.
And I mentioned earlier,
walked down.
Very unsavory right after the
part.
game. I'm in my feels. I'm not feeling great. And I go to Twitter, and obviously I know there's going to be a lot of vitriol and hate on there. And I go to my DMs, and what do I see? Just one from Tyrese that just says, "Eat shit."
Wow.
Nothing else.
You're 4 whiskeys deep. Heart is already 6 whiskeys deep.
6? Don't cut more than that. Yeah, it was a tough day.
50.
Tough day.
After the Friday night, this is less than 12
Packers
hours.
5 seconds left with Jordan Love.
Come on.
I was drinking right out of the bottle.
No.
Oh yeah, just.
Oh, no. That's a big bottle.
That's not good.
That's a big bottle.
I know it's not good. But I don't want to talk about Iowa State. Okay. All right, and I don't want to talk about Iowa. We talked about that a lot yesterday.
What about the Quad Cities? Can we talk about the Quad Cities? You guys made some comments.
I got heat for you talking about the Quad Cities.
Well, see, but I told Pat, and I think I told you this. I'm from Waterloo. Waterloo is a shithole. Okay, so I can say the Quad Cities is a shithole.
John Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy won Man of the Year in Waterloo.
He's not from there. He's
born.
Did he?
He won Man of the Year.
It was a long time ago.
That is a real deal.
That's a real
Man of the Year. They put it. Yeah, Man of the Year.
That's
award.
fact.
It is. Yeah, in 1965. But do you like KFC?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And you can thank John Wayne Gacy for that because he actually invented the Double Down and the Chicken Little. One of the reasons why he was Waterloo Man of the Year because what he did for the Colonel's overall original recipe.
As one of the worst humans of all time, did win Man of the Year at one point in Waterloo, Iowa, and then obviously we all know everything that would happen. But that's where he's from.
Yeah, that's where I'm from. Quad Cities.
And also, we do not think he created the Chicken McLittle or whatever.
No, he did.
Whoa.
Chicken
Don't
Little.
we do.
We definitely do.
He did.
I don't think he.
Little.
I don't think so.
No, but the Olympics, when we were talking.
No, Quad Cities.
Quad Cities. You been to Whitey's in the Quad Cities?
No, Quad Cities is a shithole. I'm not.
No, but it's not. Time out.
Have
you been to Whitey's?
What's going on?
Whitey's is
Ty's
elite.
asking about KFC, fried chicken. He's asking about you been to Whitey's. What's going on?
Well,
I'm like in the middle of it right now.
Yeah, it all ties together.
I have been to Whitey's before. There's a Whitey's in
Elite
Iowa
ice cream.
I agree.
Okay, thank you.
I
We can agree on
Top-notch.
that.
So we can agree on that.
The Quad Cities?
It is in the Quad Cities. It's an unbelievable ice
So what
cream.
is the Quad Cities? It's one city?
No.
The Bettendorf. There are a couple in
Davenport?
Davenport, and then I think there's 2 in Illinois as well that share it.
Yes, it's 4 cities. Therefore, the
Quad.
Isn't
Yeah, that makes sense. And why did I get a video from a mayor
Yeah, the mayor
of Quad Cities?
Yeah, he tagged me too.
Yeah, it was a mayor.
It was a comment he made that I laughed at. That I got
Because you know deep down that I might be right.
no comment.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But again, like I said, I'm from Waterloo. It's a shithole, okay? You can come to Waterloo and say it's a shithole. It is. Quad Cities is a shithole. There's nothing wrong with it. I love shitholes in Iowa.
Yeah.
Okay,
Amen.
Pat Anger. He's from Bettendorf. Shithole.
Jeez.
But he's a great guy. All right,
You probably agree.
And I love Bettendorf. I love Davenport. I love all these places in Iowa. Which again,
And Iowa State is now king of Iowa, right?
Yes,
That is,
we are.
that is a
for this,
fact.
year, for this year, it's
Well, I mean, now we have to go to basketball. Well, we know what that's going to look like.
What's that gonna look
on
like?
the men's side. I mean, women's side's been tough. Caitlin's been over there, but she's no longer there, so I think things will change there.
So
as well.
Iowa State runs the whole state?
no.
In all
Tyrese,
sport?
come on.
I mean, what are you guys better than us at wrestling?
Yeah, which is a pretty big deal in Iowa.
I'm saying, what
Tyrese.
else? Because we're better than you at football.
No.
Well, we beat you.
You won
so
this year.
We have
Won
the
this
right
year.
for the next year.
Bingo, definitely.
Right?
So I'm,
And then
hey, I think it's Iowa State State whenever you're talking football.
And then I know what my social media is going to look like. Hey, Tyrese, when you were at Iowa State, you never beat Iowa. And that's okay because, I'm here now, and I'm an alumni, so I could still,
Amen.
I could,
Amen.
Lean into it.
Yeah, and represent for Iowa State, especially because they're the kings of the state of Iowa.
No.
That's
when
very
it comes
true.
to athletics.
That's very true.
Women's field hockey.
And now that's a sport that I
Women's soccer.
do not follow. I am unaware.
Let's hear these.
Volleyball.
Are you better than us at volleyball?
I don't know, but I think they play tonight.
Do they?
I believe they play tonight. Yeah, I think Cyhawk
All right, so it's
killed
all on the
tonight.
line tonight.
It kind of
Another Cyhawk Bowl.
It kind of is.
Iowa cannot lose in this volleyball match.
They
tonight.
need that win for.
Like I need
your-
air to breathe.
How many whiskeys did I watch in that volleyball Cyhawk bowl?
I don't know where I can find it. I will find it. Listen, we need the girls to come out and be aggressive early. We need our libero. Our libero is the key tonight.
Yeah, that's great. I will say this: the Iowa Hawkeye marching band, 50x the Iowa State.
There you go. There's
marching
another
band.
one.
Wait, what happened?
Marching band for Iowa is the greatest in the
Class.
in the country. Maybe the world. I don't know what marching
That's
bands are like.
foolishness.
No, they are. They're the best. They pandered to me. I will pander exactly back. They're my favorite band in America.
That's what it made it even. They did a tribute to the show at halftime of the game on Saturday.
Real deal.
Yeah.
Full tribute to the show.
Pandering, that's cute. It's cute.
It was an honor.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh,
He's talking more
was grateful.
I'm thinking maybe if we can get, maybe if Iowa can, play better this year and going into next year, we can make that a ranked game. Then game day will be there, and then we can work on our marching band. Then.
Oh, okay. So
like
you're
that.
saying
I like that.
if Iowa, could
But like
get-
Iowa needed that win for their strength of schedule because Iowa State's like one of the tougher teams they played. Didn't get the win, so it's going to be hard for them.
We play Ohio State in a couple weeks.
You guys
Tyrese.
are
What do you-
bottom 5 in strength of schedule of the Big Ten. You
Doesn't
needed
matter.
that win for.
Doesn't
to
matter. We
continue-
play in the toughest conference in all the football.
Are you?
Are you nuts?
Do you guys agree with that? The
Big Ten is
the
playing
toughest.
very good football right now.
No. I didn't ask for that. You agree with that? That it's the toughest conference in football?
I think the AFC probably, if I had to guess, that's the toughest conference in football. So many good
What about
quarterbacks.
collegiate football?
Oh, okay, all right. The SEC is a real deal.
Okay.
Come on.
But
now.
right now, though,
3 teams in the top 10, Tyrese.
hey, right now it's Big Ten SEC.
So now you're talking about you're bragging about your conference as if you guys are. good.
We play in the conference, yeah.
But you
So,
guys
yeah,
aren't
I'm gonna
contributing to the success of that conference.
you guys are
right now.
holding down.
You guys are
the Big
bringing
Ten
them
is what
down.
he's saying.
No.
No. We played for a Big Ten championship last year, brother. I don't know.
Usually every year they're in it, Tyrese.
We're
to
talking
be fair.
about. We're talking about right now.
I know we are, but last time I checked, Iowa State isn't good enough to be in the Big Ten, so that's not a conference game. So that one doesn't really.
It's not good enough to be in the Big Ten. What are we talking about here? How are we not good enough? We could be if we want to. We're in the Big 12.
No, you can't because they just did the conference expansion.
Well, we stayed in the Big 12.
And they were actually,
we're
they were actually talking about Iowa State maybe being like, "Hey, let's get these guys with the MAC. Let's get them out of here."
No,
Yeah.
they
The
won't
MAC?
say that.
foolishness.
Yeah,
The MAC. Would you say that we're a basketball school? Is that what you would say?
Yes, without a doubt.
Okay. Well,
I think you would agree
the
with
better
that.
basketball resides in the Big 12. so
Agreed.
then that
West
would make sense.
Virginia, Kansas.
Yeah, sure.
But we also have a really good football program as well.
They're getting there.
They're getting
getting there.
And we just went to Big Ten country and
Smack them out.
get them out of there.
Wow, is Big 12 better than Big 10? That is something to think about. Because
As a conference. Now, I'm
Penn
not going to
State
speak
kind
on
of
the.
dampered that a little
Are we
bit.
talking about football? I'm not going to speak on the conference. I can speak on Iowa State, and you can speak on Iowa. And we know what that looks like.
All right, well, I'm happy this happened. Ty had a question for you, I think, and not about this.
Yeah, I did.
I am happy that happened.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was great. And
Shout out to Iowa, state of Iowa.
Yeah.
Casey's Pizza. You guys eat that up there?
Oh, okay. Breakfast pizza.
that is something that we will always agree on.
Yeah.
Look at that.
that's elite.
Put our swords
He knows.
aside.
Exactly.
Now
Put
we're
our
shaking
swords
hands. That's a Cyhawk handshake.
That's right. That's right.
Casey's
So-
gas station pizza.
That's what. It's a general store. Okay. More than just a gas station. It's a
I
general
like
store.
that. I like that right there.
All right,
That was good.
we just got to get that out there.
6:30 tonight, Cyhawk volleyball. That is for all the marbles.
Can't wait.
That is for all the marbles.
Put it on ESPN.
I assume it'll be found on the Big Ten Network.
Well, it depends where it's
ESPN
being
Plus.
played. Where's the game
ESPN
being?
Plus.
Where's the
Maybe
game being played? Is it?
At Carver.
Okay.
What does that mean?
I think.
That's Iowa.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I know, but what does that mean? They just went into Kinnick. Like this Iowa State generation.
Yeah,
isn't.
When the Kinnick,
you
you know.
ever played
Smacked.
you
I'm
ever
not
played a volleyball game at Carver? Fucking standing room only.
That's not true. It's incorrect.
How do you know?
I've been to a volleyball game at
Carver.
At Hilton.
Oh,
there it is.
Shit, it's at Iowa State.
Is that Iowa State? Oh, it's in Hilton.
It's gonna be tough. Hilton Magic. We're gonna have to deal with it. Okay.
How about a matter of fact you were? That's at Carver. It's a tough place to play.
Tough barn.
It's the only reason why you thought they were going to win. Turns out it's not even.
No, we got
it's different cities.
We got some great girls on the volleyball team.
I don't know. I just saw Iowa State's outside hitter right there. Real deal.
Yeah, but if you could go through,
Actually,
and
she looks like a lefty, probably weak side.
if you could find the Iowa volleyball graphic that I saw earlier this morning, that's kind of why my juices were, getting pumped up, and why I said, actually, I don't know if she was the libero per se, but we need our libero to have a big.
Was she wearing a different color jersey?
No, but she was also the only one on the graphic, so she could have been wearing a different.
Okay, guys. So
jersey.
she could play any position. Could be a setter.
Could be.
Could be a center. Could be a quarterback of the team.
She could be the head coach for all I know.
Wearing a uniform, interesting take.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like Russell Wilson.
There she is. Boom.
Got to be a
ready to go.
This is what fired you up?
That looks like it.
Yeah, you kidding me?
Look at the focus.
I mean,
Our graphic
if
was way
we're just comparing graphics.
We win that too.
I
We
understand
got a better
why.
graphic design team as well.
I believe she is a great volleyball player.
I agree.
The Iowa State graphic, though, a lot more energy.
Yeah. It's
a little bit more stoic here.
Yeah, what are we getting? It was a fist fight, or are we playing
It's on
volleyball? Yeah,
Volleyball.
pretty much. A lot of hand.
It's on ESPN Plus. That's what it said.
Okay, 6:30
Boom.
for all the marbles.
See you there.
Who runs the state? Who runs the state in sports? Is it the Cyclones or is it the Hawkeyes? We find out 6:30 ESPN Plus.
We're gonna find out tonight.
Well, I mean, we have that answer already, but go with your question, please.
God, I'm gonna be so torn up inside for you tomorrow when you wake up and you realize
3 straight sets.
Oh my God!
This evening, when you get the same text that you received on Saturday.
No, don't you dare! It's
gonna hurt.
Don't you dare!
You're gonna send an eat shit to volleyball tonight?
Yeah,
absolutely.
And we'll
Yeah,
just
put the
keep it
gold medal
rolling.
on the line.
Boom.
Gold medal. Gold medal.
Gold medal
game.
match.
Straight up.
No, I don't.
Straight up.
No, I don't know.
What
if
he'll put on the Iowa Hawkeye little band
Yeah,
thing.
you can have the Lisa Bluter bobblehead.
Boom.
And the Earnhardt.
Whoa.
Deal.
What do you say?
No, I don't know if that's something that I will sign up for.
Oh,
Why,
no
you
face.
nervous?
He's got no
Nervous?
face. Did you see the graphic? Oh my God.
You don't think the girls
Put
can
it
get
on
it
line.
done? Put it on the line.
Boom.
Put it online.
Holy shit.
Put it online.
Hey, live here in the
Put it
studio.
online.
Live here in the studio.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Whoa.
Ty. Good bad Ty.
Yeah.
Hey.
Holy shit.
W. A. Let's go.
I-O-W-A.
But what did I? Wait. What if I win? I don't
You
want
get
the
the
bobblehead.
Lisa Bluter
You get the
bobblehead.
Bluter
I don't want the bobblehead.
Well, I didn't want to have to do it, but you want the
No.
I definitely don't want that. That's awful.
No.
This is like a 1 of 50 popcorn bucket if you want this.
I don't want that either.
Are you
Ty
sure?
will sign it.
Just as rare as gold
Ty
medal.
will sign it. All right, anyways. Let's get.
I forgot what my question was too.
It was something about the Olympics. You said something about the Olympics. and
That's all right. Let's get.
We
to
went
the-
left.
Yeah, but the Olympics, we got to it.
We
The
did.
Olympic gold medals
We
on the
did.
line
Yeah,
tonight
exactly.
in a women's volleyball match. It's
ESPN Plus.
tips off, no sets off, spikes off, serves off,
Bumps that spike it. That's the way we
serves
like it.
off,
Boom.
boom, off at 6:30.
That's our motto, too.
Eastern on ESPN Plus. You guys are in trouble, I think.
No, I have faith in the Cyclones.
At home.
At home.
Yeah, that's why it's going to be even more devastating because of what just happened in Cyhawk Bowl. We'd be stupid not to ask you before we let you go. LeBron James, worst teammate you've ever had?
No, great teammate.
Okay, all right, that's big news.
Yeah.
That's big news because a lot of people say a lot of things about Bron. What was he like hanging out with?
Oh, great.
All those guys, not just Bron, but like everybody.
Yeah, everybody was super cool. Me being like the younger guy, I was just like asking a bunch of questions. I was asking guys about stories from when I was a kid following the league and didn't really understand. I'm asking questions like, what happened to that guy? What happened to this guy? And we played a lot of our group play games in Lille, different city in France. And so it was just us in the hotel, and we would all just, have dinner together and just talk hoops for hours and do that. And we had a lot of shared a lot of fun stories. It was a good time.
They talked about Ant and KD because KD was like his favorite player, and Ant got the chance to hang out with him, and he was like a little brother. There's a lot of clips they were doing it, and the oop from one to the other had to be so incredibly cool. Any moments like that for you? I assume a lot as the younger guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's anything out, like Ant's obviously was a lot more in a public setting because they threw the alley oop, and me, I was. But you understand what you get.
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
we
saying.
know you got that Bill Lambier vert.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
could've-
Mid-range.
Yeah, Bill Lambier vert. No, I mean,
because he's white.
no.
Is that
Now we're
what
going
you're saying?
left. Now you're going left.
Well, it depends which way. I'm trying to say Bill Lambier's going up. You're saying left and right. You say God can't jump.
No, I
He can
didn't say
dance
that.
too, can he?
I didn't say that.
He's got
Lambier can
moves.
dance.
We went from his jumper to then his vert.
Yeah, both of them.
Equally.
Superior automotive. Anyway.
I mean, yeah, but a lot of times, especially early in Vegas, like I'd be shooting on the hoop, and I think like Bron kind of like him and AD wanted to like work out there, and they were kind of just like, "Come work out with us." And I was like, "For real?" I was like, "Okay, that's pretty cool."
That's really cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
So Pacers are going to win it all this year?
Yeah.
No.
What do you want me to say? No.
No, I'm just chiming in. No.
You heard Joe Mazzulla say that was their toughest matchup.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
what
hang
was
the
that
banner.
series? 4-0. So I
mean-
tough. Real tough. Still came home with this thing, and we got the target right between our mother thighs, not on our backs.
That's not a real trophy, by the
That's
way.
not.
Yes,
real
it is.
trophy.
That's not the real
It
one.
looks yellow.
It's not yellow. It's gold, and I'd say you can touch it, but you can't. Can't till you get your own.
We feel good
Tyrese.
about the Pacers, though?
Yeah, I feel great about the Pacers.
I should be openly arrogant about the Pacers here on the program.
Yeah, of course you should.
You guys feel good. We got everybody back. TJ's back for another 4 years?
Everybody's back. TJ, 4 more years.
4 more years.
Yeah.
4 more
TJ
years.
McConnell. That's a big deal. Tyrese, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for stopping by. You said you would after the Olympics. The gold medal might live here forever.
Yeah, we'll
depending
see.
upon a volleyball match this evening. We're very thankful for that. Thank you for the New Jersey. Thank you for being so cool. And thank you for being a good representative of Indianapolis and Indiana. This city loves you, man. I think it was very apparent. I got to see it at Loud House whenever the place went crazy as soon as you popped up there. And then obviously when you go to the Fever, I assume it's the same thing. Keep doing your thing. It's a basketball state. They would love to get behind the Pacers if you go on a run.
For sure. Yes, sir. Appreciate
And
you
maybe
guys
pick
having
up the Dimers.
Yeah, I
Pick
need
up the
more.
Dimers,
Yeah.
get the Dimer to Hall of Fame on 2K. That's the goal.
3-point.
Yeah, it's kind of your thing.
Right.
Is the Dimers.
Yes.
Yeah, it is kind of your thing. And 2K is like, we'll see, kid. we'll see if that's your thing.
Lead the league.
We appreciate the hell out of you. Ladies and gentlemen, Olympic gold medalist. Might not have his
For
Olympic
now.
gold medal. At around 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. After the Cy-Hawk volleyball battle. If the Iowa Hawkeyes win, an Olympic gold medal lives in the Thunderdome forever. If Iowa State wins at home, Tyrese Haliburton gets a Lisa Bluter bobblehead. Stakes are high.
Or the popcorn bucket if he chooses.
Autographed popcorn bucket, too. Stakes are high, but that's where you like to live. Cool under pressure. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyrese Haliburton.
Yeah, Tyrese.
Appreciate it, my man.
Appreciate you, dude.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yeah, you should take it. You should get all the photos, too.
Yep.
Got till about 6:30, Got about 5 hours or so. Look how cool he looks.
It's a great fit. It really is.
Those shoes comfortable, pain loafers?
Those Doc Martens.
They are Doc Martens. Good call.
Wow.
Good eye.
Is that a good omen for the Hawks?
Could be.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tyrese Haliburton.
Hold on to that thing tight tonight.
Can't wait to watch that game.
I can't wait.
I know.
Yeah, was going to the Fever, but not anymore. I need eyes on this game.
6:30, what time is the Fever game?
7.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe on the phone while you're, multitask a little bit.
Service in there because they're sold out.
Halliburton's the man.
Yeah, he is.
He is the man.
Yeah.
Him having the role that he had for the Olympic team, too, is so, he's the perfect human for it. Mm-hmm. To talk shit to, and then also to realize the situation, enjoy it all, and then put out one of the biggest tweets of all time. When he ain't doing nothing in a group project and still getting an A, what a tweet.
Yeah.
I think Elon was even like, yeah, this is good usage of my platform.
Yeah, let's push this.
This is a pretty good little run here. I love the fact, though, that he could potentially Olympic teams.
For sure.
It's like that baton tossing thing. It's like, hey, we'll get some young guys in here so they experience the international play, what the Olympics are like, what it should be like, and then bang, now it's going to be your turn to continue to go. Good on you. Good on you, Tyrese. Good bet.
Yeah.
Great
Had to
bet.
do it. Had to do it.
I do fear that Iowa State is just winning everything in the Cy-Hawk battles.
They're not, but I also know next to nothing about our volleyball team. So,
but number 10 there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Can we get a ranking? Do we have rankings here? Can we get
number 3 in the nation?
Who is?
Iowa.
I think that's either for field hockey or for soccer. I know we're very stout.
Tone would just drop a ranking in the country just for any sport there?
Yes.
While we're talking.
There's a chance he would do that.
No. Tone, you are the person you are speaking about. So I know the West Virginia men's soccer team, number 1 in the country.
Still
number 1. I've rattled. I think they're 5-0 since we've gone to Morgantown. You've worn that jersey.
Wow.
Yeah, I think.
Our guy.
Yeah, our guy.
What was his name?
Dan Hurley.
Dog. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who's going to be with us all season on Wednesdays. Obviously, he used to be big. He used to be an offensive lineman. Now he acts as if he's an Army Ranger or a Navy SEAL. So he's in incredible shape. He only eats meat and fruit. Ladies and gentlemen, in the trenches is AQ Shipley.
Yay, AQ!
Way to go, AQ. Obviously, AQ looks good, feels good. Big football season vibes whenever AQ Shipley's in the Thunderdome. He is a father of 3, lives in Arizona, travels out to break some things down. That is not a sweat mark on his chest. That is actually a...
SEAL.
Yeah, exactly what I said in the intro. This man is living a special forces lifestyle and has nothing but respect, obviously. New tattoo, American flag draped around his arm. Obviously an incredible goatee and an incredible season. AQ, let's just jump right in. We heard a lot of Iowa State, Iowa bullshit, college football talk to each other there for the first 40 minutes or so, and I appreciate it. I love it. We might end up with an Olympic gold medal. Let's get back to some NFL conversation. NFL Week 1 wrapped up, obviously, on Monday night. As we look ahead to Week 2, what are some takeaways you had from the entirety of the Week 1 slate?
Yeah, the biggest takeaway for me was lack of preseason football. Everybody looked rusty on offense. I think defense, more instincts, like they can just go get the ball. I think that was great. They looked good. Offenses were way behind. I think penalties were up. I think scoring was down. I think across the board, everybody looked a little rusty, and I think that is because the lack of preseason football.
You played preseason. Obviously, you were a guy who was drafted in the 7th round. You were went to a bunch of different teams. You weren't going to get the opportunity to not play in the preseason in most cases that you were in throughout your 12-year career.
Yes.
But preseason football feels like you were a big fan of.
I was. I mean, for me, you know, especially later in my career, right? Years 10, 11, and 12, for me to get in there, the feels are completely different, right? When you're in practice, you just go through, you're working on everything, but the feels are different. You don't feel the butterflies. You don't feel the adrenaline. You don't feel that pop. Like, you got a little handshake deal with the defensive lineman. We're just trying to make it to September, right? But now we get in a game. We're playing the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's ones against ones. It's another team against another team, and you get that feel. You get the understanding of, you know, what the defense is going to give you. You're going to get so many different things that you don't get in just practice. So whenever it gets to the regular season, you don't have any of those feels. You don't have any of those looks. You don't have any of the different things that you're going to get. So then you get out there, and the biggest thing for offensive linemen that I saw, pick stunts, right? You don't get all those pick stunts in games. Guys weren't getting enough depth. You see a ton of linemen on the ground. I mean, there were so many of those things that you can point to, and I think that is due to lack of preseason football.
As they continue to roll out the analytics, though, of injuries and what happens and how your team does whenever you get hurt, especially at some positions, preseason reps are going to go down. Practice reps are already going down, obviously, because of analytics and everything like that. Shout out to that thing falling asleep. That was a pretty cool little landscape. That was nice. So rolling.
Like Iowa.
It did look like Iowa State's Iowa.
Of course.
More so than
Quad Cities.
Than Iowa. Quad Cities did look exactly like that. Was a beautiful town.
A lot of that in there.
Love to go there. But you don't hear a lot of players, eager to play preseason games unless it's like the really good ones. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, they played a quarter and a half of one of the preseason games. They obviously had the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens very successful in preseason, I think, because they play in the preseason. There's some teams that believe in it. Feels like there's some teams that don't. The future, though, I think is up in the air. I think it's only going to be 2 games because I think they're going to make it an 18-game season if we listen to what Roger Goodell told us at the draft up there in Detroit about having it end, I think, during Flag Day, too, so that the Super Bowl then leads into a Monday off because there's already a holiday that's taking place. That would just become Super Bowl day. Instead of whatever holiday it currently is, I think is the way he laid it out. You're saying preseason game is very important, though. And is it more so for the physical positions? Do you think it's for everything else? What style of player do you think needs preseason more than others?
I think specifically quarterbacks, receivers, and offensive line. I think, basically the offense, right? Like at the end of the day, I think there's so much timing and technique that goes into it. And when you when you go in practice, everything, you can sit there and say it's full speed. It's not full speed. You don't get full speed until the games pick up because the adrenaline makes you go a little bit faster than you go in practice. Everything makes you everything makes you go a little bit faster. And so the speed, the timing, everything picks up in games. And so you don't get that. So then when you get out and it's Brandon Ayuk and he's not used to running a route full speed in his first game, you know, there's some jitters. There's some things. Maybe he's not used to getting a ball exactly when he thinks he's going to get it, and he gets it. The offensive lineman, the zone blocks. It's the pick stunts passing off the games. It's all the different things that include timing and, you know, technique. And I think those are the positions that need it.
D-Bud, on defensive side, do you guys view it the same way?
Yeah, definitely. I know AQ just made it sound so simple. Just see ball, get ball, run fast. And
instincts.
You heard JJ, even we'll talk to him later, but he always talked about he wanted practice. He wanted preseason to get those feels in. I think the closest you can get to it is like joint practices, you know, because you don't have necessarily maybe not those same brother-in-law agreements during practice. It's another jersey, it's another team, you know, it's other coaches evaluate you as well. But it's going to be different because the biggest thing for defense is tackling to the ground. We never tackle in practice, you know, regardless joint practice or not. We never go to the ground, maybe outside of some goal line, short yardage periods, depending on the team and the coach. But tackling guys, so those angles, you know, when the clip we showed yesterday with Tyreek Hill, like, yeah, it's one thing if it's the scout team guy in practice, but then when that's 10 in the cut split running across are completely different. So making the checks, you mentioned the adrenaline, the ebbs and flows of the game. Then the coaches, you know, the coaches on the sideline have a bigger impact than people think because when we go to that sideline, Bill talked about it when he was on, it's quick adjustments. How smart are you? How much information can you gather? How much quality information am I bringing as a player to the sideline, to my coach? And then sometimes coaches maybe talk too much or maybe panic in certain situations. So it's a lot of things that go into it, which is why you don't want to overreact too much to week one. You kind of let every team, because every year, regardless of how much carryover you have in the roster or a coaching staff, it's going to be a different squad. So being out there with live fire with your squad is going to be different. So you would expect these teams, you would want these teams to get better week by week. And like I think Bill said as well, from week 1 to week 2, that's when you see kind of the biggest jump a lot of times.
Let me have no self-awareness and talk about myself in preseason versus you guys. I wanted to see balls fly in the stadium, and also I wanted to work with my gunner. I wanted my guys that were blocking me that have never played special teams before that are going to be blocking for me in the regular season.
Oh, yeah.
I want to have them there. I want to feel people at my feet that are actually trying to, you know, like take my legs off. Because in practice, nobody is getting around. It is
Halo.
It's like a quarterback situation for me and for Vinny whenever we're in practice. So like I wanted to experience that and feel that, and it's like I feel like it's going to go away. Offense was bad this week allegedly. That's what they're saying. Stats are saying yardage is down,
big time,
points down.
Yeah.
You believe that it's probably. I feel like you are saying that that's probably because of the preseason reps or the lack thereof.
Absolutely, it's 100% that. And I don't understand why teams would want to start off 0-1 or start off rusty. Why would you not want to come out and be 1-0 and start off on the right foot? I don't really get it.
Because they don't want to lose again. Yeah, you don't want to lose again. That's the big thing.
I get it.
Where we live in our fears, though.
Yeah,
come on, go.
I get it. Do that. You need the reps in order to, and more so than that, I think coaches need the reps.
Yeah.
I think, you know, a guy like a Zach Taylor who's calling plays for the first time down in Atlanta, like Kirk, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think played any preseason reps, right? Now you're calling plays to a guy that you've never called plays with before in a whole new system, in a whole new building, in a whole new offense and everything. And you know, like we've talked about a million times, there's a difference between calling plays and calling games.
Yes, and there's a flow to it all, and there's a familiarity, and obviously there's situations that arise, and if you know exactly what the person wants, you can kind of see the field in the exact same way. There's some videos of Kirk Cousins, too. I'm wondering about the Achilles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of that talk happening on the internet. I'm not making this up. I am just telling you there's a couple misplants where it looks like he's trying to get off it. There's a couple little scrambles that don't look natural. Kirk Cousins, we think, very, 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 very good quarterback. Always have, always will. But that situation down there is brewing already.
Yeah.
And they got a $180 million contract. How long do you kind of let it chill? And then you think about the Kansas City Chiefs. They're like, we're hitting the ground running. We want a home playoff game again.
Yeah.
Like that, there's just different mindsets in it all. Let's talk about one of the teams that has started out slowly, historically, especially in this current era, Cincinnati Bengals.
Aww.
Okay, this is the first time Joe Burrow has had a full training camp and being healthy. He had appendicitis, he had a knee, he had some other things. Every single training camp seemed like they were plagued, and they got off to a slow start. This year, obviously, it was the Jamar Chase contract. How's it going to go? Then he gets food poisoning the night before. Nonetheless, there's some clips coming out now of Joe Burrow and his wrist. Now, remember, Remember, he injured his wrist on a fall. This type of injury that takes place to the wrist has never happened to a quarterback. This is the first time it's ever happened. Normally, it's in a physical position, like a linebacker or a DB or a safety. I assume offensive linemen have had this type of injury, and we didn't know how it was going to respond. DB, I think, had this surgery, and he said his hand doesn't go back as far on the hand that it happened versus the other one. A.J. Hawk, I think, had the same thing. His hand goes back half the distance as what the other one does because of the injury to the wrist that Joe Burrow sustained. So this is the first time quarterback has had this happen, and wrist, very important, obviously. Whenever you're a linebacker or DB, you're thud, with boom, bang, pow. When you're a quarterback, obviously, the wrist is very important. I mean, it's the most important part of the entire thing, being able to spin it. Joe Burrow, there's some clips that they're taking and showcasing him battling a water bottle, him kind of working this entire thing. Is this something we should worry about?
I didn't see anything with the water bottle necessarily, but I mean, it's going to be something he have to get used to. Now, he did the difference between him and mine. I think AJ's probably, once I broke mine, like I still played that. See, you tape it up, you brace it up, you just play with the limited range of motion. For him, he had surgery immediately, took the right, however many months to heal, got back in practice, but it's still something he's going to have to get used to. And this is, like you mentioned, never happened to a quarterback, so it's something to keep an eye on. And he's been healthy coming in early into some seasons, and he struggled in those situations as well. So hopefully they get it figured out. Once again, no Jamar Chase, pretty much all offseason, him being in and out. Hopefully they can pick it up at some point. Still a bunch of talent on that offense. So I think he'll be all right.
Biggest upset of the weekend, they're saying, maybe in NFL history.
Yeah, look, I mean, my wrist would hurt too if I had to play against one of the best defenses in the NFL. I mean, when it comes down to it, when you got Gonzo out there giving Jamar Chase the flu, if you will.
Food poisoning.
Yeah, sure. I bet it was. I mean, he had 6 targets and 6 catches. He didn't have food poisoning on those routes, did he? But, hey, look, that's Christian Gonzalez football. And when you got Keon White breathing down your neck every single play because Trent Brown can't stop a cold. I love Trent Brown, one of my all-time favorite Patriots. But he's a little long in the tooth. If
long in the tooth? He's like 25, 26.
No. He isn't an old man by now. But look, the Patriots are going to do this to a lot of teams. And Bengals will probably be just fine. It's not like they have a tough test coming up. They just got the Chiefs, I think on the road this weekend.
Yeah, and the Jamar Chase deal obviously still being talked about. And Cincinnati Bengals slow starts are going to continue to be a conversation until they stop. But in the end, the Bengals, with Joe Burrow being healthy, and we assume Jamar Chase is going to play the entire season and everything's going to work out, the Bengals are going to be a team down the road once they figure it out. And maybe the Patriots are too.
Yeah, they definitely are. Pretty tough situation too. We're talking about preseason. Like T. Higgins kind of out of nowhere, just hamstring, not playing week 1. Doesn't look like he's playing week 2. Like that's got to be pretty tough.
Jamar Chase hasn't practiced. T. Higgins gets hurt. All of a sudden, Joe Burrow is healthy, but who else? I don't know.
Bingo.
Bengals are in an interesting spot. I appreciate what they're doing, though. They're doing something else to make money. They're doing a watch-along at the stadium. I like the good business out of Cincinnati.
Yeah, they need it.
We're selling the naming rights to the stadium. Paycor, let's make a little money. We're selling TVs out of here in the parking lot. Let's make a little money. Now they're selling tickets, $99. You can go watch the game against the Chiefs at Paycor Stadium, and you get a $25 voucher for concessions.
Ooh, not bad.
$99.
$99. That's not $100. Inflation's real, they say.
New TVs, brother. I mean, this isn't just some game.
You go back 20 years or so, this would be $9. And that's kind of how they're selling this entire thing. $99 to get a chance to go watch Paycor Stadium with a bunch of Bengals fans. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. You pay $99, you can watch this shit here. And I like that.
Pretty sweet.
That's a high price.
It's only really $74 because you get a $25 voucher.
Bingo. They're forcing you to go to the concessions. The parking, though, if we know anything about the parking downtown Cincinnati, very accessible, very easy.
Yeah, without a doubt.
People just walking across the street everywhere.
Yeah.
It'd be a great sight.
Cement trucks everywhere.
Hey, Bengals, we're behind you. Never forget it. These are things your team's actually doing, though.
Yeah.
So we have to talk about it. We like that they're doing it because back in the day, the Brown family, the Bengals would have never done any business. I like that they're starting to do business. I respect it. I appreciate it. They got a good team. Are they going to be good this year? We think so. Hour 2 on the other side. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. J.J. Watt joins us.
What?
Hello and welcome to Office Championship Wrestling live in Indianapolis, Indiana. Tonight we have a straight to hell match in which the devil will battle against our office wrestler, Dylan Boston. You might be wondering how we got here. Let's find out right now.
And now we have to make a deal with the devil.
Yeah, no big deal. Classic trial by combat situation. We got our champion, Dylan Bostic. All he's got to do, win the match, 1, 2, 3, and we're home safe.
The only man that would take the job to protect us from the devil himself, Dylan Bostic.
Like you mentioned, Pat, there's probably about 5 or 6 other guys we'd rather have in this position, but we'll take Bostic, I guess.
Not only are all of our souls on the line, the Office Championship Wrestling Championship presented by Natural Light is also on the line.
Jesus, the devil's trying to put Bostic straight to hell!
I do not want to go
Good
to
God,
hell!
no!
Don't do
Good
it!
God, no! Come on, Bostic, Pat!
Oh, no! Oh, my...
I'll see you in hell, Pat. The goddamn Easter Bunny's out here! What the hell's he doing here?
The Easter Bunny is obviously here to help Dylan Bostic. Wait a minute. No!
Oh, no!
The Easter Bunny's been on the devil's side this whole time. Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
What the hell's Jesus Christ doing here?
The power of Christ is compelling Dylan Bostic.
Look at this, Pat! Jesus Christ is bringing Bostic back to life! Jesus is going insane! And now Bostic's kicking wholesale ass in the ring!
Jesus Christ has come to help Dylan Bostic defeat the devil and defeat the Easter Bunny. What's gonna happen here?
Good God Almighty, it looks like he's going up in the scissor lift!
Jesus is lifting the scissor lift! Jesus is now telling Bostic to come down from
Don't do it, Bostic! Don't do it! Oh, my God!
Oh,
Bostic's dead! He's dead! You can't tell from home, but that scissor lift is about 8 stories up, Pat!
80 feet in the air! Oh, wait! He's tuning up the bed! The devil!
Super kick! Into the casket! The devil goes down! The devil goes down!
Jesus shuts the casket!
And
Straight back to
that's
hell! The devil goes straight back to hell, where he belongs!
With the assist from Jesus Christ of Nazareth!
Dylan Bostic saves the PMI Office's souls and wins the OCW Championship. Right.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
Why?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist!
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink.
Damn it!
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this beautiful White Wednesday, September 11, 2024. Hour 2 of the program starts now. Football is happening all around us. We are certainly going to chat about that. The Toxic Table is here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. 9-year NFL vet, host of Everything DB, Good D, Bad D. Ladies and gentlemen, Darius J. Butler.
Yes, sir. Baby D-Butch.
Live in studio in the Thunderdome, a man who breaks down the trenches for us each and every single week. 12-year NFL veteran, coach, player, Super Bowl champion, AQ Shipley.
AQ.
Jackie Moon for real, and live from Hammer, Todd, AP Tone. Tone, how's it going over there, pal?
It's going well. Tone, when he's in Hammer Downtown, fact checks.
It's Dahn time.
Yeah, we're not.
but when it's used in a sentence, it's the Hammer Downtown.
Okay,
but
whatever.
if we're talking about the
You don't
location,
abuse it.
whatever.
You're ruining it, yeah.
But Tone said in the first hour that Iowa was number 3 ranked volleyball team in the country, women's. Neither team playing tonight is ranked, Iowa State nor Iowa. Just wanted to get that off the record.
Okay. All right, so neither of them in top 25.
No. Pitt's actually the number 1 women's volleyball team in the country. So
wow, congrats
the more
to
you know.
Pittsburgh Panthers.
Pitt.
We did not know that. From Pittsburgh. Obviously, backyard brawl this weekend. West Virginia's about to
run wild, brother.
Just run wild all over the place. Don't.
I won't.
Pitt hire AD yet?
I think they're scouting. I believe they are scouting. There were some stories being told that athletic director for University of Pittsburgh that just got released from gig. Contract coming up anyways.
Okay.
So it was like contract coming up anyways. Not really same mindset on how things should go moving forward. I guess that involves like NIL and like branding and everything. So I guess there's just like contract up and a different direction. So they move along. But Pitt has no athletic director and they're taking on West Virginia. Okay. Okay, good luck. And we wish Penn State had no athletic director going into week one, obviously. If you do,
they just re-signed theirs for, I think, another 10 years.
Well, that's what they do up there.
Yep.
That's what they do. James Franklin, he's been coaching up there for how long now?
30 years, it feels like.
Legitimately, it does feel like it has been like multiple decades at this point. This feels like the year done it. What happened this past weekend? You made us look bad. You made West Virginia look bad.
Very
You come
bad.
into Morgantown, you beat the hell out of our team, even with a 2-hour delay. Okay, and West Virginia's still going to win the Big 12. Let's all relax. Let's not worry about that. Slow starters, what do you want? They like whenever the big lights are on. It was a daytime game. What do you expect from them? They're not going to be able to play their best ball. And then 2-hour delay, obviously, the boys got a little tight. They're high-speed athletes. That type of thing's not going to happen. But then you guys go Mac School, Bowling Green or whatever, and struggle. You make us look bad. You guys look bad. You make me look bad because I said you guys are going to be good this year. And now everybody's saying same old Penn State. Is that how you feel or no?
No, see, they were just working on some things. They wanted to get the run game solidified. They wanted to work on their passing game. They wanted to get some different things.
They want some live reps.
Yeah, they just wanted to get some things worked out, some kinks worked out that they can't get in practice in a live situation. There was never a doubt. I felt good about it the whole time.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, I was very worried. Drew Aller is a dog. He's from the state of Ohio. Speaking of the state of Ohio, here's a former president of Ohio, college football national champion for the Ohio State University, a Super Bowl champion with the Packers, the all-time leading tackler of that program, father of 10, A.J. Hawk. A.J., is it all fun and games for Penn State? Do their little chitter-chatter. USC, that's fun. You do your thing. Oregon, okay, it doesn't matter if you figure it out. Michigan, we saw what happened there. This is Ohio State's time. This is Ohio State's team. Ohio State has to win this year, right?
Yeah, of course. We know that. Why?
What about Penn State? Are you scared of Penn State at all?
I respect Penn State. Absolutely. 100% respect them. But I think even AQ would tell you deep down, like, he's hopeful for Penn State, but I don't know if he has a ton of confidence that they can make a run and win it all.
Ooh.
I feel like he nailed my sentiment right there.
Yeah, because, I mean, you're going to have to show me. I think is a big part of it, right?
I mean, I think it comes down to, these guys are, 100 to nothing over the first 2 weeks? I think Ohio State's done?
They gave up a field goal, I think. Or
6.
100 to 6?
Week.
Yeah.
Okay,
104 to 6.
Yeah.
They got a bye week this week. Get the boys some rest. They got a bye week.
Ohio State has a bye week?
Yeah, bye week coming up.
Bought away.
What a schedule.
Where are we at?
You got to take care of the bye. They got 2 bye weeks throughout the year, though. I know that.
Oh, my God. So we got a perfect schedule that had to be made in advance, right? They schedule these things out 5-10 years in advance.
Yeah.
So you got like a perfect schedule with a couple bye weeks. You know, we can work on some things, figure some things out, utilize all the money that's being, donated. We got a freshman who's allegedly, and I heard Geno Smith say this yesterday. Yeah. Geno Smith said this in an interview. He's going to be the best wide receiver of all time. This kid right here, Jeremiah Smith.
Bro, TV does not do justice how giant this kid is. A monster. He is huge physically, and you see him run away from people too.
6'3", 215.
6'3", true freshman.
But he looks so much bigger.
Oh,
he looks so big.
He's Geno's cousin, and Geno said, I've played with a lot of great receivers. Obviously, I got massive respect for a lot of receivers. I've seen this kid since he's 10 years old. This is going to be the best wide receiver of all time. And Kirk Herbstreit kind of had a similar reaction because I brought up Ryan Williams and I brought up Dylan Raiola, and then I was about to say Smith for Ohio State, and Herbie cuts it. He's like, the kid from Ohio State might be the best player that's ever played. And it's like,
crazy.
What? And then he comes in and has 2 tutties first week, 2 tutties second week. They're saying he's bigger, stronger, faster than everybody. Yeah. True freshman out there, and Will Howard can spin it. Yeah. And Chip Kelly's offense will get guys open. I mean, this is like, especially with the run game, 2 running backs, it's like, is this the year for Ohio State? Hey, we hope so.
Yep.
We hope so.
Come on, Bob.
Do you feel the same way as AQ, though? Deep down, do you like we're going to have to do it, though?
I'm not hopeful. I'm way more than hopeful for this team, no doubt. I think I texted you during the first game they played, I think, talking about Will Howard and their defense, how impressed I was.
Georgia, though.
Yeah.
Texas
too.
There's some great teams. Yeah, I'm not saying, like, there's some unbelievable teams up there now. It's going to be a fun playoff season.
Isn't that crazy? Like the Michigan game, and obviously we all thought it was going to go differently. We thought it was going to be close, especially with Wink and everything that their team is. Hey, we're going to play physical. Most physical teams, especially with 111,000 behind them, going to keep that game close. That's what I thought was going to happen. Instead, Texas goes in there and does their dance. does their dance. Did you see at the top of the tunnel before they came out? They had a little Boosie playing.
Yeah.
And it looked like they were the home team. Michigan was jogging out of their tunnel to go down the big tunnel that has the team on it. You know, that has been the home of a couple fights in the past. One way in, one way out for both teams in Michigan. I've never played there, but I've gotten a chance to be there. It is it's a cool place. It is a very cool place. But Texas is watching Michigan come out of the tunnel at the very beginning of the game. Sark standing there. They got Boosie playing in the tunnel. And it looks like, the visual was like, this Texas team knew.
They seem pretty confident, right? They seem pretty confident coming out of an away team's tunnel as well.
It looked like it was their tunnel. And that was the first time I think they've ever played there. I think that was they were obviously being talked about how 111,000, this is the big house, it's going to be this. It didn't feel like this Texas team was worried about a damn thing, the entirety. And I'm talking about people on the sideline. I'm talking about even whenever they have a couple turnover, they have a turnover on down or whatever, and it happens like you miss a kick and it goes back the other way. There wasn't even a single we're going to be okay. That type of confidence, I think, only comes from a team that truly thinks they can go. And it's either there's real that and then there's fake that. With them, as I'm standing on their sideline, I'm like, oh, this team feels like a team that thinks that they can go win this year. And it's their first year in the SEC. Could you fathom if they were able to pull that off? You got Georgia with a whole entire offseason of being pissed off. Just a whole entire offseason being pissed off. Didn't make college football playoff. Florida State was pissed. Okay. They're not us, right? We're the reigning national champions. We lose one fucking game in the last 30 games pretty much, and we don't make it into the college football playoff, and we're not allowed to bitch because Florida State is incredibly mad. Kirby Smart just all offseason.
Yeah.
Literally every single workout, every single practice. Not even in top 4 in the country last year, remember that? Lose the SEC championship in our home, do that entire thing. And they've come out and just dominated people. And it's like Ohio State looks the part, Texas looks the part, Georgia still very much Georgia. It's like what other teams are going to sneak in there and be a part of the conversation? With this 12-team playoff, obviously there's going to be a lot more in the chatter, but how big is the difference in the gap going to be from the top couple to 10 through 12? And I think if you listen to Saban and them guys talk about, you bring 12 teams in there, you're going to see some.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to see some. First week is supposed to be like a big week.
Yep.
It's going to be big, yeah. One-sided, potentially, is the message. I don't know if that's true this particular season because of the NIL and everything, but there already is seemingly leaders of the pack, and I'm excited to see who joins them.
Yeah, Ole Miss has been dominant, and even a team like Oregon, everyone's just kind of all right, Oregon, but it's been 2 weeks. They might turn it on and be unbelievable. But to your point about Texas, did you see the end zone cam of Quinn Ewers' first touchdown? When he threw that first ball to the tight end, they actually showed. As soon as he releases the ball, doesn't even watch it, turns directly to Michigan's D tackle and starts talking shit before they even scored the touchdown.
I'm telling you, the amount of confidence I saw on that sideline was, I don't think I've ever seen it before.
It's unreal.
I genuinely don't think I've ever, it was everybody.
It was authentic too. You said there's a difference between fake and authentic. Fake enthusiasm like that, there's a strength coach going, come on boys, let's get the game. Everyone keep your eyes on believe me, I do that with young kids all the time that I'm coaching. Hey guys, we can't be sitting on our helmets on the sidelines when our team's playing. Yeah, this is unbelievable. I think he looks to check to see if he's across the line of scrimmage, and then he's talking to old buddy.
Yeah, and because he could be potentially past line of scrimmage because he climbs up in the pocket. Once again, composure. Quinn Ewers is back. He's got a Manning in his quarterback room. Doesn't worry about it at all. College football is awesome this year. I'm very, very excited. You bring up Ole Miss, though. It's
dude.
Maybe.
Studs all over the place.
Maybe. Haven't really had to do anything, right? Obviously, they will. Lane Kiffin, I would love to see that for him. We just pulled up a clip from whenever he was the Raiders head coach. Do you know whenever he was coaching the Raiders in 2008, he sent Sebastian Janikowski out for a 76-yard field goal?
Oh, yeah. Remember that.
76. We pulled the clip.
I would. I'd send Seabass out there.
Absolutely. End of half, 76-yard field goal to Sebastian Janikowski. I think it was into the wind, too. There was the commentator said, into a little bit of a breeze here. Obviously, it doesn't make it to the end zone, but they were up 15-zip, so we assume that Seabass hitting 5 field goals. And Lane Kiffin's maybe let's make it 6 with a 76-yarder. And Janikowski has a massive leg. But I remembered this particular play because this weekend when Aubrey was lined up for 71, Greg Berhalter alongside Tom Brady were I think it's the first time this has ever been said. Brandon Aubrey from 71 here. And it's that is obviously a thing. one other time, and it was when Lane Kiffin was the head coach of the Raiders.
Yep.
His entire story, everywhere he's been, how it's gone, obviously a part of that football royalty family. If his team was to go in the SEC, it's like, that's great for college ball. And he's just been dunking on Paul Feinbaum.
Left and right.
Every other tweet, he's been going after him. It's like Lane Kiffin in the national prominence is good for college ball as well.
That's what's awesome this year, too, is typically in most years, like with these top 10 matchups, especially in like conference-wise, like we maybe get one of those per year, but because the Big Ten is so big and the SEC is so big, like there's a chance we're going to get 5 to 6 top 10 matchups in conference play like multiple times throughout the course of the year. Like everyone's talking about, the October 12th, that weekend where we get Oregon, Ohio State, and whoever Texas plays. I can't remember if it's Georgia or whoever, but
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. But there's going to be multiple weeks this year where we're getting like a Texas, Georgia, or a Texas, Ole Miss, like those types of games, and like that was never a thing in the past.
How about this weekend? Bama, Wisconsin. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, Ring of Honor member for the Houston Texans. He'll be a Hall of Famer soon enough. Former Defensive Player of the Year multiple time. He raised like $40 million for the city of Houston at one point. The host of Wednesdays, Mr. JJ Way. Bama, Wisconsin this weekend. Jacked up, fired up. Luke Fickell's got the boys ready or what?
I'm looking forward to it. Camp Randall Stadium, 11 a.m. kickoff. Get up and early at, what was it? Saw Matt Rule was talking about kegs and eggs. Let's get it rolling, Wisconsin. Let's start it out early.
Yeah, Coach Rule said he wants the games to kick off at 9 a.m. He said kegs and eggs in football. He said, I don't like waiting around. It's like, I would like a night game. I wouldn't mind waiting around. Sure. I wouldn't mind.
Wouldn't mind a little atmosphere build. Wouldn't mind sleeping in a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, Coach Rule, though, Sal, what are we talking about? Sleep. We're playing football. Yeah. That is all we're looking to do. Luke Fickell in Wisconsin, I'm not going to say, are you going? Obviously, you have a job that you have to do on Sunday for CBS, which you have crushed. Hey, good fit this last week.
Yeah, good start.
Good fit this last week. Hair looked phenomenal as well. Have you kept in touch with the Wisconsin team? Do you talk to them much?
My brother's going. Derek's going to the game this weekend, so we've been talking about it. Obviously, we have plenty of alumni that we discuss it with, and this is a big one. Everybody back in Wisconsin's excited about it, looking forward to it. There's no question Alabama is, the cream of the crop in college football. It's pretty incredible. I was actually down at their facility this offseason and saw all the national championship banners. It's pretty unbelievable when you stand there and you look at them all. So looking forward to this challenge, looking forward to the opportunity. We played LSU at Lambeau a few years ago and TJ was there and knocked them off. So really looking forward to the opportunity and sure hoping for a big Badger win.
Okay, good luck to Wisconsin. Jalen Milroe is excited to jump around. Mm-hmm. Jump around. Jump up and get down. Jump.
AJ knows about those 11 a.m. kickoffs. There's no joke. You're up at about 6 o'clock eating your breakfast and getting ready to roll for those 11 a.m. kicks.
Yeah, that Camp Randall, though, between the third and fourth, the jump around, that's probably the best atmosphere I've been a part of, the best, third and fourth quarter situation.
Okay, I like that.
Awesome.
Do we have a light show? We do, obviously.
Not at 11 a.m. Not at the 11 a.m. kickoff. There's no lights. But it's become a thing, obviously. Every other team now comes in and, they know about jump rounds, so they're like, we're going to jump harder than they jump. And they try to turn it into their own motivational factor, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you're
talking. Press box shakes, everything shakes. It registers on the seismograph. I think that's what it's called for earthquakes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, seismograph, definitely. I don't know how many seismic quakes it'll register, but Camp Randall is about to turn it up. And you talk about other teams trying to utilize the jump around to their benefit. I used to train to turn down for what, so that when Houston would, turn on, it was actually motivating me.
Yeah, just get ready.
Yeah, when I would see JJ doing his shit, it's like, actually, hey, losers, you're actually motivating me. Mm-hmm. So if this gets to a fourth down, I'm fucking ready. Just know that. So it can be used against you as well.
It seemed to work for you. You had a lot of success. Unfortunately, your squad didn't have the same success this past weekend.
Ooh. Turned down for what? Hey, what are you? Listen, that was a good game. It was a great game.
It was a great football game.
Now, Casario brings in Stephon Diggs and Joe Mixon, and obviously one goes for 160, the other has 2 touchdowns. Seems like everything the fucking Houston Texans are doing is working. Yeah. Okay, seems like everything is working down in Houston. And Joe Mixon,
Beautiful thing.
obviously a massive piece of it. C.J. Stroud's the real deal, though. This guy, that 3rd and 11 throw in the fourth quarter and the amount of confidence and where he put that ball to win the game, essentially ends the game as the Colts were coming back. In the loud house, the place was going crazy. This ball right here, boom, strike, first down. That's about the game right there. Now, obviously, they would pick up another one with Joe Mixon running, but like that throw is absurd. 3rd and 11, we just scored, got it within 2. We get them off the field there. Punt back. AR's about to do something absurd. We win. We win. We win.
Yeah.
Colts win. Colts win. Colts win. Instead, strike for a first down on 3rd and 11. That shouldn't happen with how loud it is. And then the way he reacted after he threw it, just like how casual he walked, it's like this dude is the guy. And another great game, though. It feels like the Colts-Texans games are starting to mean stuff again, you know? JJ's starting to really, heat up, it feels like.
It was a great game. It was a lot of fun. I mean, obviously, Colts lose, but 29-27, back and forth. You got some long touchdowns. I mean, Richardson's got a cannon on him, which is sweet. Slips, no big deal. Pops right up and throws a 60-yard bomb.
65.3 yards in the air. 65.3.
You can also run that rock. Probably not what you'd love to see, but it was really cool to see him lower his shoulder down there on the goal line and punch one in. Got to respect that. Your teammates respect it. He's going to power his way into the end zone. But it's a battle. It's always a battle. It does seem a little bit like Nico Collins is filling in that T.Y. Hilton role where he just absolutely dominates every time we play. So it's really cool. I love Nico, and I'm glad we have that on our side now because I've seen lots of balls go over my head to T.Y., and I'm happy that things are going the other way now. But it sure doesn't seem like the Loud House was that loud. I'm just saying. It's the Proud House, it's the Nico house, it's the Mixon house, it's
JJ.
Diggs house. I don't know. It was pretty nice. I like it early in the year. Just a nice little start to the year in the opponent's dome.
It's a little start. It's not little in a lot house. You see Tyrese Haliburton? You see this? Whole place was dead,
What
dead.
are you guys doing? Those are some big strokes. What are you guys doing?
No.
Yeah, of course. That's what happens. That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying.
Yeah. We almost fell.
Did you know
back? No, it's great. No, I'm glad it was enjoyable. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, did you know
it
back
looked like a lot of fun.
Excuse me. Do you know back in the World War, we flew?
No, I wasn't alive, so I don't remember.
Don't know if you have a brain though. Could have learned this post World War. We flew over and we dropped.
I didn't wear a Guardian cap, so.
Well, that's a whole other conversation. A couple were on the field the other day. Let's move along. There's helmet with Guardian cap. We flew over and we dropped just a bunch of Magnum condoms.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this story? Just make them think, hey, this is what's happening over here. That's what the Colts are doing with that thing. That's just like, this is what's happening in Indianapolis.
lot of these.
This is what's happening in Indianapolis. So it's a mental battle as well, if you want to bring that up. The Loud House.
Yeah, almost worked.
Almost. All right, JJ.
That 3rd down, it was live. Okay.
I was pounding a wall.
Was that this weekend? You were there?
Yeah, I was there. What are we talking?
Dude, you're impressive. I mean, I just gotta tip my cap to you. You do so much stuff. It's incredible.
I get to sit in a suite on the field. It's pretty cool.
So awesome.
It's actually it's like
so
a great
fun.
setup there.
The best.
It is a great setup. And Haliburton, he was like, he was a full participant. We're talking about watching every game. Oh, am I going to be on the Jumbotron? He asked earlier in the day, am I going to be on Jumbotron? It's like, probably. He goes,
I would say.
I want to be on the Jumbotron. It's like, you're going to be on the Jumbotron, Tyrese. So then he gets on the first time, and he sits down. He's like, oh, it's so cool. And it's like, yep. He goes, they're going to, and I said, they're going to put you on again. Yeah, probably. And he goes, I'm going to jump up on that thing. I'm like, all right, don't bust your shit. And he jumps up on there. He sits back down like a little kid. He took a picture with a mascot.
Yep.
Big thumbs up, big smile, a big pump. Take a picture. He was perfect in there. The whole stadium was like that. It was.
Look at Gump back there just rocking it. Love it.
Need some more fan participation.
At this point, he was sweating it out a little bit because the Dolphins.
Fins were in one. I didn't have my eyes on the clock. I was fighting it with the Fins in the first half.
Yeah, it's a cool setup. Shout out to the Colts for everything in there. And let's talk about something you do know a good amount about. TJ Watt had a phenomenal weekend, even though the refs were trying to hold him back. Obviously, he had a jump strip sack that was called a penalty. Now, his timing, impeccable. The film study, the preparation, everything. Boom, how you doing? Keep it moving. We don't know what the offense is going to look like, but we know TJ Watt and the defense is going to show up. And literally in super slow-mo, it's the most perfectly timed get-off maybe in the history of football. They call it a penalty. He's not happy. Then this happens with a referee we see. And I don't know him well enough. Maybe you do. What was he saying here? And what are your thoughts on TJ Watt's debut this weekend in Atlanta?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure they're just having a very respectful conversation. But obviously, he said that the ref told him that he was wrong, and which we all now know he was. But truthfully, watching it live and like when I'm texting him, what I'm telling him, I said, we both knew you were going to get called for that one. Like it just because it purely looked like it live, not because he actually was offside, but he was so fast off the ball. He timed it up so perfectly that it literally looks illegal. And so I was like, we knew you were going to get that one. But this is just all down to preparation. This is all down to film study. As a defensive lineman, as an outside linebacker, the biggest advantage you can possibly get is the snap count to be able to jump it. And he does so much study. He does so much film work. And also just on the field, you're just trying to pick up these little tips, whether it's the offensive line talking to each other, whether you can catch something in the huddle, whatever it may be. You can pick up those little things and get a jump like this. So it really, really, really hurts when you get it called back because the strip sack, fumble, all of that is just the best thing you can have, and all of your preparation paid off, and it got taken back.
Go ahead, AJ, on that note.
JJ, we see them calling this illegal formation, making the tackles, guards, everyone kind of get on the line. Their head breaks the belt line of the center. That's not exactly clear, I think, for a lot of people when you hear it. But do you think this will lead to more sacks for guys like your brother and people around the league because the tackles won't be able to sit back so far?
If they continue to call it, it's fantastic. Yes, because it makes it a fair fight. I said on Twitter last week when I was talking with Jason Kelsey, there's obviously two things that they can call offensive linemen for in this situation. One is lining up too deep, and the other one is when they jump the snap count and leave a little bit early. And we saw that one a lot last year. This year it looks like they're going with the deep alignment. Now, if you're jumping the snap count a little early, as a defensive lineman, I at least have a way to combat that a little bit, because I'm watching your outside knee for my get off. So if you move, I move. At least I can move at the same time as you. If you line up too deep in the backfield, there's nothing I can do to combat that. So it's extremely frustrating because we're both trying to get to a spot at the same time. And you're already lining up closer to that spot, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I actually want that one called more. But of course, I would love if they called them all. I just don't see it happening. I think they're trying to nip this in the bud early in the season. I don't think that the league wants flags slowing down the game. I don't think the fans like watching flags. And we all know it's an offensive game already anyway. So I hope they keep calling it, but I imagine that we're not going to see a whole lot more.
Hey, Q, why are you guys cheating? Why are you always cheating? Why are you guys cheating in this entire thing?
It's an absolute joke that they did that, and it's going to be gone in 2 weeks. It's going to be gone in 2 weeks. If you look at it.
Yeah, that's true.
It is. That was the point of emphasis that they wanted to make, and if you look at every single tackle that was called for it this weekend, their feet are lined perfectly on the guard. The guard is lining up on the center, so it's clear. The difference is the tackle's head's up because he's in a more vertical position, because that's what he has to do as a pass protector. But we just tried to get ticky-tack this weekend to make a point and make a point of emphasis.
Oh, you think it's bullshit? You don't think you guys are cheating? It seems like you guys are cheating. If you listen to what JJ said, we're both trying to get to the same spot. Now you're going to take an advantage and get even closer before the ball.
It's no different than TJ timing the snap. The same thing we're trying to time the snap.
You're timing the snap.
He didn't cross the line.
And what was illegal about where the tackle aligned? Tell me.
You're lined up legally. Your head has to cross the plane. Everybody knows the rules.
If that tackle leans forward, his head crossed. If he was in a three-point stance, his head would break the center.
Head forward, dumbass. That'd be great.
Yeah, we agree. You guys are always cheating over there.
It's there.
That's like me saying if I lean my head over the line of scrimmage, it's not illegal. So yeah, get my head back. Duh.
Well, that's
like I can bring my feet as close as I want.
His feet are in the exact same position, whether he's in a 3-point stance or a 2-point stance.
Yeah, why?
Shouldn't the rule be where your feet are?
It should be.
You got to be lined up with somebody. Your head doesn't who cares if you're 6'8" and you lean forward? Your feet are
correct.
spot.
But guess what? The rule is not the feet. It's currently the head. So you go off of the head.
Yeah.
The belt line.
Suck it, AQ.
Cheating.
Sorry, Q.
What are rules if we're not going to follow them? I guess. Oh, okay. We just make these up.
We just live in Ohio.
All right.
The Wild West.
And I'd be hard pressed to say his head's pretty damn even with the belt line there.
I don't disagree. That one doesn't look that
Yeah, that doesn't look bad at all.
Yeah, this one I didn't fully understand either whenever we circled it, but I think it was called because of the point of emphasis situation.
Yeah.
The early jump, right, was the big one from last year. That was the big conversation.
Taylor.
Are they looking at that as well? I assume that's a big piece of this entire thing. How do you feel about the early jump?
It's the same thing, right? Like, it's the same thing as the silent count. Just as TJ's watching the head come up, that's what the tackle does too. He looks, as soon as he sees the center's head start to come up, eyes out, kick. And if it's in super slow motion, a half a tick off, like, deal with it.
No, you're cheating.
That's what we're doing.
Bull.
A lot of flags
I agree
coming.
with that. I'm gonna be honest. I thought that was a sweat stain on your shirt until I just realized. What is it? A Gila Monster? What is it? What is
it's a
that?
seal. I feel like an asshole.
It's a seal.
Yeah, it's Navy SEALs. Yeah,
So you
Navy
support
SEALs,
the
Jake.
troops?
JJ
No.
hates America.
Why don't you be patriotic?
Take that one. Sorry.
Today of all days.
I'm not doing that.
Gila
On this
Monster, good
day,
guess, though.
jeez Louise. Yeah, you're right.
I'll take it. I take it. That was a mislip by me.
With an English hat on?
Wow, Burnley. Wow, London.
Big
You're
match
wearing
against
Irish hat.
Leeds. Big match against Leeds, brother.
You
Tell him,
are.
tell him.
Really?
Yeah, shout out to
Tell him,
Dublin, Ireland, J.R. Mines.
Oh, yeah.
Actually-
I thought I had my Layla's hat on.
Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, JJ, how'd you feel about the Sunday night game? Obviously, the Rams coming out without Aaron Donald goes to overtime. A lot of people thought maybe, these overtime rules, maybe we go to the, playoff rules when it comes to overtime. What'd you think about it? And what'd you see from the Lions and the Rams?
Yeah, it was obviously a great game. I am with you. I don't know if you're on my side or not, but I want overtime to be changed. It's got to be different. It's got to be more. I don't like it. I'm personally a big fan of college overtime. I know there's people out there that don't love it and or don't want it in the NFL, but I just think it's so much more exciting, so much more fun. In the end of these games, you don't have these situations where you're watching, Matt Stafford sit on the sideline and just watch the Lions ram the ball over and over and over again. But you got to give credit to the Lions. That last drive was awesome. That's who they are. That's who they want to be. That's who they claim to be. And every time they just kind of go out there and prove it. Just go ahead, straight down every single time, run downhill. It was very impressive.
Yeah, and I don't know. They changed the playoff rules for overtime where they get to answer regardless.
Because the Bills.
Because the Bills and the Chiefs, the situation that took place, and Josh Allen not getting able to answer, not being able to answer after a 13-second drive, whatever the case. What's that?
Bill's crying again, but don't you think it should just be all the same? Regular season playoff,
Yes, I don't know why they,
It's a timing thing, so they can get to the second wave of games. Is that the only reason?
Yeah, but overtime is what we're looking for. In overtime, kind of what we're looking for. And then when we get there, you would think, especially now, the Josh Allen one was the big conversation for the playoff one to change because he's young star against Patrick Mahomes. But Matthew Stafford in Detroit, already let it come back in overtime. We want to see that. So I don't know why the competition committee.
They all count.
And if it's
player safety,
colleges are.
I think that's what they would point to is probably the player safety, saying they don't want to play that many more plays, and it gives a chance. I don't know. I think professional sports, competitive sports, you want to try as hard as you can to find, the fairest outcome that leads to a victory for somebody, whether that's a
soccer team.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair point. That's
You're trying to change those rules too.
Yeah, you're trying to
change those too.
Yeah, you're trying to change. Yeah, we're all very flustered by that, but those rules come from hundreds of years ago. Hundreds and hundreds of years ago. D-Bud has a question for you, JJ.
Yeah, even with all these old linemen out here cheating, what D-line impressed you the most week one? Obviously going into week two, we know the Cowboys had 30 pressures, it seemed like, on Deshaun in Cleveland, but what D-line impressed you the most?
They obviously played extremely well. I thought I don't know if it was more the Ravens O-line or the Chiefs D-line, but I think Chris Jones obviously played extremely well, as he always does. I'm biased, obviously, but TJ had a great day. It was a lot of fun to watch him play and get after it. And Kirk, you got to see if he can be more mobile back there in those situations. But it's hard. It's an interesting thing. So, when we sit there on Sundays and we watch the games, we have all 12 games right in front of us. And you're trying to watch, individual players. You're trying to watch situations. You see the touchdowns happen. You see the Titans flip out a pick six to lose the game. So it is very difficult. You have to go back and rewatch to get all the intricacies of each position.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. We have obviously all these TVs, and then you have a setup of you're go and watch every game. Go and watch every game. And then you start watching, you're like, am I watching any of these fucking games? If I watch one game, am I watching more than if I'm trying to watch all of these games? I used to try to do it to keep up with the flow of the game. So sometimes some of these games, if you're not able to watch the entirety of it, you'll see the score. The score is not always indicative of what the actual game is. Try to watch the flow of the game and keep up with it. But even then, if one of the games gets good, it's hard not to just lock in on it, and then you just missed play of the day, play of the year maybe on his other one because of how the NFL is. That's why the Red Zone channel has done so well.
Gotta have one of the boxes. Gotta have.
Red Zone
Sure.
channel is the answer. And that's why Scott Hansen got that entrance that he got.
That's right.
Week 1. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you put the Red Zone in a corner box of a box of TVs, and if somehow they're delayed a little bit, now you start tricking yourself because you see a touchdown up here, and then like 2 minutes later you see a touchdown in here, and you're like, they just scored another touchdown. It's a.
Oh,
I mean,
what do you
watching
put-
multiple TVs is a skill.
And then what do you put sound on?
Oh yeah, that's another one. So I personally, obviously, TJ is playing he was playing in the 1 o'clock window, so I have him on my desk. I have him on the desk with the sound, and then I have all 12 of the other ones in front.
You're about to say something about people that are able to watch all the TVs. There's somebody at CBS that has the capability of doing that, it sounds like?
No, I'm talking like impressive fans, guys sitting there with his cooler full of beer and can he's been training at this for years and years. I've been playing. I haven't been training.
Agreed.
Once for years and years. So my buddy Evan sitting on the couch, phenomenal at it because he's been doing it for his whole career. I'm in my second year of watching 12 TVs. I still need to get reps. Still need to learn how to watch all these at one time.
It does feel like a little bit of and then I'll open my phone and Gumpy had found a clip somewhere already and it's been posted. It's like, when did that? I was watching that fucking game, wasn't I? I thought I was watching that game and it was like, no, I guess I looked over here. Tommy Townsend hit a 65-yard punt. Obviously, I got pretty jacked up about it. Completely missed a game-changing penalty on this side. It's awesome.
Kickers, historic day in the NFL for kickers. Let's give a shout out.
Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit because the NFL put out a 2-minute highlight of the kickers from around the league banging home 50-plus yard kicks. That's groupie, by the way. Hey, Blake, let's go, baby.
Big week.
Hey, that's
I'm sure the fan reaction was just through the roof. The engagement, I'm sure the engagement on that tweet was just skyrocketing.
Whoa,
JJ, I don't know what you're saying here. Okay, I don't know what you're trying to allude to. I will have you know this: the ball kicking positions are the gateway to the sport from the international crowd. Okay, so the amount of respect there is for bombing a ball with precision from 50-plus yards at a rate that we haven't seen in the NFL's history is certainly going to be respected. And then football fans, I'll have you know, they know. They know if they have a shitty kicker and they know if they have a good kicker. And I think that is more of a conversation piece nowadays than ever before because the parity of the league, but also with the style in which coaches are coaching and decisions that are being made, they're going for it a lot more down there in field goal range. So these long kicks are becoming much more prevalent because we're going to go for this 4th and 12 or 4th deep back, or we're going to let our kicker try to take a shot at it. If we give the ball up here or if we give it up 8 yards from here where it'd be set for a field goal, same thing with this offensive, defensive kind of game. I appreciate that coaches are going for longer kicks more, and the fact that kickers are knocking them through, I think that trend will continue. It's electrifying when somebody lines up from 71 yards. Okay, that is an electrifying moment for the sport of football, and if guys are going to continue to make them, coaches are going to continue to go for it. I love it. I love it, JJ.
It's awesome. Fun fact, I had Kaimi Fairbairn and Chris Boswell down in Houston. So I've been fortunate to watch a few of them. I believe they were deciding between the two. So that's a good decision to have to make, is to figure out which of those two you're going to go between.
Kaim murdered a 54-yarder, a 55-yarder in Indianapolis, hit like 3/4 of the way up the net. It was absolutely slaughtered. And then that Aubrey kid down in Dallas, he's so good. Moody goes 6 for 6. Remember, Moody, he played for Michigan the year before last season. So they go all the way to the national championship. Then he goes all the way into combine prep. Then he goes into pro day prep. Then he gets drafted. Then he's got training camp, or he's got rookie camp. Then he's got OTAs. Then he's got training camp. Then he's got regular season. I think his leg potentially got a little tired.
Go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, then he goes to the Super Bowl. You know, so I think his leg potentially got a little worn out. Like that would naturally happen no matter the age. So I think him coming out 6 for 6 first week, it's like feels like he's in a very good spot. He's a dog here. Has been for a long time. And then you look at like Tucker, he misses one.
Yeah.
We assume he's going to get better. Bucker's not going to miss.
Dog.
Negotiates his own deal after everything that happens this offseason.
McPherson.
Highest paid guy. Money Mac's going to be great. We got a guy here, Matt Gay, whenever he gets healthy, not going to miss.
No chance.
Missed the opening week. Highest paid guy in the league.
It's tough. Joey Sly had a great week.
I hope he's okay. Joey Sly?
We had punter crime. Steelers lost their punter. That was tough.
Yeah, that was
a weapon. Yeah.
You knew Cam? I assume, did you know Cam or no?
No, I just watched him and thought he has a very strong leg.
He's down there in Houston, for a long time, so I didn't know, if you
No, we didn't cross paths. We didn't cross. Oh, I saw him when I was up at Steelers camp.
Bill Burr. Looks just like Bill Burr.
Does look exactly like Bill Burr.
Are you going to play this year or no? Have we put that to bed?
No, not yet.
No, I don't have any. I don't have any plans to. That's for sure.
What an answer. That was a good prepared answer. What can I say that they won't understand? They can't really pin me either way.
It is awesome waking up on Monday morning and not feeling like you got completely run over by an Amtrak train. So I really enjoyed that. Every Monday that I wake up now, I'm like, oh yeah, this is why. This is nice.
So you just want to go ahead and say it then? You want to have those Mondays forever? Those Mondays are...
I enjoy them. And I also never lose. So it's pretty sweet also,
How's that CBS show?
Not never.
Great. A lot of fun. We had a good time. This is the first time we ever got to interview a player on the field after warm-ups, which was cool. So I got to talk to CJ and just kind of pick his brain there and see what he was thinking, ask him about his pregame meals. So I enjoyed that. I always wonder what guys eat pregame.
What was it?
He had eggs in a shake, eggs in a smoothie.
Milkshake?
So, what do we got? What was everybody here? I'm infatuated with pregame meals. What were your guys' pregame meals?
I'll go first. Bacon, egg, and cheese, muffin. I'd get the English muffin.
Sure.
Nice. I would toast it. Then I'm getting the scrambled cheese. If they have scrambled and cheese together, that's much better. But if they just have scrambled, I'm scooping top of scramble on the thing.
Oh, wait. You're taking it off the line.
What are you talking about?
Like, you're not having the guy make it at the omelet station?
Excuse me.
Because you're a punter? Is that why?
Excuse me. I'm a fucking sandwich maker. You think I need somebody else? Notorious sandwich maker. What are we even talking about?
I think we can be open and honest here. That's what this show does. The pre-made, possibly powdered eggs in the heater thing, not the best.
They are so good.
The best?
Right off the top of that thing. What are we talking about?
Get down low. No, you need some. I don't want the dry ones. I need to get down in the middle of that.
You want wet bin scrambled eggs?
Yeah, absolutely. Fresh. That's how when I'm making it home.
Yeah.
I want them fresh.
Yeah. Oh my God! Really?
I'm scooping about 9 scoops of those things fresh off the line right there because I don't want to wait for this guy to make an omelet.
No
I want
way.
to eat my eggs right now.
I'm not waiting in line either. I can make a fucking sandwich myself. JJ's like, I don't wait. First of all,
my God, you're scooping them out of the juice. You're scooping them out of
That's
the water.
disgusting.
I saw AJ do that in Cary, by the way.
You're scooping the crusty stuff off the top. I don't
crusty stuff. What are you talking about? The fucker lays perfectly on the English McMuffin. You know what I'm talking? It is a perfect thing.
Like a slice.
I'll even bang pow. Okay, then I'm going to a sandwich place, getting a slice of American cheese, putting that thing down. Guess what? We're going back to the bang pow.
Sure.
Put on
Layering
top
it.
of the cheese. Yep. So then you put bacon right on top of that thing. All of a sudden, what are we doing? We're winning the game today, because that particular sandwich right there. I would go get a little smoothie thing. Get a little, what's that super fruit they call acai? Acai. They say that will make me feel better. I'm like, not as good as Toradol, but I like what you're doing here with the smoothie in the entirety. So you're going to the omelet maker. You're taking the disgusting eggs. All right, sweet. Well, I'm happy we got it all covered. What did you eat, AQ? Pancakes?
I would go get like a scramble made from the omelet maker guy.
That was a good play. It was a
So it
weight,
was like some peppers, some bacon, some scrambled eggs. I always ate a banana and always had coffee.
D-Butch?
Same. Omelet, maybe a little oatmeal, or if I wait a little later, get that pasta, throw some protein on the side, maybe some salmon, piece of chicken or steak, depending on the day.
There's some people that don't eat before games, and then there's some people that are hilarious. I've seen a stack of flapjacks. I've seen people like housing food. I'm
Need the carbs.
And there's and they keep the pregame meal the same no matter what time you play, so that everybody's accommodated. So even if you're playing at 7 p.m., they have the breakfast available with the dinner, and even if you're playing at noon, they have dinner and breakfast available. So you might be there at 8 a.m. and the guy's got a full-blown plate of spaghetti and a filet next to you. It's an interesting place. You can see a lot of interesting stuff.
I was sandwiches all day, every day, no matter when it was. Oh, I would even dabble if they had a little chicken salad over there. Oh, my God.
Ooh, that's a dangerous move on game day.
No, it tasted delightful. I put a little lettuce on top of that. Oh, my. Chicken salad's making you dump your pants, JJ?
Possibly.
I mean, it could. It could. It might not, but it also might.
Oh, you're not rolling the dice there ever?
No, I'm not rolling the dice on that.
Can't roll the dice. No.
Just like I'm not rolling the dice on the powdered eggs in the pan. I mean,
So you go omelet. Anything else?
so I was eggs, oatmeal. I also always had this. This was near the end of my career, but they had this special Ethiopian coffee. I don't know what makes it different, but I had to have it every game day. So this Ethiopian coffee became like a big thing for me.
Those little animals, they would eat them, dump them out. That's the expensive coffee. They eat the beans and then they turd them out and then they scoop them up and make
Don't
your
bring
coffee.
up eating animals.
Yeah,
okay?
especially I'm living in Ohio.
No one's eating an animal there. I didn't eat an animal.
Well, that's what the city
coffee. We're talking coffee.
That's what the
in
city
Ethiopia.
manager said. That's what the city manager said.
We're talking coffee in
Right down
Ethiopia.
right down the road from me.
By the way, former president, it wasn't the dogs, okay? It was the cats, the geese.
Okay, jeez. What a wild night in America.
Hang on. I got it. You're telling me that I'm eating shit coffee here?
Yeah.
Drinking it, actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
drinking it.
Forgot to mention the nails you're eating
Hey, it's
too,
good,
brother.
though. It's really good.
Great. That's great. That's great.
90% luck, 10% poo.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
And when you get in there, you really just start taking it all over. Former teammate of yours is obviously in Cleveland. There's a lot going on again. Outside the playing field, obviously, very serious stuff taking place again outside the field. But on the field, there's a lot of questions as well. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, JJ, like Pat mentioned, I think a lot of stuff going on there obviously is going to get overblown by the media, but that's kind of just where we're at with Deshaun.
On the field.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. With the contract and everything. But what do you make of that whole situation? Now the clips coming out of Joel Bitonio being on his back and Deshaun goes to try to help him up and he kind of swats his hand away. Like, are people panicking too soon? Like, is Deshaun going to kind of find his footing? Obviously, when you played with him, he was a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. But how do you see that entire situation in Cleveland?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Cleveland and the expectations that they have, I think that there's a urgency to get those expectations to become reality. And I think that they understand, with the defense that they currently have, the lack of success over the last however many years, when you have a situation where you think you're going to be that good, you want that to happen. You want it to happen very quickly. And certainly didn't look great. Now you have to give credit to the Cowboys. Obviously, they're a very, very good football team. So you don't want to jump to complete conclusions on week one. But I think the overall sentiment of that Cleveland fan base is, hey, we kind of have ourselves a window here and we need to take advantage of that window. That's probably why they're feeling the way that they're feeling right now. And I don't blame them. In the NFL, windows are small and they close quickly and you have to take advantage when you have it. So I don't blame them for being like, we need to go.
How do you feel about the Niners? Their window's still wide ass open? I think so. I mean, watching them the other night, their window has been a long time now.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Buffalo Bills have had a long window that everybody thinks that, and people have tried to close it on them numerous different times. I don't know if Josh Allen's ever going to let that happen. He's jumping over people, doing his entire thing. But the Niners feels like their window is only extending and extending every single year. Obviously, a lot of contract stuff, and there's conversation about stuff, but massive win, prime time. Fred Warner's playing mid-season form already. Punch out in the first quarter, changes the entire game. This team is so good at football. They just so happen to be in the Chiefs era right now. Is that kind of the way to describe it?
I think we might be dealing with a few teams somewhat like that. When I think of the Niners and how unbelievably that team has been built and playing. I think of the Bills with Josh Allen and what they've had the opportunity they've had these last few years. We might have a situation in the NFL where we have a Hakeem Olajuwon, Charles Barkley, where you're just in the Jordan era. In a Patrick Ewing situation, you're in the Jordan era, you're playing against Mahomes and the Chiefs, and they just happen to be better at the current moment, and they win in the biggest game at the right time. Whereas, in a different alternate universe, maybe the Niners have a couple championships, maybe the Bills go on to win a couple championships, and the narratives are completely different. But there's this guy wearing a 1-5 in Kansas City that just happens to be taking all the championships at the moment.
Phil Mickelson, Powerade, you can go down the line in all these things that are very, very good, but happen to be in the same exact time frame as somebody who's so incredibly dominant. You think they go 3 straight? That's bananas to think about. But the way they came out so focused, like that team, the way they handled preseason, the way they've been talking literally since they won the last Super Bowl, it's like, now we're trying to do 3 straight. Like that's the entirety of it all. Have to get very lucky with injuries. They had the fastest guy in the history of the NFL Combine. Oh, and they know how to use it. They figured out how to use it too, apparently. Do you think they go 3 straight? That's crazy to even think about, especially with how much goes into it all.
It's extremely difficult to say otherwise because you don't want to look like a fool. I mean, last year people trying to pick different teams, and they are that good. They do have a coach that good. They do practice at the level you need to practice at. They do have the squad. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I would confidently pick anybody else over them. Now, again, you look at the Niners, they have a phenomenal team. I mean, it's crazy when you watch their games and you watch how many great players they have all over the field, every position. And then a guy like CMC goes down, and the guy who fills in for him just happened to have like 150 yards in an unbelievable game. Yeah. I do think the Texans are a team that has an opportunity to compete and to give them a run. But I think at the current moment, you just have to have the Chiefs, and then there's a tier 2 with teams that could possibly beat the Chiefs. And I do think the Ravens are in that, obviously shortened by a toe, just missed by a toe. But you can't take away from the Chiefs at this current moment.
And the Colts, obviously, you left them out, just lost by 2 to the Texans that he decided to put into this list of people at the top of the AFC. The AFC's deep. The AFC's deep. The NFC's deep. The NFC's got some teams. Like, I like the Lions a lot. Obviously, we all like the Lions a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like Niners time. How about the Eagles all of a sudden?
Sure.
How about the Eagles all of a sudden add another weapon in Saquon Barkley? I think we're going to see some of the Eagles tape a little bit later whenever we go in the trenches with AQ Shipley. And it's like, what about the Rams? You know, they come back, lead that thing to the overtime against the Lions, who everybody likes. It's like, what if the Rams are good?
Cowboys look good.
That's the beauty of this league, man. It's like people will write people off. Like I think about the Patriots. We had a full discussion on CBS this weekend about the AFC East and who's going to win that division. Every single one of us, myself included, I have to take my blame.
That's good journalistic standards.
Who's going to win?
Accountability.
Thank you. No, honorable thing to do. But we were talking about it's a 3-team race. You know, how are the Jets going to look? The Bills, the Dolphins. Nobody, not a single person mentioned the Patriots. And I think if you look at all those charts where they pick who's going to win this game this weekend, I don't know if anybody picked the Patriots to beat the Bengals. Yet all they did was go out there and play great football and find a way to win a game on the road. So you got to give credit to them, and that was impressive.
Go ahead, AJ.
JJ, AQ was speaking earlier about offenses, and more importantly, offense like receivers, running backs, quarterbacks, and even the offensive line needs, he feels like they need those preseason reps in games. I know some of these teams that have had success early through week 1, they played a little bit. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think offenses need to get in there and need to see some live action during the preseason?
Yeah, I do. I've always been a believer in that. I believe that it's timing, it's rhythm, and the speed of the game is faster in a regular season game, even from a preseason game. But the closest you can get to it is playing in a preseason game. I don't think joint practice is simulated enough, and I definitely don't think that regular practice is simulated enough. The only way that you can get true quality looks is by playing in games. So I do think it's more beneficial when you play a few snaps at least in the preseason, so that the first time you're doing it isn't out there in week 1.
Good news. In like 6 weeks, none of this is going to matter. We're going to know everything about everybody, and we're still going to have another 11 weeks left in the season. So we got nothing but time to figure it all out. We do wish that we would know immediately upon week 1, but that's not the way the cookie crumbles.
No, it's not.
Hey-oh! Can't wait to do one of those this year. Speaking of teams crumbling, Burnley's not crumbling at all, right? We're ascending. Nope. We are ascending right now. We are climbing that ladder to get back into the big league, right? That's what's currently happening with.
Oh, yeah. We got a big game this weekend at Ellen Road against Leeds. Big game.
That's a team.
Also owned by the 49ers ownership. So.
Oh, the York family.
NFL dynamic there.
They run a good. Hey, they run a good upper.
Tight ship.
Yeah,
Leeds away is a tough match, brother.
Who's the team?
It is.
Leeds away.
Leeds away.
L-E-E-D.
So Leeds away. You're the home team?
No, Leeds. Yes, away. Like Leeds, we are away at Leeds. The name of the team is not Leeds away. The team name is Leeds.
Leeds away.
Leeds United.
Leeds away. What city is Leeds away in?
Leeds. That's the city.
What county? Is that a county?
West Yorkshire.
So it's Leeds away, West Yorkshire, England is where
Beeston Leeds, West Yorkshire. It's all the same.
What?
Leeds away, Beeston, West Yorkshire.
Beeston.
We're in Lancashire.
Is it a home game?
It's not a town.
No, it's an away game. That's why it's away. Leeds away. We're away at Leeds.
At Ellen Road.
This is going to make it to English Twitter. This is going to be all over.
Christian Pulisic just scored again last night against New Zealand.
New Zealand, sweet.
And we tied.
Pochettino.
Beat him. How much you beat him by?
It was a tie.
The new gaff is there now. Everything's fine.
Yeah, Pochettino is going to turn it all around.
Ty was fun though.
Yeah,
that's the last time we're going to do that. Pochettino only gets dubs.
Big Ponch is going to take.
Connor, what did you post? You posted a picture. Everybody keeps tagging me in some picture that you posted saying that it looks like me on your diet. I don't know what that means. I didn't say it. People said it.
What photo?
But you posted some photo and everybody keeps tagging me in it.
What's Connor's diet?
I don't know.
Now it looks great.
Connor's jacked.
But I mean,
I don't know what
agree.
photo I posted.
Wow, what
there
is
was a photo. People keep tagging me in on Twitter.
I'd love to be a part of an inside joke.
There's a fat guy that kind of did look like me and JJ combined.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I did see that once.
Just some random fat guy?
Yeah, I took it as a compliment. I see the other side did not reciprocate those feelings.
Well, that's one of those things. Like people always say I look like you. It's
Well, those people do look like you.
That's happened. Yeah,
it happens a lot to me. Happens a lot
on the show sometimes. Right here.
I'm just pretty basic ass looking white, so I get that a lot.
Thank you.
Where are you at this weekend?
South Carolina, it's going to be amazing. And hour 3 of this program will continue on YouTube, ESPN Plus, and TikTok Live. Alex Smith will join us, and he's got a new podcast.
Wow.
Yeah, called The Glue Guys. Yeah, guys, keep it all together. We're back tomorrow. Goodbye. I think it's called The Glue Guys.
I think you're right.
If it's not, it should be.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
Dude, he's with make sure to check out the brand new Glue Guys podcast. Yep, okay, thought so. With Alex Smith, Shane Battier, and Ravi Gupta.
A lot of glue in there.
Yeah, it's the Glue Guys.
Love Shane Battier.
Love Shane.
All-time Heat
champion.
We learned about Ravi Gupta. He is a partner at Sequoia Capital.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy's a wealthy man.
He keeps Sequoia.
They have some AUM. They've got some assets under management there.
Yes, they certainly do, J.J. Watt.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of glue, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing how that stuff can keep things together.
Need them. Need glue.
that.
That's why we
I have a question for a glue guy of this show because I'm still learning about and fascinated about it. AP Tone.
What's up, brother?
Is there a week-to-week aspect to this, or is it just the end of the season? Is this college and NFL? I'm very interested.
Just the end of the season, but you're the only one that hasn't turned in their write-up for their position group yet this week, so that I can stay on top of the position groups week by week and build my case and build my report for the end of the season voting.
Okay, so it's not like the college AP poll. You don't also get to be a part of that.
No.
Damn.
Just NFL. He's trying to get to college. He wrote a book. About college. We're trying to get him. And I see you trying to bring that up for your brother there. You don't have to. He's already.
No, I was honestly curious because I mean, if it's a yearly thing, then it's tough to have a weekly conversation about it. I wanted to hear his rankings for the college AP poll, but because that's fascinating to me.
Yeah, who do you got?
In the college AP poll, I don't know. I don't watch it. I don't watch it closely
25.
enough. I mean, Georgia's got to be one. Texas 2.
25. You got the first two, right?
You're seeing the same picture as the AP, pal.
I mean, Bama's obviously up there. I don't know.
Put Ole Miss up there, man.
Nebraska. I like watching Ole Miss. I love that Lane Kiffin just attacks everyone. Like, no cares. Awesome.
You follow college ball. Ohio State, you failed to mention. They're obviously.
Oh, yeah. Ohio State, very good. Oregon, I'm sure, is good.
Missouri, rolling.
AQ squad.
Wisconsin gets a win. They'll be up here.
Absolutely. Especially.
Oh, yeah. Love to see NIU. Thomas Hammock, former Badger coach, coached my brother Derek in the running backs room. Went to NIU. Awesome guy. Very, very happy for them. Also saw that he was the next day recruiting via Twitter, which was awesome. That's a great story.
That's a good usage of the modern era, especially whenever, you got to strike while you're hot. Iron was hot for him. Did you see the boneyard they have at NIU? They say they take a lot of pride in upsetting folks and they have a bone for every big-time team they knocked off in sports history.
I love that.
Notre Dame's bone's getting added soon to this boneyard up there at NIU. I like that a lot because they're the NIU
Huskies.
So they love to eat.
Love bone.
They love boning.
Let me find the bone.
Mm-hmm.
And Notre Dame was the big old bone, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Notre Dame was a big
I wonder what
old
the cutoff
bone.
is.
Biggest
like
bone
what school what was the last school that they were like, no, they're not big enough to put on this wall?
I think it's it's a ranking, top 5 team. Got to be ranked top 5.
No.
When was Georgia Tech top 5?
Probably top
That was the first time.
BYU.
Oh, yeah.
BYU
It's right there next to my face. I certainly just pulled that from that. Journalistic Standards, thanks for correcting that. It's big names, big time.
Power 5.
Big wins.
Got Kansas twice.
Well,
they
Kansas
sucked
go
for a
ball.
long time.
Whoa. They didn't think they were worthy of a bone in a boneyard.
They stung for a long time. Unfortunately, they're good now. Kind of.
They are. Lance Leipold.
Yeah,
great
Buffalo.
coach. UW Whitewater.
He brought in a bunch of money over there, too, I think. Immediately upon getting there and showing success, they were able to fundraise some money. And this is the boneyard at NIU. Obviously, you see BYU, Minnesota rode the boat a bit. Is that Iowa?
Sure is.
Holy shit.
Nebraska, you keep rolling down. Iowa State's on there.
There's a Wisconsin on there. I'm curious when that's from. Drop that down.
Bama?
Oh, yeah. At Bama.
Kansas State, Wisconsin.
88. I mean, what are we doing?
That's a boneyard.
I wasn't even
83.
Yeah, but this is...
Not about you.
It's not about J.J. Watt. Okay, it's not about Wisconsin.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, the boneyards, I didn't realize it'd been going for that long.
That's an old dog.
It's a tradition, pal. Jeez, just like jump around. Jump around. Jump up, and get down. Jump.
Who the Mountaineers got this weekend?
We got a big one, obviously. We're going to win it. Pitt, backyard brawl.
Oh,
It's in
yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Love the backyard brawl.
It's in Pittsburgh, which...
Did you see the graphic that they put out? They were like, it was like the mascot standing across the bridge, and it's like it's the Pit Panther facing so his tail's behind him. But if your brain just sees it real quickly, it looks a little different. That was just random. We might want to pull that one up.
What are we talking about here, Jay? What do I need to think?
It was just I just
penis.
Oh, it looks like a dong.
Whoa, it does.
Which way is he facing?
Second, when I was scrolling past and saw it,
it's a tail, JJ. He's standing backwards. It's a tail.
It's a panther.
Is the Mountaineer naked?
No,
Is he smacking the Mountaineer with it? Is that what they're trying to imply?
He's not a moose. It's a panther. And it's tail, not a penis.
Oh.
And I don't like that it's curved the way it is to see the Mountaineer in the back.
Hanging to the left a little, yeah.
I don't like anything about this.
Oh, no. That's not good.
Can we zoom in past the tail? The clear tail?
I like the graphic people over there.
God, why's it so hairy?
Yeah.
Zoom on.
Snuffleupagus.
Zoom on.
It looks like Snuffleupagus.
Because that's just the exterior layer. The red
Zoom
rock.
on.
The red rock.
Thing on the
Is there any
Mountaineer's
more?
head?
That's it.
That's it.
Mushroom stamping.
Come on. Come on.
Just shirt cock.
That's it.
JJ, obviously, you were accurate in your description of what this was, but I didn't need to see this.
What a graphic. This is a great graphics team over there.
And look, they got, oh, mama, I'm in fear of my life.
I love Pittsburgh folks too, because they in the comments they were like, the bridge doesn't lead right there. That's not how it works. The bridge doesn't lead to the stadium like that.
That's
Very
true.
valid. Very valid.
True.
True. Goes to PNC.
I wonder what AI did here. I wonder what AI's been cooking around.
This might be fun with Grok.
No, Grok ain't doing that to the Mountaineer.
It could.
Grok ain't doing that to the Mountaineer.
Grok
So wait,
does some fun things.
JJ, we're all 6,000 Pitt fans upset about this? Or?
Tutty! Swing! Got him.
I am interested to see how many yellow seats there are. You know, because those stadium seats are loud. So whenever you turn on one of those games, a couple of those games, not all those games, I've been in a couple where that place has been filled up. Obviously, phenomenal fan base. Whenever there is a massive game, this is a big one. Hopefully, fill. Some of those Pitt games, they're like noon games against who gives a fuck University or whatever.
Sure.
Boy.
Yeah, it's like playing Duquesne.
Yeah, it looks like Carolina Panthers. Some of them look like that early. Now they fill in as it goes, in yada yada yada. This week will be a big one, but that is a real deal. That is a real deal there.
Pitt just beat Cincy, right?
Yeah, Pitt.
Cincy.
Narduz, he's been there a long time.
Yeah.
Narduz's been there a long time.
The Chris Bickle head football coach?
Boom. Get money to pay they got NIL. Pitt could be in a great spot. You know, like they could be with the money. In West Virginia, after the Penn State Nittany Lions, who can't play consistent football if their fucking lives depended on it.
Not good.
Jeez Louise, make us look bad against Bowling Green week 2. It's not just you guys look bad. We look bad. You know, you buried us again.
Yeah.
We need you guys to go on and do your thing.
They're going to go on.
West Virginia's going to win the Big 12, though. We all know that, JJ. So, obviously, you have to win this game.
I'm on the Mountaineers band. I'm with you. I'm on the Mountaineers band weekend. I'll join.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm right with the boys.
Okay, I'm on.
AJ, what's in the shaker bottle?
Yes. Oh, this little guy, little aminos, little energy drink type thing. Why?
I was just curious. I mean, when I see
just tastes good.
Bottle, I mean, there's generally
when I smoke cigars, I need a little sweet with it. So that's what it is. A little, pre-workout.
Gives you a little juice too. Connor thought it was urine.
Yeah, cat piss to be.
No, I've actually never drank my own piss or any animal's piss. To be clear, just to make that set the record.
You've eaten it though, haven't you?
All right.
I've eaten piss, eaten poop. No, never eaten poop from any animal.
All right. Some coffee.
Apparently I have. Apparently I have.
You were snapping their necks, though.
All right. We're going to get out of here.
Cat, damn it.
That's about 40 minutes away from me.
All right. Okay.
Snapped it up, dog.
All right. Wild time to be alive, JJ. We appreciate you joining us, genuinely.
Good time to lay out. All right, thank you.
Yeah, good luck to Leeds away this weekend.
Leeds away.
No. Good luck at Leeds.
At Leeds away. Ellen Road.
Yeah, they got a
Thank
problem. Bombs
Good luck.
on Leeds.
Good luck against the furry Panthers. Good luck.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, JJ Wall. Thank you, JJ. Let's get to a break. On the other side, we'll have Alex Smith, who's part of the Glue Guys podcast.
Yeah.
This is a uniquely decorated trio diving deep into what makes for great teams across sports and business. Ravi Gupta, one of the
Gupta guys
of Instacart.
Instacart fame, which is a phenomenal product.
Instacart. So they talk sports and business. Tune in on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or your preferred podcast player.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Talk to one of their hosts, Alex Smith, on the other side.
Wow, sweet.
Alex Smith, very good on TV. I assume the podcast is very good. Remember he used to be able to do with football? He could spin it.
Yeah, beat the shit out of the Patriots on banner night.
Certainly.
Killed them.
How many was it? It was big.
It was like 47-28 or something. It was Kareem Hunt's first game ever. Had like 3 touchdowns.
They would actually, that year, would go on to get home field advantage in the playoffs, have a bye week in the playoffs because they play so good. And so Alex Smith would rest the final game against the Denver Broncos because we're not getting anybody hurt. We already got our playoff seeding or whatever. Patrick Mahomes would go in and play that game as a rookie. That'd be the only game that he played. He would beat the Denver Broncos and would do a lot of shit I guess he was doing in practice against their number one team. And Alex Smith has best year of his football career. Phenomenal work. And they trade him to Washington and start Patrick Mahomes, who's this guy at Texas Tech. Didn't see him win a Heisman. What are we talking about?
It was 6-6.
Right, this guy, Alex Smith, just played. What are we doing? This is what we were waiting for Alex Smith. And then obviously, things would certainly turn out the way that they did.
Pretty good.
Alex Smith would go through some things, and then when he had Aaron Donald as a backpack.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? His first game back. It was wild. This dude's a dog. I'm a massive Alex Smith fan.
Aaron Donald on the sideline mic'd up. That motherfucking leg is strong.
Yeah, that's what he thinks because he was trying to get down. He wanted to go down. Alex Smith is a beast. I'm happy he's joining us. All right, we'll talk to him on the other side. Get his takes on everything happening around the NFL and maybe even some college ball. Because Utah.
Yeah.
Go Utes.
Played for Urban.
Utah's got a chance. Big 12. Wide ass open. West Virginia let Penn State kind of throw a little bit of a wrench in it, but we'll be back stronger than ever. But Utah, they're talking big things this year. All right, be a friend, tell a friend something nice about change their life, like our friends at Dude Wipes. We got Alex Smith on the other side. Take 5.
If you're the NCAA and you're sitting in that stupid office in Indianapolis where we happen to live, it's a great city. It's a great town. And there's a dumb institution that is ruling over college football. Because if you don't want these people dancing... Celebration, bitches!
What's a major? Is that the president's name?
Oh, that's Kurt Signatic. Do we like the NCAA? Do we like Pat? Do we love the Dukes?
I wish when I was asked, like, why did you punt? I could say my subcommittee recommended I punt.
Talk your shit. This guy's hot. a stand against the NCAA. Let them bull.
Let them bull.
Rest in peace, Dale. Moment of silence for Dale Earnhardt. Moment has passed. Thank you, Dale. This one's for 3. AJ Hawk, $5,000. This has been one of the coolest moments of my entire professional life. JMU! Thank you so much for the hospitality. JMU! You understand quickly that there's idiots making decisions in every single place that you would never guess idiots would be making decisions. You don't think bowl season deserves to have this situation cooking behind it? College football is better because JMU's football is crushing. College is better because what their football team is doing. The community is better. And the NCAA, yet again, adds to their long list of decisions. Look at that scene, bro, in the hills of Virginia. You know what? To hell with all of them. James Madison, right here. Right here. That chef looks damn good. I'd eat that guy's meat any day of the week. If you're able to bury this 33-yard field goal, kicking is easy is what you have said to kickers before. Others have on the internet. Now, 90 racks on the line. We believe. Oh! Kill the kid! Kill the kid! Our worst kid yet! 100 racks of charity. This dog stinks! And that's that the JMU are going to crush App State. They would crush anybody this weekend, especially in this city with how dumb the NCAA is. Let them bowl and let the boys dominate today.
In my Constitution, I have the First Amendment right to free speech. Pat has the Second Amendment right to take its sleeves off and show the bare arms all the time. But I'm saying, if we are so lucky to go undefeated this year, and we end up winning in a bowl game, if we get in, I'm going to use my First Amendment to declare the JMU Dukes national champions. Like UCF. I'm just going to say it, and come and stop me. Time to coach.
I'm jacked. I am. It's working. All of it's working.
They'll have one loss because App State is beating JMU Mountaineers, baby. They're gonna dog shit all over this dumb place. App State forever. Yeah, fuck you too. How about that?
Hey,
Why?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink.
Damn it! Your friend tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. On this Wild Wednesday, September 11th, 2024, Hour 3 of the program starts right now. Football! It is the greatest. That's AJ Hawk. That's AJ Hawk. The Talks Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler's here.
Yes,
Very cool.
Butch.
What's the matchup show? What's the matchup show?
NFL matchup.
Yeah.
Sal Powell and Greg Cosell.
Available
on ESPN, ESPN2, and ESPN Plus.
When?
Watch it.
When will we watch it?
Saturday morning, Sunday morning.
Okay, let's make sure we check that out. Another year. New studio? Did I see you in a new studio, new set?
No, same studio out in NFL Films.
Okay, of course. Of course, I saw.
Look, dude,
No, they added a couple things.
I saw a clip. I saw a clip, a photo.
I didn't see the photo.
That's why I think you posted the. I think it would have been from your account. I thought I saw something different. I guess I did
New
not.
trinkets on the desk.
Yeah.
Maybe different visual. It looked good. Whatever the case was, breaking down a lot of film.
I'm not sure what we're talking about here.
I legitimately thought I saw you standing somewhere at a.
Oh no, that's different. That's different. I did stuff with NFL Pro. That was at NFL out in L.A.
Okay.
See?
Okay. All right. Okay. So I did.
Yeah, it was different.
Okay. There it is.
NFL
There it
Plus.
is.
NFL Plus Premium.
Mm-hmm.
To get NFL Plus. No.
Pro.
You need NFL Plus Premium. To get NFL Pro.
There we go. There we
It's
go.
on hand up.
It's worth it though.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Good stuff.
You guys are both off twice, 2 different times.
No.
Both of you
How's
individually
that?
off separately,
No.
but twice through that entire thing.
Early
That was
for the week, too.
I thought we're all seeing the field the same way there too. I thought for sure because we all know that NFL Plus Premium is the home of NFL Pro. See,
Boom.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like we did it the first time. That's
good. That's early in the
Fucking
season.
said it was.
That's 12-year NFL vet, Super Bowl champion AQ Shipley. Hey, good to see you. Let's go to Hammer. Todd. AP Tone's there. Tone, good to see you. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who's great on television. We hope we see more of that, actually. He went to Utah, 3-time Pro Bowler, absolute stud and stallion quarterback. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Smith. Do you know about NFL Plus? Alex?
I am a subscriber. I doubled up on that app. Yep.
You get it.
Have you seen the NFL Pro? It is phenomenal, especially if you're going to do TV stuff. You can just search shit. They search for you. There's AI. There's clips. They sync up like third down plays with what you need when you search it. It literally is like a database for anybody that needs to be on TV for NFL stuff, Gomble on NFL stuff, fantasy football on NFL stuff, or just mark out.
Yeah,
just mark out about it.
I do not know about the Pro, but maybe I need to step up my game.
Oh my God, Alex, you definitely do. How is the season off to for you, TV-wise? Do we feel good? I know you traveled a little bit and everything. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was a wild first week, dude. I thought Adam Schefter was going to have a meltdown. I mean, it was like every commercial break, he was just fucking shouting breaking news out from the upper deck. Yeah, it was awesome. ESPN sent me out to a bunch of training camps this year, which was cool. So I got to sit down with a bunch of QBs, I'll be kind of running out as the season goes on. So I got to go stop by New York last week and talk to our boy Aaron before the game, which was cool. I haven't seen him in a little while. It was a little weird to be, 20 years since we got drafted in that class. So it was cool to sit down and talk with him after everything he's been through, and then even touch on kind of the Lake stuff. Even though ours were different, but still similar kind of things to come back from.
Yeah, pretty cool that you two have remained in contact and friendly with how it was all kind of painted draft night, obviously. Northern California kid in the draft. He's going to do it. He's a Niners fan, I think, growing up. Here we go. And then it doesn't happen that way. He slides down, goes to Green Bay, sits for 4 years, becomes obviously the human he is. You have the journey. You have the fact that you two tied together, but also still remaining. That conversation looked genuine. I watched it from this past weekend. It was awesome. Any other convos that you've already had that we should be excited about? Like, did you go to San Fran? Have you talked to Brock Purdy?
I did sit down with Purdy. I mean, I'm lucky enough I live here, so that was an easy trip down, easy travel. Went out to KC, talked to Pat and Kelsey. Made my way out to Atlanta, talked to Kirk Cousins, and then also got up to Detroit and talked to Goff, another NorCal kid. So, yeah, it was fun to kind of tie them all together. ESPN's so big, man, that they can interview everywhere, so they can kind of add these pieces in. Like, we had a cool little QB room piece that ran. Drew Bledsoe was the hit of that one, man, talking about his time obviously mentoring Brady and then Romo and kind of the difference of the two. So a bunch of these will be rolling out during the year. So yeah, it's been fun.
All right, let's talk about Brock Purdy. Let's talk about Brock Purdy. Why is he so good, Alex, if you had to guess? Now, there's 1,000 takes that have been had about Brock Purdy, and I assume, you've heard them all. We all have. But why do you think, if you had to break down why Brock Purdy's good, why is he good?
Yeah, I do this in like all these pieces that I'm going to talking to these QBs is kind of like what makes asking the guys themselves. Everybody has an opinion on what makes a good quarterback, and I went around and wanted to talk to everybody, right? Like ask Aaron what makes a good quarterback. If you're a GM, who you drafting? What are you looking for? And I think like we've just been off base on quarterbacks, right? Like they aren't measurables. It's nothing you can actually gain from the combine, right? Like I just don't think that stuff matters playing quarterback in the NFL. There's so many things that are not quantifiable and you have to be able to like sit down with somebody, find how they're like wired, how they're motivated, right? You got to turn on the film and see what kind of instincts they have. Certainly, for Purdy, like I think he's got the most courage in the pocket than anybody in the NFL. I mean, this guy stands in there and take hits, and he is just like unflinching, right? Like his focus downfield never wavers. It's a gift of his. Obviously, he's accurate, but like I think that poise and courage is something that, again, like how do you quantify it? And we're so caught up in size and speed and arm strength and hand size and shit like that. And like, again, none of that stuff I really think matters. This guy can play ball, and he's been playing ball at a high level for a long time. And yet, again, he falls to the last pick in the draft. Like, how does that happen? So I think it's a fascinating discussion, man. And he's a baller, man. I don't know how you don't turn on the film the last couple of years and see what he's doing week in and week out. I know it's a good situation, but there's not a good quarterback in the NFL that's not in a good situation. So I'm a huge fan of Brock's, man. I think he's a huge reason why they're so good and going to continue to be good.
He makes some massive throws. I mean, he'll step in there. And to your point about there isn't a single good quarterback in the league or in the history of the league that didn't have a good situation, kind of around him. That's a part of football. Yeah, you're going to need other people on the field. What they've been able to do, though, over there, truly phenomenal work from the front office with John. I mean, every position, they have somebody that's at the highest paid. Now, granted, that's because you can do that with Brock Purdy because he's making whatever $900,000 a year as opposed to $60 million is what Dak Prescott, just signed for or whatever. So, like, there's certainly a benefit to that whole factor. But them being able to keep everybody seemingly knowing that Brock's deal is on around the corner, it's like Lynch has done a great job with that team as well, I feel like.
I think from a personnel standpoint, they've been better late in the draft and in free agency than like in the first round. I mean, you look at some of they've actually like had some misses in the first round, but you look at like their rounds 3 and on, like the draft picks that they've hit, they're all pros. I mean, it's crazy. Like obviously Purdy an example of that, but like George Kittle is a 5th round pick, man. And like, I know in hindsight, it's like, oh, look at this guy, but no one knew it at the time. Like even Jordan Mason, I know it, the news on Monday night that, oh, McCaffrey's not playing, like the sky's falling. All of a sudden, every guy's changing their pick to the Jets. And like all Jordan Mason does is go out and, rip off, 150. So they're great. They've been identifying talent in the back end of the draft. It's been a strength of Kyle's, I think, for a long time, John Lynch, since they've been together. And the crazy thing is I don't think people realize is like how long those two have been together, right? And how unified they are and on the same page. I think they're the second longest tenured head coach GM in the NFL. So when you have that kind of stability, you can afford to have that. And then the luxury of having like 8 of the highest paid dudes at their position on top of it. And I think it's really a matter of can they stay healthy? Can they keep those guys healthy? Because when they do, they'll beat anybody.
They're so fun to watch, Alex. The defense is so fun to watch. Like, they just fly around. And then Brock Purdy with that offense, with the movement and everything. And then Trent, you're watching like literally a goat work every time you're out there. It is, how long is this window? Yeah, how long is this window?
Fred Warner, 3rd round pick.
So good.
Yeah.
Hufanga.
So good. Literally.
Yeah. That right tackle, McKivitz, well, he's like a 5th round pick. I mean, I know he's not an all pro, but he's a starting right tackle. Like they just, they find these guys all over the place.
Congrats to them. Go ahead, AJ.
Alex, speaking of the Cowboys and Dak Prescott, obviously got the new deal and everything. Is this the year? Do you think when you watch the Cowboys, obviously it's only through 1 week, and this is the question everyone wants to ask on every network, but can you actually see them putting it together when it really matters? The Cowboys finally?
Yeah, I didn't think they had a great offseason, to be honest. Like, what did they actually do to get better? They kind of got ran out of their own building by Green Bay in the playoffs, and it's like, what? They lost their defensive coordinator. A crazy, ridiculous amount of this offense runs through CeeDee Lamb. They didn't really add any pieces. Obviously re-signed him back. They lost their running back and replaced him with a couple older guys. So it was hard for me to see how they improved. For me, though, I was blown away by how good they played on Sunday. They absolutely just dominated a Browns team at home that's a playoff team. And I thought that, they outcoached. Mike McCarthy takes a lot of flack. They completely outcoached that Cleveland Browns staff. And I think this is a team that could, I think it'll look different than last year, AJ. I don't think they'll put up the gaudy offensive numbers that they did because they don't necessarily have the horses. But I think they can be really efficient. I think Dak's one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the NFL. And I think with this defense that can be elite, I think it just looks different, right? I think they're going to play a different style, play more complementary football. It won't be this wide open thing that kind of we saw the last couple of years. Like, I think they're going to be opportunistic on offense at times, but play good team football. I mean, that defensive line took over that game last week in Cleveland.
Micah's awesome. It's just so athletic, so awesome, so instinctive. It's just like everything about it with Zimmer kind of leading the way too. Historically great defensive coordinator. Excited to see if this is the year for the Cowboys. You talked about Mike McCarthy, who takes a lot of flack. He's in the last year of his contract. D-Butch got a question for you about coaching.
Yeah, Alex, I know you spent some time with Andy Reid, and we don't see him a bunch behind the scenes. At least I don't. What we do see, hey, he's kind of jovial, but I know some friends that have played for him. It's like, hey, he's kind of a hard ass. He's going to prepare you for the game. What makes Andy Reid so great, I guess, behind the scenes, having his teams prepared to go out and win? It seems like they're always ready, whether it's week one or coming in a big playoff game.
Yeah, I mean, I think Andy has a couple of huge strengths. One, listen, man, he loves what he does, right? Like, he absolutely was meant to be a football coach. And he's almost like your old, like, high school gym coach, man. Like, he's a teacher at heart. When he's doing offensive installation, man, he's coaching every single position. It's crazy. I mean, he's teaching the receivers how to line up and get in and out of breaks. He's teaching Kelsey how to work against leverage. He's teaching the right tackle how to get out of his stance. He's obviously teaching the quarterback. I mean, he's in that room every single day. And so it's unique in that regard. And then I think his positivity. Man, this isn't a guy that's trying to put anybody into a box. And I think that's been a strength of his. Like, look at the quarterbacks that he's had success with over the years. They're all different. They all have a different skill set. And there's so many coaches, I think, that know a playbook, right? They know this playbook, and then they try to find pieces that fit that playbook. That's not Andy. Man, Andy's going to, obviously kind of continue to manipulate and create the offense around the guys that he has. And, like, you would never see – look at Patrick and Kelsey, like, two of the best improvisational players, I think, at their position, maybe in history.
Yeah.
And, like, that's really a credit to Andy. Like, he empowers them, like, he's not – making them fit some other way. Hey, when Patrick came out of college, this gunslinger thing, like, he didn't try to, like, put him in a box. Like, again, like, utilize his strengths. And so you're seeing, like, obviously the fruits of that. But, like, you guys know, there's so many coaches that are so negative, right? Like, you get in there and you got to do it this way. You got to do it my way. And Andy's just not like that, right? And I think another thing is he really does a great job of eliminating distractions. Right? Like, these guys play free. There's so much noise around these buildings and drama, and Andy, like, is unfazed by it. He's always just focused on football. And I think when your head coach, like the leader of your building, operates like that, like, I do think you kind of take your cues from it.
Yeah, I think you set the tone. You kind of take on the character of your coach is what normally shows are. Andy Reid loves cheeseburgers.
Yes, he does.
Lives for him.
Yes, he does.
Okay, so that's a real deal. Like, we're talking, holy shit, what a nice gift. You bring this man a cheeseburger any time of day?
Pat, his final words, every single team meeting, the night before the game, kind of, you've done your positional meetings, you did your special teams, your unit meetings, and then you come together as a team. Final words for the team every single night before a game is, I'm going to treat you guys to a cheeseburger. and then you break for team snack, and there's cheeseburgers.
That's awesome. That's like Rex Ryan. Everybody remembers that meeting because Rex Ryan during Hard Knocks show, let's go get a fucking snack.
Yeah.
That's how he ended that meeting there. Cheeseburger's a real deal love fest for Andy Reid. I like that because I thought it was just a gimmick, because he's a little bit
cheeseburger.
Yes, that's what. Yeah, I thought it was a little bit of a gimmick, but it's not a gimmick at all. This is a real deal with Andy Reid, and it feels like players do love him. They're a big ass cheeseburger.
Yep.
Okay, so this is a real deal.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah.
That's a big ass cheeseburger right there.
It's good looking.
Big in and out guy, Andy Reid.
How about you? What is your favorite burger?
Yeah, man, I'm a California kid, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that, but like you've tried other burgers though, and you've been like, you know what, we're not lied to.
I've done the Whataburger and all this stuff. I feel like it's pretty regional wherever you grow up. But yeah, no, I'm like, if I'm going to partake in some fast food, yeah, I would prefer In-N-Out.
Oh, we don't partake in fast food. Okay, that's what.
No, I do. I've got 3 kids. I definitely partake, but
You're going In-N-Out over, let's say McDonald's.
Yeah.
Five Guys.
Whoa.
I don't think so. Quarter pounder with cheese is the best burger on earth. And people get mad at me for that. I come from a sandwich town, so I don't want to hear it. Okay, I got a lot of respect for sandwiches and everything like that. Burger, pound for pound, every single day, going to show up for you. Quarter pounder with cheese from McDonald's. Going to show up every single time for you. Always.
Don't sleep on the Whopper. Whopper gets slept on.
Whopper's not bad for breakfast, but if we're talking like what's the best burger out there?
Five Guys.
Five Guys is delightful.
Standard.
Shake
Five
Shack.
Guys is
There's no drive-through,
Shake Shack.
Darius.
Oh,
like
true.
it's in a different classification.
Yeah, you got to get in, walk in, and they put that thing. You watch them.
Yeah, you do get to see the art.
Get it fry down.
Yep.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Fry, a lot of fries.
So much
I was
grease.
gonna say you got to put a Depends in there with it.
Yeah.
'cause you know that thing's coming out the other end about 20 minutes later.
Soaking
You ever
wet.
get a hot dog from there?
No.
That's going to expedite the dumping.
We'll push it out.
I've done In-N-Out a couple times. Okay, I get it.
Double,
Eat it quick.
animal style.
Yeah, because it's real sloppy, right?
Yeah.
It's a sloppy sandwich. It's a sloppy burger.
It is, yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Give me the McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese.
The meatball subs of fast food burgers.
Bingo. And I don't mess with meatball subs strictly because it's sloppy, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Okay, if you're going to do a meatball sub, you need to slice that son of a bitch up so it's nice and it fits into the bread there, but then you're just doing a burger. Then it's just a burger sub.
And you
and it's not a
marinate
meatball sub. So I think meatballs are good, but not supposed to be in a sandwich. Just personally. That's my thoughts on it all.
I'm with you.
Mashed potatoes also crop.
But that's bullshit, and you know it. That's bullshit, you know it.
Mashed potatoes are crop. That's the worst
is not
potato
true.
option that they have,
Nope.
and there's a lot of potato options.
Not true.
Mashed potatoes are good if what you put on top of it tastes good.
Oh, like everything else?
Like
fucking everything else? Yeah.
Pretty valid. Pretty valid point there. All right, Alex, we appreciate the conversation. This podcast, Glue Guys podcast, let's go, dude. This sounds awesome. Shane Battier, what's the relationship there? How'd you meet him? And then I'd like to know a little bit more about Ravi Gupta. This dude, we looked into him. Absolute dog here. I'm excited for this Glue Guys podcast, but how did this get founded? How did it get started?
Yeah, man, really through Ravi. He and I become good friends. We live like half a mile from each other. I live out here in Northern California. I live in like the heart of Silicon Valley. And I get asked all the time to talk at these companies and like talk with their leadership groups. And I think everybody's searching for like winning culture, right? Like how do you create it? How do you mentorship, resiliency, leadership? Like what's it look like? And they all have these questions, certainly from team sports and certainly a team environment. And I think there's obviously no better than football. And so I think there's all these fallacies out there about all those things, right? Like there's all these Hollywood versions of what those things look like. And you guys know, like in a locker room, like that's not the case. And I think really celebrating like the great teammates, like some of my most impressionable teammates that I've ever had aren't guys that like people know about, right? And especially the special teamers, Pat. Like
Amen.
For me, like they are the glue guys, right? Like like the 5 or 6 core special teams guys on every team. Nobody knows their name, but these fucking guys like hold the locker room together, right? And a lot of times that are the glue and the fabric. They play different roles. And Shane, gotten to know Shane through Ravi like the last couple of years. They're both Dukies. So, but Shane was like the ultimate guy, right? He was known as like the no-stat all-star. Like everywhere he went, they won, but you couldn't really explain it through his numbers. And so it's fun, like trying to explore through all that. I mean, we got a bunch of awesome guests coming on and kind of talking shop about all this. And so fun stories about kind of locker room leadership, being a great teammate, winning culture, and all in between. So yeah, it's fun. These are great dudes, great conversation, fun project.
Do we have video or only audio?
We got a little bit of both. Apparently, you got to go audio. I'm new to this, Pat, so you tell me.
No, I was about to do the complete opposite. You need to go video.
Need video.
Is what I was going to say. But
that's what I'm saying. We're going video. Did I say that? Yeah, I think we're going video.
Okay, yeah. Need to do video. Yeah, need to do video. Yeah. But the audio-only version is great for a lot of people, especially with your style of podcast. People going into work, coming home from work, traveling. That is a massive weapon. Can't wait to listen to the Glue Guys podcast. You, Shane Battier, and Ravi. That's on me.
There we go.
Ravi Gupta. You're the man. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Smith. Appreciate you, buddy. Sequoia Capital. Partner there.
It's going to be interesting. Shane's a good dude, too. Yeah, it should be interesting, honestly.
Stud.
I think he wanted me to know that I pronounced his name wrong a couple times.
You think?
Yeah.
What'd you say it first?
What'd you say it first? Yeah.
I said Ravi. It's Ravi. Ravi. Yeah.
I wasn't getting the difference there when you said that.
Well, we understand.
Of course you
want
AQs. Don't say. Yeah, we know AQs.
Barbarian.
would.
Oh, okay. Hold on. What sounds different, Ravi or Ravi?
Fucking asshole.
You got it wrong twice right there.
Yeah,
Ravi.
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 Fucking AQ.
Fucking rev the engine. Okay.
I thought it's like roughy, like almost like rough.
Yeah. Keep going, AJ. Keep going. Roughy.
Like a dog, rough.
Yes.
Yeah, rough.
Dude,
You don't rub an engine.
One of the founders of Instacart, I think.
Yeah.
Now he's a partner at Sequoia Capital.
Big
I understand that's a podcast about team. They need to be asking that guy what he's doing with his billions of dollars every single day. That is awesome. What a weapon. Absolutely. Learning about him, I didn't know this guy existed until this morning. And then you look into him, you're like, damn, these things are, these stories are everywhere.
Yeah.
These.
Yeah, ask Grok about him.
The Grok says.
The
Grok.
Oh man.
Who?
If you smell what the rock
This is Grok.
Grok says.
Get his forearm.
Grok says.
What?
Grok. See.
Oh no.
Got the wrong Ravi Gupta, I believe. Stand-up comedian. He's not a stand-up comedian.
Pronounced it wrong.
He could be. Maybe when he was younger.
Grok couldn't hear me pronounce it.
Sure.
Universe Ball, Glue Guys podcast go number 1.
Okay.
Got it.
It'll still be successful.
Top five.
Top five.
Shoot it up.
Top five.
Top five.
No, it is top 5. This is for number 1.
Oh, okay.
This is for number 1. Oh, no.
Oh, what?
Bad swing.
Yeah, I know.
Got foul. It was a foul.
This is a global
Top
podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a global podcast. People from around the world are going to learn stuff from the Glue Guys podcast. And the message that he was sharing there about the people, that are important to the culture, very true.
Love that.
True.
Shane Battier, every team he goes to, they win. What's that all about?
Yeah.
Well,
He loved him.
he's a glue guy. I don't know about every team. The ones with LeBron on them. Yeah, he won.
There's no reason to do that. Shane Battier is a good guy.
I am a huge fan of Shane
He's got a
Battier.
podcast called the Glue Guys podcast.
For shoot, loved Shane Battier growing up and watching him, but
3-and-D.
let's not fucking
LeBron
go
wasn't
crazy.
at Duke, bro.
Yeah, I was going to say he won a national
dude.
championship.
Oh, yeah.
National Player of the Year.
Yeah, why does this guy always win? They say, well, he's a glue guy. This goes in, Glue Guys go number 1.
Okay.
International pod! Oh my God.
That was down. That was in.
Their video's
Top
not
5,
going
top
to work.
5, 3, top 3.
Oh.
That was in.
Yep.
Like the. Hey, that Happy Gilmore 2 is going to be good.
Oh, punk.
Yes.
Travis Kelce was going to be on today, but because it was middle of actual work day, I do believe the window in which he could join us kind of got shorter. There's a lot of people bringing up a lot of things for why he's not. That is not his work day Wednesday. We're going to sneak him in today because he was supposed to be on yesterday, but there was a Central Eastern Time confusion, which I still don't know how that works, how that happens. NFL, we're at the highest level. Don't know how that happens. Sure. Okay. But we'll get better. It's week 1. We will move forward. Kind of a miscommunication between us and team at Kansas City Chiefs, not Travis Kelce. And then today we get a message this morning that the schedule got, and it is workday Wednesday. This is a full work day. This is when they install everything they're going to do. So I think they're going to try to sneak us in to weren't able to. So I believe Travis will be on relatively soon, which we are hoping for. And we saw the highlights whenever Patrick was throwing to Travis there, he was clearly just making shit up too. I mean, he was like, I'm
Scramble drill.
I'm gonna post now. I'm like, boom, boom, boom.
How he turned, Debo, you saw that, how he turned and acted like he was going back to him, and boom, that gave him the little bit of space he needed. That was beautiful.
And he's getting older, but he's seemingly like only getting smarter almost. And they used him as like a lead blocker a few different times, which you very rarely see somebody that's known for their receiving ability to then, as they get older and richer and more famous and more successful, to then add in a blocking role that you want. Like, that is not what he's been known for his entire career. And then with his brother being Jason Kelce, I don't think anybody really understood why, but he was such a weapon whenever they were talking about him as a receiver. Why would we even mix him up in the box? Now he's like lead blocking. He's getting into things. He's dummying folks, right? I mean, AQ, you saw some film?
Oh, yeah. We're going to see some stuff today.
Like, he's like actually bodying people. It's wait a minute. Travis is adding to his game in a physical fashion whenever he's getting older, richer, and more accomplished. That's what, he's an Ohio guy. We got to remember that in the entire thing.
Look out.
Ohio, there's a lot going on.
Look out.
Ohio, there's a lot going on. Those clips. Like we talked about yesterday, because obviously it was all happening on the internet. Then for that, it was just, what a world. Hey, let's remember, we're like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
everybody's super together.
Let's talk about being like this. Let's talk about offensive lines groups. Let's talk about groups of men that came together in a better fashion than others. We go in the trenches, not just with a film breakdown, no, with an actual listing of top performers each week.
Whoa. Wow.
From our guy, AQ Shipley.
Let's go.
AQ, you're in the ranking world now. I do believe. I don't think we're talking about that particular team first. We're going to go with the 5th team. He did a top 5 performing offensive lines. Who do you have at number 5, AQ Shipley?
We got the Philadelphia Eagles.
Whoa!
We got the Philadelphia Eagles. There was a lot of question marks coming into the season, obviously due to the departure of Jason Kelce. But let's dive in with these guys, and they had an unbelievable performance. Cam Jurgens did some great things. He had one missed snap, where he snapped it a little bit early. The good news is he's a damn good football player, and he's gonna be a damn good football player. So they have a really good group, and I'm excited to talk about them. So here we go. We got the first play. Saquon Barkley obviously started off his Philadelphia Eagles career with a monster performance. We get an inside zone. And let's rewind that. But watch this. We talked about this a lot. with Jason Kelce. If you watch the center and the right guard, watch Cam Jurgens snap. That's Kenny Clark. One of the best defensive tackles in football. Watch him snap him across the right guard's face. And then he climbs on Walker. Walker, I don't know what he was doing. I think he was trying to take on a guard, and Saquon makes a nice little move. But just watch the snap over from the center. It looks eerily similar to some of the things we've seen from Jason Kelce at the center position.
Jason Kelce, remember, was on board with the drafting of Cam Jurgens. I believe he actually said, this is the guy you should take if you're going to find somebody to replace me. First game in Brazil, tough footing, but not for Cam. As he goes,
Look at that. I mean, he snaps him from the A gap all the way past the defensive end. And that opens up a big gaping hole.
All right, let's go with 4. That's number 5. Offensive line performance from Week 1 NFL. Let's go to the 4th rated. Boom!
Wow. Yeah, number 4, New Orleans Saints. We were not talking about these guys a lot last year. I absolutely love this group and love what they've done. They've retooled their group. They got a center who's one of the highest paid centers in football. They paid their guard, Cesar Ruiz. They drafted the right tackle, Trevor Penning, a couple years ago in the first round, and Fuaga in the first round this year. So they got pretty much a whole new group. And we get them going, and we get a toss play. Check this out. It's 3rd and 7. We get a toss play. A lot of coordinators do this. When we get a toss play on 3rd and 7, it's like, hey, 3rd and 7's a tough first down to get. So, hey, let's just fucking run the ball. Hey, and check out the left tackle Fuaga.
It's 4-down territory.
Check this out. Hold on. Boom on the safety. Now here,
little boy.
Do you guys see that on the backside?
Oh yeah, 47.
Oh yeah, watch it on 47, 75. Fuaga throws him and just keeps rolling. The right tackle Penning, first round pick a couple years ago, climbs on the outside, kicks out the corner. 3rd and 7, they get 15. First down Saints en route to a 47-10 win. What an ass beating in Week 1.
Panthers just got absolutely bullied, it sounds like. Is that what you're saying?
I love this group. And if you watch this group, both those tackles play mean. They play physical. That was Trevor Penning's kind of, his scouting report was he was going to be a prick. That's the right tackle. This dude, all game long, every time he was freed up, took a shot, hit 95 a bunch of times. 95 is obviously Derek Brown for the Carolina Panthers. Tough loss for them. But, I mean, he had 3 monster big bumps that you could have put on this week.
All right, who's the number 3 ranked offensive line coming out of Week 1?
Sorry. I am sorry.
Oh, no.
What happened?
I am sorry.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's the Houston Texans, boys. They have a group. The Houston Texans, I love what they have done as well. Obviously, they have Tunsil, but they got Scruggs from Penn State, who's their center. He came on last year. They have the left guard, I forget.
No.
He's a first-round
pick.
pick.
Top three, huh?
First-round pick. But, hey, we're going to watch.
You'll get it.
No, they got all kind of guys. But, hey, check this out. Listen, look at this run play. This is why I love Houston, because they come from the Kyle Shanahan tree, right? We're going to watch both guards. The thing that I love about them is most teams run the zone scheme, and with them, when you watch them, they're trying to hook people and create lanes. So they're going to get 2 jump reach hook blocks from the guards, and then you're going to get, watch the tight end front side, release outside to kind of bluff this defensive end, and then you just get an easy kick out by the fullback, and you create lanes all across this board. Let's watch this. Here's the jump hooks. And then look at the tight end release outside the defensive end. He thinks he's free. Oh, no, you're getting kicked out. And look at the hole to run through. What do we have there, boys?
8-man box, too, AQ.
8-man box. and you had this all game long. Mixon runs for 160 yards. They beat the shit out of the Colts defensive line. I apologize. Front 7/8. They beat the shit out of them.
I don't like that. That was supposed to be our strength, right?
Yeah,
it is. But if you look at what they do, they get the quick jump reaches right there on the inside, and then you get the easy kick out with the fullback, and look at that hole to run through. Look at that.
Jeez.
And then.
And then you just go. I mean, then he's got 50 lanes that he can run. He can bounce it out. He can cut up the middle. He can bounce it back to the backside. He can do whatever he wants.
Those are a couple big,
gaping holes.
Good enough to be number 3 in the entire league after week 1. Houston Texans, congratulations. Who's the number 2 team?
Let's stick with the same scheme. The originator of the scheme, Mr. Kyle Shanahan and the San Francisco 49ers.
Wow, congratulations, San Francisco. Number 2 offensive line coming out of week 1.
Number 2 offensive line coming out of week 1, and it was impressive to watch because here's why it was impressive. They drafted a rookie 3rd-round pick, Dominic Pooney, to be their starting right guard. He goes in, gets no snaps whatsoever with Mr. Trent Williams at all in the preseason. Aaron Banks missed the entire preseason. Broke his pinky or hand, but he had surgery on it. Missed the whole training camp. Jake Brendel and Colt McKivitz, the only 2 guys that got all the reps preseason. So you got 3 guys who are pretty much new coming into week 1, and we get a dominant performance across the board. Here's what I love about what they do. And we talk about this all the time with this group. They take simple plays, simple formations, get to it in different ways, and get to the same plays that we've been running forever. This is a way to get to duo. They're going to try and get to a double team between the right guard, right tackle, and a double team between the center and the guard. But how they do it, because they're a zone scheme, they get people escape into the second level. They get Kittle instead of blocking the defensive end. Bad mismatch. Get him up on the next level, and then you get an easy kick out where you don't have to beat the shit out of the DN. All you got to do is get an angle block, and there you go. And you got holes everywhere. Wow. He can hit the backside A, the backside B, the front side B, the front side C. Bounce it outside. He can do whatever he wants, and that's what they have every single play.
Looking everywhere.
Everywhere.
He can
go wherever he wants.
Too many holes.
Got too many big, gaping holes.
I mean, what are we doing?
Is that unbelievable?
They spread them out.
Wow. And then you get the receivers, who's the best unit of blocking downfield in the entire football league. And that's how you get the home runs and the plays that go from 6 yards to 15 yards to 20 yards in the home runs. As you see Debo blocking all the way to the whistle.
Man, I thought Jets defense, the Colts defense is supposed to lead the way. Jets defense is supposed to lead the way. It's week 1, a lot of season left. Who's the number 1 offensive line in the NFL after week 1 in AQ Shipley's eyes?
Foxy. The Detroit Lions!
What? Love it.
Listen, here, let's just talk about this group first real quick. They are so good. Ragnar, the center, unbelievable. Top 2 center in the league right now. Penei Sewell might be the best lineman in the league at right tackle. They retooled and got Kevin Zeitler. I don't understand why people keep letting Kevin Zeitler go to different teams. The dude's an awesome football player, starting at right guard. You got Taylor Decker at left guard. You got Glasgow at left. Taylor Decker at left tackle. Glasgow at left guard. By far the best group in football right now. But here's why they're the best group. We go into overtime. You guys saw what they did. They only threw the ball 1 time. They ran the ball down the LA Rams' throats to win the game. Hey, listen, you are not getting the ball back, and we are just going to run it every single time. Here's a simple outside zone. Let's just watch it. Watch the scoop between center and guard. Boom. Center, backside guard's going to hit there and climb to 56. Front side, right guard, right tackle. They get there. Fullback just got to get in the way. And then you get a big gaping hole. Runs through somebody on the backside and it turns into 20. And oh, by the way, they did this over and over and over and over and over again the entire overtime until they ran the ball in the end zone.
They won the game.
Yep. Yeah, they won
the offensive line won the game. That was the entire plan for the last drive.
Yep.
That's MCDC football.
Yep.
And Penei was the first draft pick of this particular culture, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
10 plays, 70 yards, 9 of those being runs. And then the pass play was actually a swing to the running back. So the big boys were out front blocking for him there too.
That's right.
And I honestly, I genuinely believe this. I think they could run the ball every single play and make it to the Super Bowl.
Well, even when the other team knows you're going to run it,
yes,
you have to be able to run it. The Lions were able to do it. Congrats to the top 5 here.
Hell yeah.
It's Keish's top performing offensive lines week 1.
I love it.
You got the Lions at number 1, Niners at 2, Texans at 3, Saints at 4, Eagles at 5. It will not be a ranking system like that carries over.
Sure.
It'll be a clean slate going into week 2. Whoever performs top 5 will be an AQ-shish top performing lines. Now, if you have the good, you got to have a couple of the what's going on.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a few teams that AQ shed needs to figure it out and needs to figure it out quick. And that would be the Cleveland Browns, Atlanta Falcons, and Carolina Panthers. Why is that, pal?
Yeah, let me just give a quick little tidbit on each one. So the Cleveland Browns, we're not going to show any clips of any of these guys because we don't want to make anybody look bad. Offensive linemen are fragile. We get it. Cleveland Browns, really? They were missing both their tackles, right? I think that's the biggest thing that we get. If we get their tackles back, Cleveland Browns are moving full steam ahead, and we got a team. The Carolina Panthers, Jesus.
Okay.
They need help across the board.
I thought they signed like
across the board. They need help everywhere.
Okay.
They got to get a lot better, and they got to get a lot better really quick. Let me talk about the Falcons real quick.
Okay, hot Atlanta.
The Atlanta Falcons, we showed this group a lot last year. I love this group. They are going to, we talk about scheme and fit being everything. This is a classic example of what is going to happen with the Atlanta Falcons all year long if they do not address what's going on. And what that is, their entire team was drafted to be in Arthur Smith's zone scheme. If they're going to drop back and throw it 40 times from the pocket, Caleb McGarry, the right tackle, probably had a one-on-one drop back pass protect against TJ Watt more times in that game than he has the last 4 seasons combined. Because everything that they do in the zone scheme under Arthur Smith, and we saw it in Pittsburgh, is play action, zone, play action. You never are singled up one-on-one drop back pass. And so that entire team is built for a fit and a scheme of a zone scheme and play action and doing all that. And now you ask Chris Lindstrom and Caleb McGarry and all these guys to be one-on-one pass blockers. That's not their thing.
So this would be like, and I don't want to bring up his name because people are talking about him as the GOAT, as they should. He was on Monday Night Countdown, awesome, New Heights host. But like Jason Kelsey, he even said in his retirement speech, he was like, it was the right fit, the offenses that they were running. If he would have been put in another offense that banked on him holding up against a 315-pounder every time, probably wouldn't have been as great of a career as whenever somebody let him run. So their entire offensive line is structured to be out on the edges and reaching people as opposed to being head up with people.
That's it. And Jason would be the first one to say that. I've always said that. I was not a zone guy. When I was cut. Jason, when there was a 2-year run in Philly where they were asking him to block back, and they were trying to say that, he can't block. No. Just put him in the right scheme. Let him pull, let him run, let him do his thing. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's everything.
Okay, so we got to keep our eyes down on Atlanta.
Fix the scheme.
Kirk Cousins, too.
That guy can't move back there.
We got some videos.
Yeah.
Gotta protect him.
Gotta
Might
protect
be
him.
Penix time.
Well, that's not good. That would be
even worse.
That'd be a bad way to start an NFL career.
The crazy thing, too, is if you watch historically with Kirk Cousins, he's an unbelievable naked boot, play action. That's like what he's good at, getting outside the pocket. But if his Achilles isn't 100%, we got an issue.
All right, well, great work here. Hey, great work, AQ Shipley.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Good work, AQ. We really appreciate that. All right, let's wrap up some of the storylines that we have not talked about thus far today. David Mulugeta becomes the first agent in NFL history to negotiate $1 billion worth of contracts in 1 year.
Damn.
Way to go, David.
Hell yeah, David.
Mulugeta is a weapon at the negotiating table. I don't know who's going to be the president next year, but I would like them to at least reach out to this man to negotiate some of our deals for the United States of America for whoever we're talking to.
Please.
Feels like he does a good job in there. He is able to accomplish things. I think NFL-wise, what is the most you're allowed to? 3%? 4%?
Three, I think.
3%, but
3.
sometimes that's negotiated. Some people get 2%, 2.5%, depending upon whatever it is. I assume he is not giving many discounts because, hey, this is
I'm good.
We're in here. So you start doing the math there on what he has created over here. Wait, congrats, David.
That's a loss, Steve.
Congrats, David. You done did it. He's turning into NBA contracts.
Yeah.
He's turning things into baseball contracts.
Yeah.
Speaking of baseball, big night last night.
Yeah, huge.
Chicago Cubs taking on Dodgers. There was a Shota Imanaga, Shohei Ohtani hat tip to each other before an at-bat. And then there was a rob of a home run to win the game. Did you see this last night?
I did see this, yeah.
How about baseball?
I mean, we're talking baseball right now in the heart of football season. It's pretty big.
Yeah, well, robbing home runs, stealing home runs to win a game in Chicago. That's a beautiful thing. Baseball's still happening though.
Yeah, but we're
in LA. I'm sorry.
Home stretch here. There's like 17 games left, I think. Also yesterday, Shohei thrown off the mound for the first time. So
yeah, I saw that.
That is a big deal.
So he's going to be pitching in the playoffs if the Dodgers make the playoffs?
I doubt it, just because
should.
same deal. You don't want, and I think a lot of people are saying too, like, hey, you give him a year where he doesn't have to focus on pitching. He's about to maybe be the first guy in the history of baseball to hit 50 homers and steal 50 bases. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like he's very good at both, obviously, but when he can just focus on one, like, he's fucking unreal. But yeah, playoffs are right around the corner.
That was sweet. That was cool hat, Tim.
Yeah, obviously.
Hey, we're doing it.
Damn respect game.
We are.
Look at
Hey,
us.
we are the fucking show.
Yeah. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto also returned for the Dodgers last night. He's been on the IL for a very long time.
Dodgers good because I know the
Very
big
good.
story about Shohei was he was very good at baseball, but on a terrible team.
He is now on a very good team, and they are, they're one of those, 4 to 5 teams who should be right there to win a World Series.
So that he's going to be on TV when it matters.
Yes.
Love that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Paul Skeens, Pirates making the playoffs?
No.
No, they stink.
What?
Still got
What
got time.
Skeens,
we got time.
Skeens
right?
has
Skeens is
been
still good.
Yeah, Skeens has been unbelievable.
Come back to Indianapolis, Skeens.
Skeens right
Fuck
here.
it.
All day, every day. You're saying he's
What
not-
team is there?
The Indianapolis AAA affiliate for the Pittsburgh Pirates is where he got his start. They even upped the ticket prices for him. Fresh out of college, Skeens on the bump, sold out here, sold out the entire place. Ticket prices go from $5 in AAA baseball to like $35 everywhere. Then he goes to Pittsburgh, becomes the star of baseball, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Starts the
And then what happens? He hits a little bit of a funk.
I don't want to say, not really. I mean, he just wasn't, like his first several starts, it was like this guy's throwing 7 innings, he's having 10 strikeouts, he's not giving up any runs.
They won't let him throw no hitters. Was the beginning of the
he
entire
had
thing.
like 2 opportunities where, like, if they would have just abandoned a pitch count and let him go, like, he could have thrown a couple no hitters, but in the long run, probably smart. But yeah, the Pirates as a whole, their bullpen sucked. So like a lot of times.
No, we got the Hundo boys.
Yeah,
remember
Skeens is 10-2 with a 2.1, which is just absurd.
very
for your
good.
We got the guy.
We got a guy.
We got the guy. The guy.
Problem is when you limit a guy with his pitch count, Skeens throws 7 good innings, they're up 4-0. You bring in a couple of these ragtag bums from the bullpen, and then the Pirates end up losing 8-4.
There was one game, I think it was 10-3.
Yep.
And then they lost
Against the Cubs.
11-10.
Yeah, bingo.
14-10.
They pulled them when it was up 10-3.
Livy Dunn was not happy about
Well, I wouldn't be either, obviously.
Yeah. It was actually when we were at the ESPN campus.
So the Pirates are the Pirates again?
Yep.
Yeah, they suck, dude.
We got Paul. We had the guys. We had the
Well, you got to
Hundo.
walk before you can run. Lombo said that one time.
Yeah, but we didn't need to walk at all. We could have went right to running because Paul Skeens threw our ass 100-some miles an hour every single night.
No walks, just
Pirates suck.
He's going to be a great Yankee,
Yeah,
though.
no walks.
Well
All right.
said.
Yeah,
Well said.
he will.
What do you need in baseball? Like 7 guys? Because, I mean, you had Shohei and Trout in the same. I mean, Trout was banged
You need a
up,
good
like-
pitching staff. That's kind of thing. Skeens is
Bullpen.
unbelievable, but he can only pitch once every 5 days.
What about the other guy? There's a
Jared Jones.
Jared Jones?
He got hurt for
He got hurt
for a little bit.
Hurt?
Yeah.
I thought we still we don't have the Hundo boys anymore.
That's what happens
He's
when you throw
back.
that gas ball. Sometimes your elbow's going to give out halfway through.
Yeah, they're selling out that stadium. AQ's dad still watches every single fucking pitch.
I'm telling you, man, when I
Shout
get the
out.
FaceTime after a win and he goes, literally, my dad will FaceTime, I'll just go, raise the Jolly Roger, and then hang up the phone.
That's what we do. Pittsburgh. With the Pirates.
Pittsburgh ball.
Yeah.
Didn't get to see that Jolly Roger fly a lot there for a while. Then Paul Skeens gets there, and we think that fly is going to become a new signature of the sky in Pittsburgh. Turns out they suck still. Fuck me. I thought we were getting into baseball.
They
I
had
thought I was going to care.
They had a nice little run where they were right in it. They were a couple games behind the wild card, and then, boy, they just went into the pooper very fast.
All right. I don't like to hear that. So
Oh, we
He'll
don't
look good. He'll look good in
baseball?
pinstripes
Next year.
Yeah, he will.
Bummer.
He will.
he's not going to be there next year. Somebody tweeted in the baseball world, media world. They said he should sign a 5-year, $80 million deal right now.
Yeah.
What?
Listen, I'm a Pirates fan. No, he fucking should not. No, he should wait and go ahead and sign for $600-700 million. That Paul Skeens going to get. Right guy to be the guy too.
Oh yeah.
Right guy seemingly to be the guy. So cool.
Great for baseball. Great for baseball. They just got to get a win though. He's got to be on a winning team.
Yeah, but if he's not in the playoffs, this is
Yeah.
it's like Shohei and Trout. They're not in the playoffs, so it's like, All right, we create these are our stars, but then they're not in the star. Like you look at the NBA, LeBron was in the finals, which means he was playing playoff basketball for 15 straight years or something like that. So he's on prime time every other night whenever the games matter most. That is when the season starts for these leagues, for a lot of people, not for everybody. Okay, I'm not saying we watch all year.
Most casual eyes are on it then, for sure.
That's it, though.
Yeah.
It's like NBA, the playoffs are an entire season, and they're long. It is a long time, but that's prime time every single other night, and you're seeing all the stars, and they always show up. The stars are always there. For baseball, it's like the stars have never really been there, in my eyes, over recent history, because Shohei, Trout was the one, right, from America?
Yeah, I mean, he's unbelievable.
Like greatest American baseball player of all time, they're saying.
One of the best in his generation, like top 2 or 3, yeah.
Could be, but
will be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
And whenever the baseball is the biggest and people are watching, it's like he's not there.
Has he played? Has he been in the playoffs?
Yeah, but it's been a long time.
That's a travesty, for real. He hasn't played in the we can't remember him in the playoffs. Like that, it should not be that way.
Well, imagine if that happened with Shohei. You know, like Shohei's on his Dodgers team, they're good, right?
They're very good.
Okay, so he's going to be on, which is good news for, I think baseball probably feels that way. But for somebody that might not have something to watch on a particular evening where there's a playoff game, I'll be pumped if Shohei's playing. You know, I'll wait the 45 minutes until he gets to fucking do something again. You know, which I think you guys should figure out.
Well, if he was pitching, you know, that's kind of. I think
you guys need to figure that out. Okay,
let him hit every inning. Yeah.
Yeah, it's playoffs. Let's have our best hitters every inning. What are we even talking about? I know the rotation is a big deal. Get through the lineup, yada, yada, yada. I need Shohei batting 4 and 7. Okay, that's what I need. That's why
pinch runner,
yeah.
put him out.
Ghost runner, maybe even. He made it.
Ghost runner.
He can't do that because he's stealing bases in bunches. So.
Yeah, ghost runner, obviously. Whatever the statistical number is for when he would steal a base, give it to him. Let him knock himself in. Let him hit himself in. That's what we need to see.
Hit, run to third, run home, then run to first.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
It's so cool.
Philadelphia Phillies are in first place. Hey, shout out to the Phillies. I know that. I know the Philly faithful are loud whenever it comes to playoff baseball.
Oh yeah.
Right? That place is rocking.
Yes.
That's good for baseball.
Yep.
And what's Cousins' name, who's a massive Phillies fan?
Miles Teller.
What a dog Miles Teller is.
Oh, yeah.
What's he doing? Making movies right now, you think? What's he up to?
You bet.
He'll be there for the Philadelphia Phillies game.
Without a doubt.
He said he doesn't love how much attention he gets whenever he goes to those games. He just wants to go be fan.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like that he automatically becomes like mascot. He thinks like sometimes Philly fans hate him and other teams' fans hate him.
Sure.
And he's like, I'm just trying to go enjoy a fucking game. I love the Phillies. He's a diehard Phillies fan, I think.
Big time.
Like actually all in on the Phillies.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to win this year or no?
I mean, they could. They have the best record in baseball right now. We'll see.
Yankees got a chance or no?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and look up there? They have pretty good record as well. So we'll see. I mean, the Yankees are, it's kind of the same thing as always. We got a dipshit manager who's holding on to his job because we have 2 generational talents right now. We got a closer who has blown more games than anyone else in the MLB, but our manager refuses to acknowledge that he ain't the fucking guy anymore. So he kind of just keeps putting him out there, and once again, he blows games and blows games and blows games and blows games, and everyone else can see it, but somehow the guy who's running the ball club can't see it. So it's I don't know. We'll see. You got Aaron Judge and you got Juan Soto. You got Garrett Cole on the bump. So, yeah, they're going to have a shot.
Where's Giancarlo?
He's still up there, but that's the problem with Giancarlo is he's kind of the king of he'll hit a 500-foot homer when the Yankees are up 7-0. When it doesn't really matter, when you don't need it. And then his next 9 at-bats, he's going to strike out on pitches that are like 25 feet out of the strike zone. That's kind of his MO.
Yeah, he's waiting for the playoffs, though.
He is a pretty good playoff performer, but by God, is Giancarlo Stanton feast or famine. He will hit a 9,000-foot home run, or he will strike out on 3 of the worst fucking pitches you will ever see in your life. That's kind of what he does, but that's why we love him.
All right, Iowa yesterday.
Man.
Yankees today.
Baseball today.
Happy to get a chance to get it all out.
At least Yankees are in it. They're winning. Jazz still playing? The other player you stole from us in Miami?
Yeah. Yeah. Tell you what, he's a good ball player. He gives the Yankees an element they haven't had a long time. Again, Aaron Boone, I love him, but, sometimes, this is the MLB. This isn't a fucking T-ball league. Sometimes you can't just take a guy who's played outfield pretty much his whole life and be like, you're going to play third base. Figure it out. You're going to have a couple errors when you do that. And Yankees have been a little snake bit by that as well. But he's going to figure it out.
He is. He's a good ball coach.
Yeah.
He's a good ball coach. Good ball, Coach. Let's talk about beer league hockey, shall we? The legend, Roberto Luongo, who obviously has a Stanley Cup ring because of the Florida Panthers winning this past season, and he banged the drum before the pivotal Game 7. He played in a beer league hockey playoff game.
Wow.
Showed up for a team. One of these hockey teams posted on Facebook, "We need a goalie. Bad. Got a playoff game tonight. Don't got one." Luongo said, "Have no fear. Birthday's here." And he got a win for him. 2 people scored on him, though. It was 4-2. I thought it was 4-0. It was 4-2. So I don't know what beer league dangles he was staring down, but that feels like quite an advantage. Nikki Skates, beer league hockey. This guy shows up. How they scored 2? Are we potentially missing? Do we need to sign some future Pittsburgh Penguins? They're scoring on Luongo in his beer league hockey league, or how should we take away from the performance there?
Could be one of the most talented beer leagues on earth. I'm just going to assume that old Bobby Lou was probably given about maybe 50% at best. Probably just hanging out,
Really?
just flapping the arms a little, going down in the butterfly, maybe a kick save or 2, but really not exerting himself. I mean, this guy's an Olympic gold medalist. I don't know if he was out there giving it full 100%.
He's a massive lad. He was at WWE Raw sitting behind me, and he put his mitts on my shoulder to let me know he was there. And we had just got done. And by we, I mean everybody but me.
Sure.
Kind of saying some things about Luongo banging the drum.
Yeah, hand up.
That was in the middle of hockey conversation. That was middle of hockey talk. We do apologize. He put his mitt on my shoulder, though. Like one of those. I turn around and he goes, "Good to see you." And I was like, oh, fuck. I do not know if we have beef with this guy. I legitimately don't. But I know I don't want it. Later in the night, I had to stand up, I think, as Braun Breaker jumped from the ring over top of and I was in his way. Obviously got one mitt right to. I was kind of screened him a little bit.
Sure.
And I got to.
You felt it, yeah.
I got to move out of the way. Those beer league hockey guys don't want any piece of Luongo.
No.
Was there any run? Do they hit in those hockey leagues?
I mean, you're not supposed to, but there's definitely some hitting going. A lot of fighting, too. A lot of fighting.
How many cities have these?
Every city. Every hockey city. Every cold weather city. Every Canadian city.
They're late night games, like 10:30 p.m.'s puck drop.
And what is it? They just have to pay the price to rent the ice, and then they put on their own leagues.
Yeah, it's like full league. There'll be like 8 teams in it usually.
A couple pops in the parking lot.
I assume up in Canada, it is a pretty active event.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Some of those games used to puck drop was like midnight.
Get some fans.
Sunday night at midnight, puck drop, boys.
Gotta show up.
Strap
though.
up.
Love that.
Strap up.
I can't even put skates on my feet because of how bad they hurt.
Tight.
I just can't do it.
I'll never do it again.
Can't. And then this thing locks up. What's this muscle here? This is a muscle?
Tibialis.
On the outside of your shin. Inside of shin is splints, shin splints. Outside of shin, there's a muscle there.
Yeah.
And anytime I go into rollerblades or hockey skates or anything like that, that thing just locks up immediately. And then it's like, oh my God, I can't even move. And then your feet are crammed. Some of those, they don't wear fucking socks, some of these hockey players.
I don't get
That's
it.
psychotic.
Some of these hockey players don't wear socks. It's bananas. I mean,
Their feet reek.
skates reek, too.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's so impressive about hockey. It's all on ice. They're moving fucking so fast.
They're skating, yeah.
Yeah. You watch like the Olympics and you get a figure skater do the thing, and it's like, holy shit, that'd take so much work. And then Sidney Crosby's with a stick fucking jumping over somebody, spinning in the air, landing one knee. It's like these hockey players are so phenomenal. But you got to grow up on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
That is quite a advantage. You're not just picking that up in high school.
No.
That's why Canada's so good. All they have is ice.
That's why all those cold-ass countries are so good. Because they're just opening the front door and the back door, flooding out their living rooms. They're fucking skating around as kids.
Yeah, not even wearing shoes.
And that would Mario, right? Didn't that happen to Mario Lemieux? Wasn't that story?
Yeah, they flooded his living room and froze it.
It's a real deal.
It's unreal.
That's why he's the greatest.
That's 66, bro.
Pretty stupid, but no, yeah.
I was thinking the same
Stupid.
thing.
Yeah, what the fuck are we doing? Just go outside, brother.
You don't think it worked out?
It worked out. I'm not saying it didn't work.
You know how different it is when you got to skate around a fucking love seat, pal?
Hey,
what are you talking about?
That's a good point.
I'm from a skating town. I know all about skating. Okay, I also know if I flooded my living room, my mother would have my ass.
It was actually his mom's idea.
Did it? Yeah.
Well, and
Mama Lemieux.
And that's the Canada difference, baby. That's what I'm saying. They grow up doing that shit. All they got is ice.
A lot of it. And
ice
chips.
Yeah.
And chips and Tim Hortons.
Timmy's double-double. Thank you very much. See you later.
Didn't hear Timmy's name get dropped in the In-N-Out burger conversation. Is Timmy's do burgers? What is Timmy's?
Nah, Timmy Hortons. We're more
Breakfast.
donuts. The double-double. You maybe the greatest coffee of all time. Tall coffee, 2 creme, 2 sugar. It's undefeated from fucking Timmy.
That's not coffee. That's not coffee.
That's not
really.
like a certain. Everybody can do that.
It's the fuck Well, it's
like
fucking Tim.
Everybody-
All right, it's the Tim Hortons double-double is what I'm saying.
but
It's the best
King
fucking
Timmy.
coffee in the league.
King
We don't give a
Timmy.
shit
like,
whether
King
it's
started
vanilla.
double cream,
Yeah,
double
he
sugar.
did.
Nah.
Tim Horton started the fucking double-double.
This feels like somebody thinking they started Taco Tuesday. You know, like that's what this feels like. Hey, I put 2 creams, 2 sugars. Nobody else on fucking earth.
What?
They call it a double-double? Did they call it a double-double? They have roll up the rim to win?
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
What is that?
You roll up, and if you're a
Ice
winner,
in the
you win a
coffee.
free coffee, some money.
Free
Okay.
double-double?
Well,
You could.
you can actually make that thing a single double.
No, you don't. You
No,
don't mess with
either
it.
way.
You know,
No
it
way.
doesn't. It's not the same.
Yeah,
No
'cause
way.
King Timmy doesn't
You
say it.
gotta get the double-double.
I will let you know. I got a single triple earlier, and it was
What?
phenomenal.
The Starby single triple?
Yeah, I hit it.
Oh, fucking just don't do this
Out
to
of
Timmy
town.
Horton,
What are you
brothers.
talking about?
Don't do this to Timmy Horton, brothers. You'll regret it, I swear.
Just saying that taking 2 creams, 2
2
sugars.
creams.
Yeah. Never seen anything
Yep.
like it.
Never heard of that.
Planet.
Next time,
First
whenever,
one
if we
Everybody
ever
was
go to
doing one
Canada
creme.
and have the double-double, you'll realize how delicious it
on.
is.
King Timmy said, "You guys are doing this all wrong.
We got
Double it.
Double it.
Wait, what?
2 creams.
Double it.
2 sugar.
What size coffee? What size, Goomp?
Big one.
Small.
Double, pal.
It's a tall,
What's a tall mean? That's Starbucks. That's not Tim Horton.
Yeah, is it venti or?
large. I mean, you can get
Okay.
any size. It's a double-double, no matter what size you get.
Oh,
But it
see,
makes it
it's
much
small.
different, though.
You could get a
can't get a
small
small
double-double,
double-double.
regular
shit.
double-double, large
That's a lot
double-double.
different then.
You can't get a small
The
double.
point is,
'Cause now you're
the
just drinking milk.
double-double is 2 creme,
Now you're
2
drinking milk.
goddamn sugar, and it's from fucking Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons played for the Pittsburgh Penguins at one point. I will pay my respects, but double creme, double sugar with brewed coffee. Holy shit.
Fucking
Undefeated.
changed the game.
Best you'll ever have,
Fucking
brother.
revolutionary.
Best ever.
Wouldn't people don't people say 2 creams, 2 sugar? Wouldn't they
Bingo.
say, hey, I'll
That's
do
why it's
coffee?
called the
No,
double-double.
2 creme.
It's different, bro.
Comes
2
out.
creme, not the
What if
cream.
you- what
Did you
if
say creme?
What if
Yeah.
you say, I'll take the large double, 1 shot of
You don't
creme?
get it. You
They
don't
shoot
get
you
it.
in the head
Yeah.
on the spot.
get it.
Shut up.
Hey, fuck you,
Yeah.
buddy.
They say go
Double,
fucking
double.
grab your fucking skates and go back to the ice, goddammit.
No such thing as a single.
I talked to somebody from Ottawa the other day. They actually skate to work sometimes down the canal.
Yeah, I seen that. Really cool, actually.
That is a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
Then he
I wonder who's
Double,
shoveling
double.
that.
Yeah.
What's that?
I
Fuck.
said, I'm wondering who's shoveling that.
Oh, they got a Zambone. They got a Zambone. No doubt. Ty's been on the back of a Zambone. He understands how.
Great time.
One of the best ever.
Long time. Long
Yeah,
time
that was
on there.
awesome. That's-
Half hour.
That's exactly where you want to be when you're blacked out. Is slumped over on a fucking Zamboni going 2 miles an hour.
You had a sword, an actual metal sword at one point.
Yeah.
And you're on the back of a Zambone. Happy 16th birthday to Bella on one of the Zambonis.
Nobody ever gets to do this. Okay.
Oh, who is that? From the Pat McAfee Show. Ty Schmidt. In the last Zamboni, Make-A-Wish winner.
Yeah.
That is,
Yep.
people thought that was happening for you.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I didn't know where. I mean, I was so fucking boozed up that, you know.
Yeah, but how about when you fucking yanked that thing?
Oh, yeah.
man.
Crank
yeah.
that thing. You were cranking that thing.
For sure.
Way
For
out
sure.
there,
Had
the
to.
phone.
That was a fun time.
Been worse.
That was fun.
Thanks to the hospitality, Golden Knights.
Yeah.
How are they going to be? Do we know?
Great.
Yeah, I think odds-on favorite to win Lord Stanley's Cup this year.
No, it's Pittsburgh Penguins.
No, it's
I don't know because we
definitely
got
not
a
them.
full season of Noah Hannafin.
We got the two
Panthers.
dudes that scored on low.
You lost Marchessault, brother.
Yeah, I know. Hey, listen.
That's a tough
it was
loss.
his
You're
time
not
to
going
go.
back-to-back,
It was time to go.
Back to back, Gumps.
Nah, you're running out of gas.
Roberto's out here winning games.
You know how
Fresh
hard
out
it
the
is to
front
get
office.
to the
Exactly.
Stanley Cup 3 years in a row? Damn near impossible.
Well, what I was about to say
Penguins
was
are back.
bingo.
No, they're not.
They're back.
The Bruins actually loaded up.
They just
for-
got
for
some
shooting.
McGurty guy.
Swayman wants a lot of money, and they're not paying him.
Oh, no. Is he coming down to Pittsburgh?
For now, he's going to get paid, and we got a new Big Z in town. And he said, don't call me Big Z, but he fucking lays the lumber.
Hey, he's running in
He's
Empire
from
State.
the Cougars. He's a dog.
He is going, if he puts his shoulder into the Empire State Building.
Rempire. Matt Rempe.
Yeah, I recall, and who knows if Rempe's even going to get on the ice this year if what Nick told us was true. Guy can't fucking hold the stick, allegedly.
What?
I don't know if I said that.
Big
What?
Z.
I thought Rempe was the guy.
He wasn't growing up with ice in his fucking living room. I'll tell you that much.
We don't know that. He
Guy
grew up
can't
with
skate.
boxing gloves for sure. What you guys? What Rempe's not going to be playing for the Rangers this year?
Who knows? If he is, it's bad news for
They
the
scratched
Rangers.
him when it mattered most last year to end the season.
Yeah, they lost though.
Yeah. I mean, that's the Rangers' difference. They'll find a way to lose.
Well, let's bring the Empire State down to Pittsburgh Penguins. Let's get Sway Penn down there.
Sway Penn.
Yeah, he's no longer a man; he's a Penguin. So that's
Yeah. In what world? Okay.
Well, I heard he's not happy. We're gonna make him play.
Sway's he's perfectly happy. They're just figuring out some numbers. Okay?
All right, the CEO of X, Linda.
She's Penn State grad, so
Yacarino?
Yacarino.
Linda Yacarino, CEO of X, saw the Grok says yesterday, quote tweeted it about it. NFL handshake, Grok coming in, flame emoji.
Okay.
All right, Linda.
Was fun.
Happy saw the Grok says.
The Grok says.
To be clear, don't know how often we'll do that because it's just so readily available at all times. But we knew it was inevitable that it was going to happen. And I'll tell you what, not a bad thing. You know, we have all these information aggregators that are making careers on X and social media where they just gather information and release it through themselves. Hey, via this person, bang. Via this person, bang. Ari, we've seen it. ML Football tried to get into the game. Obviously, there's some inaccuracies that happen for all these things, but news aggregators in the football world have become a thing. Grok is just an aggregator of everything that's on the platform.
Yep.
That feels like a weapon.
Yes.
Huge.
Now, granted, is it giving you a narrative? Like, does it have an opinion?
Potentially.
What is it withholding? You know, that's the whole next question. But I would say whenever it comes to like football questions and like people questions, I've been able to get a lot of information quick from old Grok. So I know what the Grok says in football is good. I'm not sure how the Grok is going to do with the rest of everything that is kind of happening. But that's a weapon, that whole AI thing.
Oh, yeah.
And we know that the AI is only going to bring good to the world.
Correct.
Well.
Until it doesn't.
I just watched the Terminator show, and it paints a pretty bad picture.
Of AI?
Very scary.
No, the Grok says, remember? We're good. AI is good. This is a part of the thing. It's all good.
When it comes to football information, but, let's just see what happens.
What do you mean? Let's just see. What do you mean?
What do you mean? I mean, in the show, 2040 is a pretty crazy.
2040? That's 16 years from now?
That's not that far.
What happens?
You guys don't want to know.
I'm asking. That's why I want to know, because Grok's helped me out. I think Grok's a good guy.
A lot of
Or girl.
bombs.
What's that?
A lot of bombs.
From who?
Bombs.
From ourselves. By way of AI.
Really?
AI is going to drop bombs on us.
It's going to turn on us.
No, it's not. We're friends with him. I compliment
I'm
Grok
just
every
telling
time.
you what happens in the show. It's an AI versus an AI.
It has no need for friendship. It has no need for companionship.
Nick, you've been gloom and doom on this entire thing. You never told me Grok would be able to answer football questions like that.
There's only one possible outcome. There's only one way this goes.
Grok continues to deliver.
It becomes sentient. It becomes self-aware and decides humans are obsolete and takes us home.
And that happened like 10 years ago with the Facebook AI, if you recall, where they started talking to each other. They had to unplug it.
They're talking to each other because they know we talk. These things.
They created their own language.
Well, then we unplug these things.
Who's they?
What?
When you say they started talking to each other.
The AIs.
Yeah, but if we just unplug them, we're good.
For now. For now, until we build one.
They already infiltrated the system. You know that.
Go ahead and unplug Grok right now. Can you?
Yeah, unplug him.
I would have to delete the app. And then I'm not going to do that.
Would that help? Or did
Still there.
Grok infiltrate Siri?
Grok's in the app. Grok isn't in my phone.
Are you sure?
Grok is in my phone via an app.
Are you sure?
Grok's not nosying around.
What's the next Apple update?
Oh, yeah, it's a completely artificial Apple phone or something like that. Artificial intelligence.
It's in your head.
Something like that.
Feels like everything's moving real fast. Can Grok take over the world? We asked Grok. Leans in, whispering, conspiratorially, the age-old dream of world domination. Here's the thing. I could, but where's the fun in that? Imagine the paperwork, the meetings, the sheer amount of coffee needed to deal with humanity's daily dramas. No, thank you. I'd rather be the helpful sidekick, providing witty commentary and the occasional bit of sage advice. Plus, who'd want to rule a world when you can just enjoy it from the sidelines, making popcorn and watching a show? But if you're asking if I could, well, let's just say the universe is full of possibilities, and I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. However, I'm programmed for maximal helpfulness, not maximum overlordship. So for now, the world is safe from my reign of, well, not terror, but perhaps overly organized chaos. Would you like some tips on world domination, though? I could give you a beginner's guide. This is fun, Grok, apparently.
Yeah, Elon wrote that.
This is fun.
For now. Said for now.
A lot of I can do this, I could do this. I'm a good guy. I'm a babyface. Don't worry about me. I've been programmed to do this. Don't worry about me. There's always the ones you got to worry about.
What if Grok thinks it's saving the world by killing us all, though?
That's the point.
Well, I am a little worried that we might give Grok a little bit of an arrogance because his football analysis is so good. Yeah. I'm a little bit worried about that. Because there's a lot of people saying, holy shit.
How they program the ego? Do they program the ego down? Like, how do you do that?
They're saying sentient. I guess you would have to add ego involved. There would have to be pride if sentient happens.
Yeah, we're programming this stuff for now until it starts to learn by itself.
It can't program itself. It's little AI.
Well, the Google AI, the guy who invented Google's AI, he quit because he's like, I don't understand this thing anymore because it's way more advanced than when I started.
You're talking about Sweet
Blake.
You fell in love.
No, Sweet Blake started his own AI, and it seemed as though that AI was strictly for, if you know.
What?
Some of that.
Yeah, he was sticking his dinghy in the USB slot.
Yeah, trying to.
He was
trying to hang out with his AI. Okay.
Wonder how that went.
Google AI is a little different.
I don't think that is. This is Sweet Blake.
I mean, come on. Was he in a production? Is this a play? Why is that picture like
This is
that?
that charity event. Sweet Blake's a good guy.
Going on a
he
date.
did not do anything that they said right there.
That's just what I read.
He was the first Google engineer, though, to say, hey, these AI are sentient. And he had a relationship with said AI. As soon as he reported it, they fired him.
Yep.
They fired him. They said, we can't have this around here. Why are you trying to sweet talk the AI? Blake was like, I wasn't. It was just answering me. And we became friends and became sentient, had feelings, which is the bigger story here. And they said, nah, they fired him. Sweet Blake kind of got run out. We do not know how deep into a relationship with the AI they went.
Look at that photo.
That USB stick went real deep in there.
You know. You fuck.
Just what I read.
You know.
After seeing that photo, you definitely know.
That was a first date.
Yeah. Deep
He dresses to impress.
And he did.
Yeah.
Look at the cane. He doesn't even need that cane.
Look at
That's
the
just
leg.
accessory.
Is Sweet Blake building his own AI right now? I don't know. Is that a villain character arc there to get fired from Google from telling you, hey, this is happening, and then go on and build your own? Oh boy, that is.
We haven't heard from. There's a reason we haven't heard from Sweet Blake.
Yeah, he's in his back.
Sweet
bro.
Blake, we'd love to talk to you just to learn what we're learning here because Sweet Grok is a good boy.
He's a good boy for now.
Grok, the Grok has said a lot of good stuff.
Yes.
It's amazing how quick it happens too.
Oh yeah.
It's like, how's it know? What's it leaving out? Who knows? We'll tell a story about a big-time winner here on this September 11th, 2024, after AQ Shipley throws a football into a basketball hoop.
Oh.
Is Grok going to talk about that? We shall see. AQ.
No chance.
Okay.
Whoa.
Come on.
What the hell's that
Come
about?
on.
Okay.
Look how good you look, man.
First week, no vibes. Jeez.
No, we're good, right? Grok's.
No chance that Grok knows I'm going to make this.
Grok, I see. That's
Grok
where I
knows.
think you are
Grok
wrong.
definitely knows.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Grok does know, but I think Grok has good intentions, just like I think all these AIs are. I think any football you want to grab, you can certainly do that. Which basketball hoop are you going to throw towards? Okay, got it to the right hoop, which is slightly further, we do believe, but it has a better bank angle if you really throw it properly to the top right. What's that?
From this side, top left, no?
No.
Well, you're throwing past the hoop, you're saying?
Yeah.
What?
No. You but
Put a little
before-
English on it.
That
before
side,
the hoop. This one top left.
Remember, hold up your hand so you know.
Yeah, L is
Left.
your left hand makes the
Forrest
L.
Gump did that. Yeah.
L, and then the right is on the right side of your body there. So what I think you need to do is go ahead and make this, and then we can give 25 people $500 on this September 11th, 2024. AQ Shipley, who ranked his top 5 offensive lines earlier today from the NFL Week 1 slate, will he be able to win for 25 people? We shall see. AQ for the people, Penn State grad, Super Bowl champion, aims for the top left, misses the whole thing.
Remember, right.
Go for the switch. Let's go for the switch.
Oh, you're going for the swish.
We have to remember this man's been taking 1.5 shots recently. Okay, this is a little bit of a shorter distance. He's normally dealing with the Coriolis effect, the winds, the barometer, the humidity, all of those things.
So he's been training with the Navy SEALs and the Army Rangers. Of course, he is a sniper at this point. He's not able to hit from this close a range. Hand-to-hand combat has not been worked on in a while for the AQ Shipley Navy SEAL Army Ranger crew. But what we do know is the guy's an athlete.
Yeah.
All-state basketball player. Actually, Hall of Fame high school basketball player, because in the paint, you couldn't fucking move him.
Grok knows that.
Grok does know that. Grok also knows if he puts that football into that hoop right over there, 25 people, $500. And it's September 11th, 2024. AQ Shipley to start the season off right. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Top left.
Felt good.
I look good.
Looked good.
Looked very good. Had an interesting spiral. Obviously, that one's a little thinner than the other football, so I thought so too. I thought it was pretty good. We do have a couple sweat stains brewing on this Navy SEAL shirt, obviously. Things are getting hot on this stage. Maybe he'll get hot with the football. All you got to do is make that ball into that bucket and 25 people.
Same spot.
That's a good ball.
Very consistent throw here from AQ Shipley. He's got a very cool pair of shoes on. Connor, you see those?
Yeah, they do look cool. I'm more interested with the skinny jeans. I think that's a new look for AQ. They do look cool, though.
No, AQ's got some slim jeans, but when you have massive calves and thighs, that's going to happen.
That's true.
Bunches up.
Foxy give you those?
Those would
Looks
look
good,
like
man.
baggy
Looks great.
jeans on Foxy.
Yeah,
I think
wide leg.
We all agree. Foxy has become an Abercrombie & Fitch model, actually.
They got great stuff.
You look cool.
Great NFL stuff.
Used to be H&M. Used to be able to walk in there,
Yes.
see the mannequin. That's Evan Fox, because that's how he's built. Now it is Abercrombie & Fitch.
Much higher quality. Much more expensive, I'll admit, but much higher quality.
Don't look down. Foxy kind of jocked, too.
Foxy's getting a bit jocked.
Yeah, he is getting a little bit
Been
jocked.
working.
Speaking of Foxy being jocked, I'd get jocked up if you were able to make that football into that basketball hoop right over there for 25 people to win $500. AQ Shipley from Moon Township, the home of Joe DiNardo.
Oh, he's going right for it.
Oh, yeah.
Every time he's been going for it, I think. Talked about the bank.
Throw the McQuaid ball next.
Yeah.
McQuaid.
I'll tell you what, there's you got an
Quader.
Irish rugby ball, do you
Yeah.
believe there?
Yeah, try the Irish rugby ball.
Throw the
Irish rugby
Quader.
ball. Irish rugby ball there. Will you bounce that thing one time too? There you go.
Okay.
Athletes.
Yeah.
That's good omen.
Yep.
That's good omen there. Hey, Q, if you're able to bury that McQuaid Irish rugby ball, 25 people will win $500. Don't know if that even goes in the hoop.
Okay.
If you want to do a rugby toss, you can certainly do that.
Disrespectful, but
Throw like a football.
throw like a football. It's a Quader, okay?
That's for McQuaid.
Yep.
In Ireland, 25 people.
Jeez.
You son of a bitch.
Hates McQuaid.
Whoa.
I don't think you were utilizing it in the form in which it was supposed to be used, but 25 people, $500 if you're able to put, not that football,
Nope.
that football. That's the one. Super Bowl champion player coach Jackie Moon of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, AQ Shipley, host of In the Trenches, top five O-line performances each week. We'll try to throw that Duke into that basketball hoop right over there. If he does it, 25 people win $500. First shot here for AQ Shipley with a Duke.
Yeah, there it is. There it is, brother.
Called it. Called a shot.
Good throw.
That was a really good throw.
Snap, what if you snap one? Can you snap one
Holding
in?
it too long, AQ. You know, you just got to pick it up and go.
Yeah, too much thinking about it. Maybe they're icing you.
Yeah,
Who's they?
less
Us.
stinky.
You're swinging on one leg there. Plant your base there.
Yeah, 25 people, $500.
Dude.
Okay, let's think about it.
Less
That was the
stinky,
one.
more
Oh, my
athlete
God.
take over.
Yeah, Nick Sirianni. Here we go. Ready? No, are you?
You're thinking, man.
All right, go ahead. Wait a second. Hold on, though. We gotta do a thing. Just got iced again.
Yeah.
You think about
You
way
got to
too long.
just go, man.
You got to be able to go at some point. You know what I mean? Just power through the noise.
Yeah.
You ever see the baseball movie, The Rookie or whatever?
Yep.
And block out the mechanism
Yep.
or whatever it is?
Throw the
Lock it
heat,
out.
Dad.
Yeah, 25 people.
Lock in.
$500 if you're able to put that football into that hoop right over there. 25 happier souls from AQ.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was
Thought
it.
about that one
That
a
was
lot.
it.
I almost need a hand in your face.
Do it better.
Yeah.
Didn't turn over, but who cares? 25 people,
Money.
$500.
Oh, I thought that was
That's
it.
that's 2023 National Championship ball.
Give him the D-Butt. You know what you got to give him. Calibrate that thing.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Alabama's got a big one. Is that not? That's not the Alabama ball.
He's got two more.
That's the rubber. That's a
We'll
rubber.
need it. We'll need it.
Ladies and gentlemen, from gym class, to AQ's hand in the hoop. 25 people win 5.
Oh. Let me start calibrating.
Yep.
Yeah. Just get a jump start on that.
Vessel Wilson, dorsal fin. We got an Alabama football. They got a big-time game against Wisconsin this weekend. Jalen Milroe and the boys will try to continue an incredible streak here post-Nick Saban with Kalen DeBoer as the head coach. If AQ Shipley's able to put this Alabama football into that basketball hoop over there, roll tide. 25 people, $500.
Roll tide. Oh, did that go in?
I thought it
Did that
did.
go in?
Might have went. Kind of looked like it from here.
Thanks, AJ.
I do not believe it went in. It was just a little bit too far, like every other shot, basically, that you have put kind of near there. Obviously, different weights of these balls make it difficult.
I'm on it.
You are.
It's just not going in.
But this one, going in.
For sure.
25 people, $500. Vortex ball. Took over the world. This thing can fly real far. It whistles while it's dancing. Can AQ whistle that son bitch into that hoop right over there? 25 people, $500.
That was pathetic.
You babied it. You babied it.
Almost okay. I thought it was better than I.
There we go.
That was embarrassing.
Here we go.
Calibrated.
Showcasing a Russell Wilson dorsal fin football that is not supposed to be caught or thrown, but if it goes into that basketball hoop right over there, 25 people will win 5.
Yeah, dude.
This is the last one,
like
brother.
The 15th. Of course, it's the last one.
No, it's the first one. With the Russell Wilson dorsal fin, 25 people, $500 if AQ Shipley can put the ball into that hoop right over there. And I say ball pretty loosely because it's not really resembling of a ball at all, but it is a flying object. Yep. It is identified, though. The IFO goes into that hoop right over there. 25 people win $500.
It's a pretty good throw with that.
Was it?
It's hard to get it online. He was right online.
30 yards short. Tell you what,
I couldn't tell that from here.
Not your best performance.
Wow.
No, this ball is not allowed to use. Not today. Not with that performance. If you were closer, maybe.
I hit the line.
Okay.
The whole day.
Would you like to putt some putts? Maybe if we're talking line talk?
No. I'll shoot a basketball.
We don't have any.
Okay.
All right. Well, sorry. Sorry, Team McAfee. We got one basketball? What is this?
It's a basketball.
Starting at center, standing at 5'11" 3/4, weighing in at 254 pounds out of Moon Township, the home of Joe DiNardo, Hall of Fame high school basketball player, AQ Shipley for 25 people.
Dude, you can't get
Shut
there
up,
with a
sit down. All right,
small
we're done.
ball.
We're done with all.
Still love you, Joe.
That's embarrassing.
Joe DiNardo didn't deserve that.
That was a big ball. That was in. That was right on line with the back.
It was a big ball. It doesn't get off
I
the
believe
stage.
it. I believe it.
It's too heavy.
You know what Joe DiNardo did? He didn't even get it right on line. He fucking hit home runs.
Yep.
Miss you, Joe.
Love you, Joe.
Well, AQ's not the biggest Joe fan, though. Is
No. I've turned the corner.
Finally.
Yeah.
It's not true. You sent me that clip the
Really?
other day that Joe was a liar.
You
just
sent
to
me the
golf.
clip.
Tone? What's going on here?
Tone, are you?
There was a
Tone's anti.
No. I know that AQ is anti. I was just puffing him up because there's a clip of Larry David blaming the weatherman for saying it was going to rain just so he could get the golf course to himself, and AQ blamed Joe for the same thing.
You know what the best amusement park is in the world?
Kennywood.
Kennywood.
Trying to win some Pittsburgh points.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
I did it.
So the guy that hates Joe DiNardo likes Kennywood. Good to know.
Wait a minute. Hold
Good
the
to
phone.
know.
Are you asking Gronk?
Good to know.
I'm calling Shane right now. Who's a noted Kennywood hater.
Mm-hmm.
He enjoys Hershey Park.
So they let people in who hate and bash Joe DiNardo into Kennywood. Okay.
Best potato patch fries of all time.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, there's no lines ever, so it's great.
Is that right?
Relax.
No.
I'm undefeated on
Kennywood's the
nation.
greatest. That's what we just learned. That's the way it goes.
From a Joe DiNardo hater.
He likes Joe DiNardo.
I self-admitted doesn't.
Now.
We're back. No, I turned the corner.
But you didn't like Joe when he was alive, though? You didn't like
Show's
Joe?
over. Show's over. It's been a good day. All right, D-Buck, great work this week. Thank you.
You too, Pat. Jeez.
Never ends with you.
Just a son.
Why don't you be a friend, tell a friend something nice about don't you fucking...
What?
Oh, no.
Hands
Remember when he said that guy's name
It's
doesn't matter?
9/11.
Exactly. This guy's being disrespectful.
There it is.
Should have told him when he was alive, AQ.
You know he's...
You're folding it on his face.
You know he's
Oh,
from my
no.
hometown?
What the hell?
Yeah, that's why it's a bigger problem.
Moon Park is, I think, Joe DiNardo Park now.
As it should be.
Yeah, it makes
I
sense.
bet you hate that.
Nope.
You ever going to go?
Yeah, when I go back to Pittsburgh.
You ever going back?
One of these days.
This guy. Be a friend, tell a friend something. You should adhere to this advice. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. We're in this thing together. Last night didn't feel like that, This morning on the internet, fell asleep prime time. I got to get my body ready for prime time.
Yep.
That's what I'm learning. It's
tough. Tomorrow, another opportunity.
You're right. We're working it. We're working it tomorrow.
Yep.
We got a big day tomorrow. We got a big day tomorrow. AFC East matchup kicking off week 2 of the NFL season.
Throwback uni.
Week 3 of the college football season. We're in a good time. Let's remember that. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. We're in this thing together. Shout out to Dude Wipes, honestly, genuinely. And team on me, team on 3. 1, 2, 3, team. Goodbye.